Hey Lexi, 35 years ago, World Championship Wrestling presented what's widely considered to be one of the worst pay-per-views of all time, and also happens to be one of my favorites. So would you like to watch it?
Sure.
Let's get the conversation started. Hello and welcome to LexiCon. It is Maddie.
Lexi.
Dylan.
And as always, or as usual at least, before we get into the main event, appropriate since we're watching wrestling, let's talk about our Comic-Con coming back to you in November. November 21st, 2026 to be specific, from the Village Inn in Clemens, North Carolina. LexiCon Comic-Con. There can be more than one. 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Free admission. Coming out, support all the great artists, vendors, and guests. We hope to see you there. More information forthcoming here and on our socials, as well as on LexiCon Comic-Con sites. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff there.
Yes.
And yes, today we are watching the Great American Bash. This was the second wrestling pay-per-view that I ever ordered as a wrestling fan. And I don't think it's nearly as bad as many people say. And I don't think that's just the nostalgia talking.
Okay.
There's no match of the years on it, but I think most of the matches are better than they're given credit for. Sure, there are some bad matches, but there are some bad matches on most shows.
That's true.
I think the biggest problems for this show are that three of the best workers in the company are wasted in an opening match, Scaffold match. Another one of the main draw matches didn't go off like it should have, in part because Scott Steiner got injured, in part because Barry Windham had to be moved out of the match to fill a role in another match, and in part because there was a law in Baltimore where men and women couldn't be in the ring together at the same time, so the Missy Hyatt, Paulie Dangerously matchup wasn't going to be allowed to happen, and I don't think they handled that the best way. Plus, they decided to put it on last because it was also a cage match, like the main event world title match, and once you've seen the world title match, then you get this 2-minute squash joke match. It's that doesn't really feel right.
There was a law about that?
In Maryland, apparently, at least in 1991.
That seems like a really odd law to have.
Well,
and it sounds like
there's a lot of states that had athletic commissions too that still govern professional wrestling, even though it's only a pseudo sport. I mean, it's a sport, but it's not a real athletic competition.
Yeah.
But a lot of the states did have athletic commissions, and probably still do to a degree, that would govern wrestling like it were boxing or any other professional sport. So you had some obscure laws. There was also a law in Maryland about having to stop matches when wrestlers were bleeding. They used it for a finish at, I want to say, it was the Great American Bash 88. Maybe it was starting. I think it was Great American Bash in 88.
Sounds like Maryland lacked some good matches. I was also going to say, it sounds like the show could have been good, but there were a lot of things working against it.
Well, there were those things, but the biggest thing working against it is the fact that the Nature Boy Ric Flair, the longtime signature star of the NWA and WCW, had just left the company in a contract dispute as the world champion, and so we're going to have to hold up the world championship. Instead of him defending against Lex Luger's going to take on Barry Windham for the vacated title. And chants of "We Want Flair" would ring out throughout the arena, as well as many arenas around the time. And I think that's the biggest thing, is the Flair leaving under those circumstances and the disappointment of him not being there cast a shadow over the show bigger than anything else. But yeah, on top of that, there's a couple of structural issues that could have made it better. And like I said, there's some dud matches on the show, I'm not going to lie. But I think, by and large, the matches are better than they're given credit for, even though there are no match of the years on there.
Fair. I was also going to ask, have you gone back and rewatched this at all since it happened before now?
I watched it in bed last night.
Okay, didn't know that.
But I have watched it in more detail than that. I actually wrote an article about it back in in 2021.
Say, damn, you were writing articles in the 90s, Dad?
I was, but for its 30th anniversary, I wrote an article about how it maybe wasn't great, but wasn't as bad as everybody thought.
Nice.
So you can check that out at patreon.com. I think it's on Patreon.
Okay.
But the Patreon is Maddie Writes Wrestling. I think I put that article over there. It was actually on my WordPress originally. I thought about doing a Substack even.
That would probably be popular nowadays.
Because I've got a lot of wrestling articles I want to share. And I'm trying to find the best
platform
venue for them. Yeah.
You should.
But anyway, the venue for the 1991 Great American Bash was the Baltimore Arena. It took place on July 14th, 1991. And as I say, it was the second wrestling pay-per-view that I ordered as a wrestling fan. I'd actually started watching wrestling almost 1 year exactly to the date. It was on my birthday, so it was July 2000. No, it wasn't. I traveled to the future to start watching wrestling. It was July 1990 when my uncle had said, "Hey, you got to see this new guy, Big Van Vader. We've talked about him before. He had the big head mask that blew the seam and everything." And after my birthday party that day, wrestling was on, and I got to see him, and I was kind of hooked after that. So this almost marks the 1 year anniversary of my wrestling fandom, which is probably also part of the reason that I like it so much.
That's cool. I don't know when I started caring about wrestling.
So we'll get into the show and get into all these. I do want to mention, do I sound okay to y'all? Am I talking too loudly or anything?
No, I think you sound good.
My left ear is clogged really badly. Unfortunately, you guys are sitting on the right side of me, so I should be able to hear y'all fine. but it's a little hard to tell if I'm speaking too loudly or not loudly enough. So if I'm not modulating correctly, point it out. Don't be afraid to point it out.
Okay. Your left ear is bothering me. My right ear has been killing me since the concert yesterday.
My ears are fine. As fine as ever.
Okay. Some modifying ears. Anyway, if you're watching along with us, make sure your copy is all what we call zeroed out. So when we hit play, we'll be bypassing any FBI warnings, previews, or don't try this at home PSAs. I actually still have my VHS copy of this. I'm relatively sure down in the basement.
Damn.
But we're going to be watching it on YouTube because it's just more convenient. And if you're not watching along with us, we'll try to be as entertaining as possible. And we will try to give multiple time cues. But I think we did pretty well during Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay.
To be fair, that was our last episode.
Did.
If you haven't checked that out, you should check it out. One of the better episodes we've done in a while. Although maybe I shouldn't say it because maybe somebody listened to it like, this wasn't that good and this is one of the better ones. It was an episode. Check it out.
It was an episode. It was the last one.
Finish this episode first, if you would be so kind as to do so. Anyway, with that note, I think we're going to get into it. So this is World Championship Wrestling's Great American Bash from 1991, LexiCon Commentary Edition. In 3, 2, 1, play. And I do want to say right off the bat, I love the intro to this pay-per-view. I think this is one of the best pay-per-view intros ever, where we have a camera just pushing through the streets of Baltimore, through the crowd. Not like they're pushing people over, but it's just like the fan experience of, coming up to the arena, coming through the doors. They're going to go to the ticket counter and buy tickets. They're going to go to the ticket taker. You're going to see the person selling programs. I think this is a great way to open up a pay-per-view. And I know it's not as flashy as some of the modern-day pay-per-views or PLEs, but I think this is awesome.
I like it as well.
The guy selling the hit this guy in the green shirt. He's like, hey, hey, hey!
Imagine if it ran into someone.
But I know WWE has done at least one pay-per-view or PLE where they did something similar to this, but they had a drone that was actually flying around and actually flew through the arena, which is an awesome modern update of it. But I still think this is great as we push into the curtain and then dissolve into the arena.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to open the show. It's always been one of my favorite ways. Now, there's been some great video packages and different stuff to open up shows. I'm not saying there's only one right way to do it. I just think this was great, and it's always stuck with me.
Yeah, I noticed they were, of course, dealing with the tickets. I was going to ask, do you miss the days of physical tickets?
I don't have an opinion one way or the other, honestly.
I don't remember the days of physical tickets. It's cool because you can
keep them as like a souvenir. You keep your stubs as a souvenir, so that's really cool.
I was going to say, I miss it because I go to all these concerts, but, that's cool. I don't have tickets to put into a scrapbook.
And I don't necessarily always want to have to use my phone, but it's easier to lose physical tickets.
Yeah, I do like the option of having them on my phone.
You know what I don't like? That WCW logo. It's slightly slanted, but it's so slight it looks like it was an accident, and they just went with it. I've complained about this every time we've watched a WCW show from this era.
You know what I'm not too crazy about? These outfits. Very 90s, but still not crazy.
The right outfits.
On the right, you have beautiful Bobby Eaton. On the left, you have the Rap Master Eaton-News.
That guy's outfit sucks out.
The blue-silver outfit, that reminds me of Miss Fizzle.
One of those guys is one of the greatest workers of all time, and the other one is Eaton-News.
Well, one of those had a really good outfit, and the other one was the other guy.
Wrestling edition.
Okay. No, you know what? She would 100% take them to a wrestling show, and they would all end up in a match.
Beautiful Bobby was one half of the Midnight
Somebody
Express.
Would get injured.
I just want
Yes, he was part of the Midnight Express, you were saying?
No, Gabby was talking.
I want a normal episode of the Magic School Bus, but just randomly Stone Cold Steve Austin popped in.
Speaking of Stone Cold Steve Austin, here he is in his second year as a professional wrestler, in his original, that's not the right word, in his original persona of stunning Steve Austin.
I don't like the ponytail, and the sparkly red is something. It's definitely sparkly.
Yeah.
But I'm not liking the ponytail
belt,
on him.
The NWA Television Championship.
Cool
yeah.
With the silver, that's
nice.
There's a version of that belt, too, that's on a red belt instead of a black belt. That looks even cooler. I've seen that in person. It was at the Orange show that Mom and I went to, the podcast. They had the belt on display there.
Did you take a picture?
I did.
Ooh, I need to see that picture after the show. There's some flashing lights.
This is the opening match, Scaffold match I talked about, which, like I say, at the time as a kid, it's like, oh, cool, it's a Scaffold match. But then you realize they're not really going to do much. And in Bobby Eaton, Steve Austin, and Terry Taylor, who was Steve Austin's tag team partner, you've got three of the better workers in the company, and they're just wasted in this match because they can hardly do anything up on the scaffold.
Fair. I was going to say, to be fair.
I think if you just had a Bobby Eaton, Steve Austin solo match, because they'd been a feud over the television championship, Bobby, who, again, I said, was a long-time tag team wrestler. He had just won the television championship at Super Brawl. the previous pay-per-view that we watched
Okay.
on the podcast, and then he lost to Steve Austin a couple weeks later, and they had a hot feud going on, and they come up with this scaffold match. Instead they could just had a one-on-one match, and maybe Terry and Eaton-News could have been in the dark match or something, you know?
Yeah. I was going to say, as a viewer, it doesn't do much. Maybe adds a little anxiety/excitement. If I was a wrestler, being up on a scaffold like that would be a little nerve-wracking.
It's basically just two ladders with...
It'd be a lot nerve-wracking to me.
Exactly.
I'm scared.
This scaffold... some of the early scaffolds were like ladders. This might actually be proper scaffolding.
Okay.
Like, that
companies did it
sucked to
differently.
fall from.
But they just have a plywood top as opposed to like the metal top that a lot of the scaffolds have had.
I was going to say, you remember a lot more about wrestling shows than I do, despite the fact that I've been to them. How bad are the flashing lights? Are they even that flashy actually at the show?
I never noticed the lights being much of an issue. The only thing the pyro was really, really loud.
Oh
in
my
areas where they did
gosh.
pyro.
Don't get me started on loud pyro. You know, pyro is loud, period. But I went to a concert last night, and it was the loudest pyro I have ever heard. It hurt. My ears were ringing afterwards.
No, it was what to say.
No, that it was hurting at the beginning of the concert.
I gotta say, I love the Stone Cold persona, of course. I'm not taking anything away from that, but I really like the trunks that Stunning Steve wore, because they're not actual, like, you know, brief cut trunks.
Uh-huh.
They're like shorts.
Yeah, Dylan didn't like
black
these.
with just like color splashes.
I guess
on
the
it.
other ones. Did he have others that he took off, or does this have like a pattern on the front and not on the back?
Who?
Well, damn it, Stone Cold guy.
No, he's got the same trunks. He
Okay.
had the red sparkly robe on.
Yeah, I know, but the trunks look different in that shot. So I was
You're
sitting
looking
here
at
like,
the
wait
right
a
guy
second,
because
what?
Terry Taylor has black trunks too.
Maybe.
And
I
they
thought
both-
I was looking at the correct guy, but perhaps it was an odd
They
camera
both do have
angle.
long hair and a ponytail. At a glance, you could
But
mistake
different hair
one
colors,
for the
right?
other. The different hair colors,
Okay.
but depending
Different
on
skin tones, too.
depending on
pants. Tans.
I was gonna say they're both white dudes.
Say, one's
Why-
more tan than the
My
other.
book crawling.
Because they're on a freaking scaffold and they don't want to immediately fall off.
Yeah, I've heard like
Coward.
Bobby would do a backdrop on the scaffold back in Memphis.
Uh-huh.
He and his father-in-law Bill Dundee worked some well-renowned,
It looks like it would
some pretty
hurt a
renowned
lot
scaffold
to fall.
matches.
Yeah, I like those trunks.
Yeah.
Who, Austin's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like those. Those are some of my all-time favorite trunks.
Yeah.
My only
I
comment
don't
is that
like
they're
them.
quite 90s.
Low-key, my wrestler in our fantasy wrestling game,
Loki.
in our fantasy wrestling game, Storm, he's Steve Austin. That's Storm, as far as just the look. Not the persona, but that's what Storm looks like in my mind.
What's it? Hey, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
People, how
Hey.
easily can we
That's the
recreate
thing,
Marvel
you-
characters in one of the wrestling games?
Pretty easily.
Okay, great. I need to watch
I'm
Marvel
pretty
and
sure we
wrestling
have an
now.
Iron Man already.
Ah, shit. Okay, we need Loki.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's wide enough. They could move
Do
around.
something.
Yeah, but you got to be really careful because if you fall off that, you're gonna die.
I was gonna say, that looks like it's gonna hurt a lot.
It's about 24 feet down to the ring,
Why
maybe
not
20,
die?
maybe 21 feet, and then the 3 feet of the rings.
It would be unlikely to die.
There's a good chance you're gonna die.
I mean,
If you're not
even in
gonna die,
landing
you're
on
going
your
to
back.
seriously injure yourself.
I'd say even landing on your back or pretty flat on that, you're gonna get injured.
I mean,
It's
Jim
gonna be a lot
Cornette
of fuss.
hung from the underneath the scaffold and just dropped onto his feet in the ring and blew out his knee, and that's that's not falling off the top. So yeah, no, you're not really gonna fall off the top from this,
Meanwhile, in a
and you're gonna
wrestling
have to
game,
be
you
careful.
have
So
to
that's
fall
why
off.
the match is so boring and scaffold matches suck.
Let's make a wider scaffold then.
But even then, you
Let's-
still have to be
But slightly
really
lower, so
careful.
it's safer for them to fall.
You still
but
have to be
still
really careful because just
anxious.
you accidentally mistime something, you're ending
And
a
just
career. If not a
misstep,
life.
lose your balance.
I don't know what that green
etc.
flash was there on the video.
I have no idea.
There's been a lot of those.
Shout out to Section 212.
Right. Lots of visuals of them. Where was
But yeah,
this
this
again?
is kind of a boring. What?
Where was this again?
Oh, look,
Baltimore.
look, I'm
You said
slowly
where, right?
crawling.
Yes.
Baltimore Arena. In
And then I
Baltimore,
remembered it was
Maryland.
Maryland.
Baltimore was one of those cities that was actually a hotbed for both Jim Crockett Promotions / WCW and the WWF, now known as the WWE. And I believe this is where, one of the hotbeds for the Great American Bash, which actually was not a pay-per-view originally. It was pre-pay-per-view era, or I think it started in '85, which is technically the year of the first WrestleMania, which wasn't on pay-per-view, but the Wrestling Classic, I believe, was later in '85, if not early '86. But that was the first wrestling pay-per-view, the Wrestling Classic. But the Great American Bash was actually just a tour. It was the big summer tour for Jim Crockett Promotions and then World Championship Wrestling. And then it became a pay-per-view. I want to say '88 was the first pay-per-view, but I think
holding hands.
I want to say '88, '89, '90.
So lovely.
Maybe the first 4 Great American Bash pay-per-views were all at the Baltimore Arena.
Uh-huh.
And you see Terry Taylor was grabbing the flag there because this one, besides knocking your opponents off, you could also win by capturing their flag.
Capture the flag wrestling edition.
Which makes it even more stupid.
I was going to ask, how many people do you know or would you guess is in attendance at the show?
Just keep holding
I could look it. I mean, that's a matter of record. I could look it up.
Okay, I'm going to leave you to look that up.
I don't even know. I mean, I don't know.
Does this suit say something?
Who?
The guy in the blue bodysuit situation.
The Rap Master?
Sure.
It might say either his name, like P&News, or it might say Yo Baby Yo. That's
okay.
The blonde-haired lady that accompanied Steve and Terry to the ring. That was Jeannie Clark. She was going by the name Lady Blossom at this time. She was Steve Austin's wife at the time.
Blossom?
Yeah, she was Steve Austin's wife at the time.
Cool. Well, her sisters Bubbles and Buttercup?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Also, she's British, for whatever that's worth.
Okay, but
and actually...
Would it have been less crazy than the CW ones?
Actually, she gets a lot of the credit for the Stone Cold name because Steve Austin, when he was turning into that character, he wanted something that was sort of like ice cold, like, just a cold personality, like a cold killer kind of personality. Mm-hmm. And he took that to WWE Creative, and they came up with this infamous list with... They went too hard with the ice thing. They had, like, Baron Von Ruthless and Chili McFreeze.
Oh, my God.
And apparently one night when he was mulling it over, his wife had brought him some tea, and she told him to drink his tea before he gets stone cold, and that's where the name came from.
Nice. Very nice.
I don't know what Steve's doing to P&News there. I'm not sure that should... Even on pay-per-view, that might be...
So we have tea to thank for Stone Cold and the American Revolution. Interesting things to thank T for, but the two things connected, relatively.
Alright. Y'all gotta keep talking if you want me to look at the Baltimore Arena.
Okay, damn it. I said everything I had to say about the tea. You're the only one with wrestling tea.
To talk Power Rangers.
Okay, Power Rangers. Wrestling and Power Rangers?
Power and Wrestlers.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Imagine a Power Rangers season with all the Power Ranger wrestlers and do wrestling moves on their enemies and stuff. That'd be sick as hell.
Wrestling's big in Japan, isn't it?
Probably.
I was gonna say, I feel like this could be made. I don't think there's a wrestling
season, surprisingly.
How not?
Like, there's 50 seasons of Super Sentai.
There's 50 damn seasons?
I thought you meant you were surprised there wasn't seasons 2 wrestling. Like, they took some time off and restarted the year.
There's something like 50, but Super Sentai isn't currently going.
One of the sports without seasons.
Super Sentai isn't currently going.
What?
Yeah.
When did it stop?
Recently.
How recently?
Like, previously. But because Power Rangers are moving away, that actually removed a lot of revenue from Super Sentai.
Why is Power Rangers moving? It's going to lose its charm.
Yeah, it's no longer using Sentai footage. And now Sentai actually apparently lost a lot of revenue from that.
That sucks.
And is currently not airing.
They were just doing it for fun because they were making enough money off of Power Rangers. 50 years straight. I don't know, right? Damn.
Well, I guess because the Power Rangers merchants are reuse Sentai merch or whatever, I guess they still make the money.
I figured they also had to pay for the footage.
Yeah, and that.
And I'm sure getting the footage wasn't necessarily cheap. I don't know the exact
details, there's what I've heard.
Has the new Power Rangers come out, or when is it coming out?
It has not come out yet. If it came out, I'd be dragging you.
I was going to say, when is it coming out? Because we need to see this and see if it's even still good without it.
Really quickly, 2 things. One, they're getting into the finish of the match here, where Steve climbed down. Steve climbed down and got like some hairspray from Lady Blossom. He's going to spray it in his opponent's eyes. But Bobby's already got their flag there. He's using it as a weapon.
Why else he to take it?
Why does she have
No, he's got the flag. He's going to take it and he's going to start waving it. And he gets halfway across and nobody's really sure what happens. And then I guess the match is done. But also, as far as the Baltimore Arena, the capacity was maxed at about 14,000. This show got a credited crowd of 9,320.
That doesn't sound like a lot of people.
That's a good amount.
I mean, it's a lot of people. Like, if that many people went and watched one of my YouTube videos, it would be a good amount. If that many people were listening to this episode, that would be a great amount. But I was recently reading about stadium capacity, so it sounds small. But this isn't a stadium.
This is an arena in the middle of
exactly.
It's literally downtown in a city.
To be fair,
Madison Square Garden is, but even that only holds maybe 20,000.
Madison Square Garden only holds about 20,000.
It's not that big, yeah. I know for wrestling, that's about the max capacity for it.
I guess that's why Taylor Swift didn't perform there.
But I don't know what I was saying.
I don't know either. I was going to say, I know stadiums are bigger than arenas, and I was reading about stadiums lately.
No, I was just going to say that I know the capacity of 14,000 is listed for concerts. I don't know what the max setup for wrestling technically was. And and you can configure arenas differently for different events, so I don't know how much this was configured for at the time. So I don't necessarily think it was a sellout, but it wasn't necessarily that far off either.
Yeah, I was just going to say what's called. I know the Panther Stadium is about 75,000, and it's downtown Charlotte. Apparently, there's a stadium in Australia that its max capacity is like 100-something, depending on exactly how things are set up.
Now they're going to brawl a little bit after the match here just to give you a little bit of action finally. Since we got like nothing during the actual scaffold match. Which, to be fair, for a scaffold match, it was fine. You're never going to get that much from a scaffold match.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, why put 3 of your best workers in this?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And just kill, and plus it's going to kill the beginning of the show because obviously they had the scaffold set up already, but now they're going to have a long break while they take it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't finish my statement. Apparently there's a stadium in Australia that its max capacity is like 100-something thousand people, but for the Eras Tour, the max capacity was 96,000 due to how much space the stage took up and blocked off, and Taylor Swift sold out all 96,000 seats 3 nights in a row. That's some of the most seats she's ever sold.
Jim Ross on the left, Tony Schiavone on the right, both longtime wrestling announcers for both WCW and the WWF, and actually both work for AEW nowadays.
I like the long blonde hair.
Yeah, he insulted our podcast once.
What?
Yep.
Well, no, I don't like the long blonde
Might have just been tongue-in-cheek, though. He's one of those people who kind of likes to insult his friends, too, from what I understand.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he likes to be a dick for fun.
Yeah, apparently.
But it's not as much of a dick as somebody who does it.
Also, they stole one of our thumbnails.
What?
Not technically, but remember we did I had you draw Kevin Smith as Calvin pissing on the grave of Clerks 2?
Yeah?
And like 2 weeks later, they had Tony as Calvin pissing on something.
He hates our podcast so much, he went and stalked it to take some thumbnails.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's a story.
But, more news about the Power Rangers.
Oh, yay.
According to the wiki, it actually says it's coming out late 2026. But that's, to be fair, a fan wiki. I see no source on that.
That could be a little about it.
It could be coming late this year, next year. And also,
if it does, we gotta come back and talk about how bad it was without Super Sentai.
It's being made by the showrunners of the Percy Jackson show.
Okay, here's the thing. The showrunners of the Percy Jackson show might do a really good show. But part of Power Rangers' charm is using that Super Sentai stuff. What if they go too high budget on it?
Yeah, real quick. On screen, Paul Heyman.
Nice.
Y'all saw him, of course, on Super Bowl that we watched earlier this year. But there he is again. He's with Arn Anderson. Of course, they were supposed to team up against... It was supposed to be Arn Anderson and Barry Windham with Paulie Dangerously against the Steiner brothers and Missy Hyatt to continue the Missy Hyatt-Paulie feud.
Yeah.
But then Scott got hurt, and then Barry got moved into the main event to replace Ric Flair. So it was supposed to be Paul and Arn against Rick and Missy, and then of course because Missy couldn't wrestle in the ring with Paul, they do an angle that pulls her out of the thing. They don't do an angle ahead of time. It's like as the match is starting, y'all will see when we get there. So that match just ended up kind of being a womp, but
yeah.
Eric Bischoff holding the microphone in his role as a C-Squad announcer before he would take over the company as executive vice president in 1993 and spearhead the one real successful run the company had after it was bought by Turner.
Interesting.
Indeed.
What's the theme for the next Power Rangers?
We don't know.
We don't know the theme yet!
What's a reboot? So it might be kind of like My Muffin. Because it's a reboot of
They're
Power
gonna
Rangers.
kill Power Rangers.
Also, fun fact, apparently it's being filmed in the UK.
British Power Rangers too!
Well, the actors aren't necessarily British, but it's being filmed there at least.
Everybody else is gonna be British.
Arn Anderson, great in-ring performer, one of the best promos of all time.
I'm excited for that.
Retired at the Nitro in Columbia, South Carolina with me in attendance.
Nice. It could be good, but it could be shit.
Yeah, it's nice.
And you said it's a reboot, and
that's what it sounded like. I'm sorry.
I don't want reboot Power Rangers. I want the next
Shout out
series.
to Arn Anderson. I was a big Arn Anderson.
I kind of agree. There's a
the
lot.
Enforcer Double A.
No, I'm starting to understand the point of view of fuck off with the reboots.
There's a lot of Super Sentai series that I really wish got adapted. Like, there's one really cool one, like King Ogre or whatever. I don't know how exactly it's pronounced. But it's freaking like Bug King Knights.
Bug King Knights?
Look at that. The Kings and Knights.
I want to trains.
Bug themed.
I want to trains, personally.
Oh yeah, there's a train season of Sentai.
Yes, I know. And I wanted it.
And this Q Ranger, which they took the Zords from.
I'm pretty sure we covered all this already.
We probably have.
Yeah,
I feel like we've had this
asking
conversation
questions.
already.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk about Power Rangers, why don't you try to assign wrestlers in the roles of Power Rangers?
Fine, back to that. Alright. We started with Steve Austin.
You didn't start with anything, did you?
Well, I was going to say Steve Austin earlier because he was coming out when we were talking about it. Okay, though he did come out wearing a red robe.
Yeah, but we're thinking Prime Steve Austin, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Prime.
We're not using a specific era of wrestlers in general, but for the wrestlers we talk about, it's going to be the prime.
I'd say 5 main color wrestlers and then
Only 5?
a sixth.
Okay, yeah, I guess 5. Red, blue, yellow, pink. No, 6. Well, I
6
guess
total.
Is black the extra one technically?
No.
No, green. Because I'm thinking red, black, green,
use, like,
blue, yellow, pink.
Or it could use like my morphin colors or something. Normally there's like 3 to 5 main ranges and then 6 ranges. There's not always.
Okay, well, I
green
told you
or
the
black
6
or
colors
pink.
I was thinking.
And
And some of those colors are standard. And I require pink.
I would say red, pink, blue. I don't know, maybe
Mine are
yellow,
my
black.
grandparents' favorite colors.
Maybe leave out green. And then we
But
have a
green's
6th
my
range.
favorite.
And then whoever we pick for the 6th, the super special one, we can't decide whatever color fits the best.
Right. No, we should pull up that picture of all the colored Power Rangers.
I mean, green could even be the 6th. It could be white, gold,
Yeah.
silver.
I was gonna say, because
anything
in some
else.
series, green is kind of that one that comes in later on.
Yeah,
isn't
like
he?
Ninja Storm and the original Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Both
Was he
have
one of the
green as
originals in the
6th ranger.
most recent one? The one that was on Netflix that we watched?
The most recent one, yeah, she was one of the main 5.
Okay.
It was the gay
oh,
one.
yeah. Oh, yeah, it was the gay one.
Yeah, and her sibling was the black
Wait,
ranger.
I was going to say, was it gay or lesbian?
Or lesbian, specifically.
We love lesbian Power Rangers.
Yes. It is amazing. Yo, fun fact. I don't know if it's like
We
a
don't want
spin-off of
beige
Super
Power
Sentai or
Rangers.
something, but it's on the Super Sentai Wiki. There's like a Sentai show that has a trans pink Power Ranger.
Okay, 1, that's cool.
Yeah, I
2,
haven't
can
watched
we
it.
watch Sentai someplace? Like Crunchyroll or something?
And there's some places, like, I know Tubi has some of them.
Tubi's got some good stuff. I hate ads, though.
I mean, yeah, but, you know, it's the only place to find a lot.
I need Tubi to give us an optional
Look,
paid option.
well, please, Tubi, let me pay.
Yes, Tubi. Look, if you want to offer... Oh, no, I guess they get a lot of revenue, so they'd have to charge a good bit. But damn it, Tubi, I'm willing to pay.
And now they're finally going up to Gary Capetta to announce the next match.
Who?
The ring announcer, Gary Michael Capetta.
Okay.
My favorite ring announcer of all time.
I'm not sure who my favorite ring announcer was.
Tubi
Her
not
earrings
have
matched
them
her shirt. Wait, what?
Does Tubi not have them?
Oh no, did Tubi lose it? Okay, Tubi, I'm no longer willing to pay.
Anyway, this is not going to mean as much to the two of y'all, but this is Diamond Dallas Page and Scott Hall, who was known as the Diamond Stud at the time, coming down to the ring. Guys that would be, huge names during the Monday Night War / Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Scott Hall, just as Scott Hall, a member of the NWO, and Diamond Dallas Page as Diamond Dallas Page, one of the prime foils for the NWO.
Nice. Are they both dead now?
No, Scott's deceased, but
Okay.
DDP's still kicking.
I remember Scott dying. 'Cause that was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 2022.
Something like that.
Maybe even slightly later than that.
I was thinking it was around 23.
Within the last several years. This is going to be a good, solid match. Diamond Stud is going to take on Tom Zink, a.k.a. the Z-Man. It's a solid little match. Like I say, not a match of the year or anything, but every match doesn't have to be a match of the year.
Alright.
DDP with the
American
flag jacket.
all over him. The pants aren't bad, not gonna lie.
Really, I don't like the pants.
No, the pants are kind of nice. They're quite stylized. The little tassel fringe thing, maybe not
I
necessary.
like the jacket more than I like the pants.
Oh, I like the pants more than I like the jacket. The jacket is just a flag.
Scott Hall, okay. I like American flag clothing.
It gets tacky after so long to me. It depends on how you use it. Like, you're wearing American flag clothing right now, and it's totally fine.
They have a gimmick here where they bring in a woman supposedly out of the audience to strip Scott Hall.
Sure, she's absolutely from the audience.
I remember like my dad saying the same thing at the time.
I mean, like, maybe I'd be crazy enough to wear that outfit, except I wouldn't be able to get into a venue with that belt, but...
I believe she has a little bit of trouble getting his pants off.
Okay.
They stick a little bit.
I just realized his up at Dazzle, too.
It's like a tearaway, outfit, sort of like
Yeah.
NBA players' warm-ups.
Fair.
Apparently,
It would have been harder if it was regular pants.
apparently the Super Sentai stuff was removed from Tubi less than a month ago.
Are you kidding
As
me?
we're calling this.
Oh my gosh. I need to
But-
go watch Chains, though!
It
Now
does
Z-Man's
seem
gonna try to
go somewhere
one-up
else.
The Stud with his one lady. He's coming down to the ring with 4 attractive young women.
Damn. Different color palettes for each one. I was going to ask, was that previous one, the girl took over the red, right?
Yeah.
Was
and
that
he
the
became,
first
like,
within
the
Power
beige
Rangers?
rainbow.
Yeah, we don't talk about beige Power Rangers.
Z-Man also deceased.
Okay.
To add a
I
sad
see.
note to the proceedings. Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, this is 30 years ago, so it's not entirely surprising, but as we've talked about before, wrestling does have a little bit higher early death rate than lots of other walks of life.
Zero, or is this a Dragon Ball thing?
What?
Oh, you said something, I guess Z-Man or something earlier, and in my head it popped up Z-Warriors. And then I looked it up, like, that was a thing, right? And Google's like, Dragon Ball. I'm like, wait, that was Dragon Ball?
Yeah, he was the Z-Man because his last name was Zinc. It's not really the most creative,
Sounds like a dude's nickname, though.
DDP pulling the ropes down.
I don't like the red skirt around the ring.
Yeah, that does stand out for sure. You didn't see that a lot.
No, it doesn't feel like something.
There's Bill Apter in the background, legendary wrestling photographer and writer.
Nice.
The London Publishing magazines, The Wrestler, Inside Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Oh, I think Pro Wrestling Illustrated is the only one of those that still exists today, but they were referred to as the Apter mags because he was such a big deal. Such a big, he was like the face of the mag. As the editor, he was the guy out front for the magazines for so many years.
Yeah. Okay, I relatively like his outfit simply because it's like a bright pink.
I think it's more of an orangish.
It's coming off as pink,
it's like
bubblegum
pinkish orange,
pink.
yeah. I mean, hey, I noticed, this is maybe why I never noticed the red skirt that much before.
That's
because on this side it's got the blue, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the traditional WCW ring skirt right there.
Interesting. That's really odd that they did two different colors on it.
The side on the hard camera has the red skirt. I don't know about the other two. Well, one side has the ramp leading up to it that we've talked about too, which I love the ramp.
You know what kind of skirt I want to see done?
Like a ring skirt or...
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it done as a regular skirt, but yeah, ring skirt. But I don't know when or where it would make sense.
I want a Taylor Swift ring skirt. That'd be so amazing.
I do. I absolutely do. I want her to come out into the wrestling ring too. Anyway, no, I was thinking...
You know she babysat Jeff Jarrett's
Yes,
children,
I do.
right? She does have a wrestling connection.
I was going to say, because one of my friends watches old wrestling and complains about Jeff Jarrett. I'm like, but Taylor Swift babysat for him. Doesn't mean I like him, but like Taylor Swift was his babysitter.
Jarrett was a great wrestler.
Yeah, I guess it's just whatever he's portraying or how he's acting in the 90s.
A lot of people feel like he has go-away heat, and but I always thought Jeff was great. I love Jeff.
I love Taylor Swift. But anyway, ring skirt. Like a circusy...
By the way, you've seen Jeff Jarrett wrestle live. He was
Nice.
I think he was the champion. He may not know, I think Van Dam was the champion, but Jeff Jarrett was on the TNA house show we went to.
Cool. To be fair, I don't remember any of the wrestling shows we've been to. Not even the most recent one. I don't really remember what happened there. But anyway, ring skirt. I want like a circusy clown kind of aesthetic to it. Not like the stripes like a circus tent.
The alt rap group Insane Clown Posse, they have a wrestling league.
Nice.
They may have done that at some point.
Honestly, I bet if I go find some not WWE wrestling, I can find that.
WWF did have Doink the Clown.
That is true. We don't talk about Doink the Clown.
Fine.
He annoys me.
Apparently the only other...
But I like clown aesthetics and clown dolls. Actual clowns are up for debate. That is one I really like on TikTok.
But apparently the only other place to watch Super Sentai, they lost the rights for the streaming and physical media like 2 weeks ago.
What the hell?
So yeah, like good luck watching Super Sentai right now. It is in a bad spot right now. I should have watched them all later, apparently.
Did it never get DVD releases or something?
Yeah, I got some, but the people who were making those just lost the rights to it.
Okay, but that was only 2 weeks ago. They had them for however many years.
And I don't think they made DVD releases of all of them. They were, I guess,
only some of them, I bet. They were working through them still.
Yeah.
Did the Trains get a DVD?
No, that's a fairly recent one.
That is?
Barely.
Oh, that's 2014. That's 12 years ago.
Okay, well, yeah, but like they... Looking at this image, it's like... What is that? SPD is the newest one I see. Which...
According to this, you can get them for a good price on eBay, so...
Well, there you go.
The Train one's got DVDs, from what I can find. At least that's season 1.
Okay, why am I sure?
Yeah, look, $29.
Does it have English?
That I don't know. But you know what?
Okay, I don't know everything.
I'll just simply go learn Japanese really quickly. Yeah, no, it's got English subtitles.
Yeah, because it's just...
Oh, okay, good.
It's just that easy, right?
Yeah, it's only literally the hardest language for a native English speaker to learn.
Maybe I'll just wait till on the streaming it this way.
I can help you with that. Hold on.
$30.
If I just reach over on my shelf over here.
Oh, yay! Easy Japanese, too! Okay, flip it.
You should remember that. We actually use that in school with y'all.
Funny thing though, there's Power Rangers on Tubi now. You actually
did take Japanese in school.
Yes, and I've done Japanese on Duolingo too.
We didn't, it was very, very basic Japanese.
I would say, though, to be fair,
Japanese, and that was 10 plus years ago.
Shut up. I was gonna say, to be fair, Swedish is the language I do the most on Duolingo, and I don't even remember all of it at this point. I remember that knife is Kneve.
We did not finish giving the different...
No, we didn't. We made it as far as Steve Austin again.
Yeah.
Okay, who else are we adding in?
What
You want to
were
mix
the
in
colors
that guy?
decided?
Oh wait, I was gonna say I don't like that guy's trunks. I don't like his blue crotch or the font on the back.
Red, black, blue, yellow, pink.
Yes.
And then a sixth
And
ranger.
preferably green.
Of some color.
Wait, can Batista be one of ours? I vote that he's blue.
Batista makes me... I mean, not necessarily as a ranger, but I think of Batista... I associate him with red more than I would with blue.
I guess I just think of him as Drax.
Cody feels like he has Red Ranger energy.
Okay, Dad said...
Cody could be white, though.
Yeah.
If he could be a white ranger.
But he feels like the
white.
leader of the group.
But the white is the leader of the group in some of the iterations.
Only in seasons 2 and 3 of My Morphin, really. In most other seasons, the Red Ranger.
Really quickly in this book that I can't tell when it itself was published, but, well, no, it says this edition was first published in 1992.
Wow.
But it said today, as of 650,000 non-Japanese are said to be trying to learn the Japanese language. I feel like that number's been gone up since the 90s.
Yeah, probably.
I'd guess a few million at this point, actually. Some of them are probably excited.
Batista as the Blue Ranger?
I don't know, he feels blue to me.
He doesn't feel like Blue Ranger, though.
Okay, what color does he feel like? He's sitting here like he doesn't feel like Power Ranger.
I don't know.
But he was
doesn't feel like a
Drax.
Blue Ranger.
He can be
Blue
Power
Ranger's a
Ranger.
normal-
Wouldn't Drax be the Green Ranger?
Why would Drax be green?
Because Drax is fucking
That's
green.
He's not green.
His skin is
totally
green.
He's green?
I think
I
so.
thought he was like blue or gray.
I mean, MCU Drax may be a bit more dull, but...
I was gonna say, I'm imagining MCU Drax, considering that's what Batista is.
I thought he was greenish. I haven't watched Guardians in a while.
I mean, maybe he's greenish because he's got that red on him, but I'd say that's like a bluish leaning gray.
Johnny and I are rewatching the MCU,
Comics
but we're not
definitely
that far
green.
yet.
Oh, look, I don't read the comics. Not any with Drax in it, at least. He might have a bit of green to him because he does have that red on him, but
He still looks a bit...
he looks gray.
I think it depends on the coloring, but I think he
He's
is...
probably like
still-
a greenish blue-gray.
And Diamond Stud picks up the win with the belly-to-back suplex.
What color is live action Drax?
Oh, Scott was busted open. His cheeks bleeding.
Oof. And Maryland allowed it?
Well, I mean, it was fairly quick in... Because I didn't even notice it. It probably happened right there at the end.
Does a lot of wrestling still happen in Maryland?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. I don't keep up with all the shows,
And I mean, even though it was technically a rule in the books, I don't know how much it was enforced. I just know they used it for a finish that year. They had Luger get busted open, and he had Ric Flair up in the torture rack, and they had the ref stop the match.
Okay.
I'm not sure it was... maybe he wasn't bleeding. Maybe he just had something on his face. No, it looks like he's got a scratch on his face.
Okay.
Zink's arm would have been around his head coming down on that belly to back. He might have...
Yeah.
Got him with his thumbnail or something.
Okay, apparently James Gunn posted some tweets about this. Because people asked him why he made Drax gray instead of green.
Yeah.
So officially he seems to be gray, but most people say he's gray, but some will say he's got a blue tint, and some will say he has a green tint. And undeniably he has red tattoos. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what James Gunn had to say about this. Because there were enough green people in the MCU, and green is the most difficult color to get to look like actual skin. They tested a lot of colors, and the gray simply looked the best for the character.
How many green people in the MCU at that point?
Hulk and Gamora.
Oh yeah, Gamora.
At least.
Yes.
And they were having deal with Gamora in the...
movie.
Yeah. He's like, no, we got enough green.
2 green people, that's more than enough!
Wait, then somebody else followed that up saying, now I'm wondering about the Gamora skin. How hard was it get to...
Why are you being prejudiced against green people?
What is it? Was to get to
Oh
it
god, but
color
she hopes there's 3
texture-wise.
green people in the MCU. What we gotta do?
Oh, folks.
This is why the
James
MCU is going
James
downhill.
Gunn said it was the worst. A total pain that he almost turned her blue, but couldn't because of Avatar.
It's the return of Oz.
Oh,
Castle
yay!
still comes back.
Okay.
Y'all remember seeing his debut at Super Brawl, right?
Yes.
Kevin Nash, speaking of another major name
That's
during the Monday Night
unforgettable.
War era.
Ew.
What?
So that was an unforgettable scene.
That is Castle Grayskull.
It does look it.
Like, it's not because it doesn't have a skull and everything, but it's a green
They just
castle.
photoshopped the
It
skull
feels like
out.
Castle
That'd be Castle
Grayskull.
Green Skull, though.
Yeah, but the name of Castle Grayskull
It's Castle
is green.
Drax Skull. So anyway, canonically in the comics,
I hope we
he's
never get a full
undeniably
green person in the MCU. Or we may be
James Gunn
doomed.
might quit.
We're gonna be doomed. The MCU's gonna explode.
Wait.
The DCU is gonna have to take over.
Yeah, this is not as elaborate an entrance. They didn't have Dorothy and the Tin Man and everybody, but he still got the
Says
castle
something about Doom
backdrop.
and green.
Well, Doom isn't.
I was gonna say he himself isn't green, but his color palette is green, isn't it?
He isn't green.
Yeah, that's what I was saying though. It's just the green color is associated with it.
No, we're talking about people who are green.
True.
Now, when Kermit joins the MCU, that's going to be a problem.
That's in the problems. Is when they're all green.
Well, to be fair, they don't have to make him look like Skin. He's already green.
Anyway, going back to the Power Rangers.
Okay.
How many do we have? We have Cody is red and Stone Cold is black.
Yeah.
We all
something
going
Cody should be white. He looks like he white is.
Well,
he wears red, white, and blue.
Who would you say
Nightmare
is a better Red Ranger then?
Because Dylan's going not off like outfit aesthetics, but the personal vibe.
True.
And Dylan says that Cody embodies the Red Ranger, which kind of makes sense for Cody.
I don't know
honestly.
that much about the personalities of the Rangers.
Well, the Red Rangers is normally like confident, the leader.
That definitely sounds like Cody.
Yeah.
And the persona he's portraying right now. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, what color would Roman be?
Would he even be part of it? I mean, you can only put so many people in.
I'm not saying he has to be part of this
Ranger.
lineup. Yeah, I was saying he doesn't have to be part of this lineup.
Look, right now we're doing like an All-Stars thing. If we want to do like different eras, maybe.
I was gonna say, to be fair,
Maybe he should. Maybe Roman should be the White Ranger to go along with his political allyship.
Okay.
Okay.
I know nothing about various specialist politics.
Big Ron Simmons, my man.
A lot of them aren't good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then
well, that doesn't make sense, but it's not shocking, unfortunately.
I don't know. I know he and Triple H were at the UFC fight at the White House.
Interesting.
And Roman's certainly a big enough name that he could refuse to go if he didn't want to go. It's not like the company's going to force him to.
Anyway.
Now, if we did have a Green Ranger, I'd say John
How many of the...
He feels like a Green Ranger.
John feels like
he'd be the random.
He could be a red either.
Or the White Ranger.
No, he feels like he'd be that random Orange Ranger.
Nah, he's too goofy to be a White Ranger.
He's goofy enough to be a random Orange Ranger.
At this point, I think you almost need to just pick your 5 or 6 wrestlers and then assign them roles.
There's only one John Cena, so...
Anyway, really quickly, I think...
It's only one of every wrestler!
Oh, that's debatable.
Anyway, really quickly... Fuck! God, y'all!
Look, some wrestlers have actually just been personas to play different people, so... Some are iconic enough to be the one and only. But some of them have the personality that's the same as, like, 5 other dudes. Their aesthetics, their persona might be different, but the vibes are on.
What's wrong with the duct tape?
I opened duct tape.
I just want to say that I know Kevin Nash was not a great wrestler, and he was certainly he was very green at this time, so I guess the tights he's wearing are appropriate. But I think this is a pretty solid big man match. Big power wrestler match between Ron and Big Oz.
Big Oz.
I always enjoyed this match, personally. I mean, it helps that I was a Ron Simmons fan and was really enjoying his run during this time.
He's in my window.
Sitting there waiting.
Just want to get a word in edgewise on my podcast.
Maddie, you haven't suggested any Rangers.
That's not entirely true, but...
I was trying to help.
You give us a suggestion.
Give us some goals. Because I vote... I know we probably can't, but I vote that we split
You still need a blue, pink, and then either yellow or green.
And blue, pink, and yellow are commonly goals, so...
Well, the Pink Ranger should be Bret Hart.
Blue is mostly boys.
Yeah, they've done goals sometimes.
Well, look...
Same with yellow.
I was going to say, wasn't there a time that yellow was like a dude in Sentai but a girl in...
My Muffin.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of male yellow Rangers.
And rip off his
Ninja Storm has a blue Gold Ranger and a yellow Guy Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
But
pink is almost always
pink.
Goals,
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
pretty much always goals.
We need a pink Guy Ranger.
Know.
I did try to ask earlier. I don't remember if I successfully did or not. Was the recent time in the Goal as a Red? Is that the only time you've seen Goal as a Red Ranger?
No, technically,
okay.
Because in the middle of Samurai, apparently, like the main Red Ranger had like a sister or something, and she temporarily took over as the Red Ranger.
Okay.
I don't know the whole plot line there. I didn't watch all of Samurai.
I still hate that.
I'm gonna.
I still hate that they made him beige. Of all, they could have had another Orange Ranger
to make him a White Ranger.
Exactly. They had like 50 other colors to choose.
Yeah, they were original costumes too. Not like they had to take it from Sentai.
Beige was one of the worst colors to choose.
Yeah, just not good.
No.
Also, the costumes are kind of plain in general.
I don't remember those costumes.
I haven't watched these.
Wait, does that mean they didn't have a pink at that point?
I don't think so.
That sucks.
But I've heard the actual season is good. Apparently, the Black Ranger loses his arm in it. Of course, it doesn't get chopped off. It's like a magic, boom, explosion, my arm. It magically poofed away.
Oh my gosh.
They don't have to chop off someone's arm and kick shit like that.
Yeah, I know. Not in Power Rangers. Not in Power Rangers.
But honestly, I hope.
No, if it was an American Gold movie,
stuff
they
like
do
that
it.
too. Yo, if in the reboot I can see a Power Rangers arm get chopped off, I will pay more $1 billion to watch it.
You're gonna be in debt for the rest of your life.
I didn't say $1 billion, I said more billion. I always say more billion ever since the fucking Morbius memes.
Okay.
Apparently in the comics they actually added it's Morbin time as a joke.
I hate that. Did it flop again?
Huh?
So did it flop again?
They haven't released the movie again.
Oh. I just know they were talking about it at one point.
I don't. They re-released it once because of all the memes, and of course
did
it flopped.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Did it flop again?
Yeah, it flopped twice. Obviously. Okay. So anyway.
Kevin did not take that bump. Well, here we go. Let's try it again. Ron made sure he took the bump.
A little cartwheel out of the
Looking
wing.
for this Power Rangers team the whole
And
show.
into the barriers.
We still only have 2 people. For
At the
this team.
concert I went
Yeah,
to
those
recently.
I was gonna say those sort of bike rack barriers. That's what that's what I grew up seeing. Then WWF eventually adopted the all black barricades.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of barriers they had actually like for the concert, but outdoors when people were leaving they had that style of barricades, and as we were leaving they were having to actually move the barricades out some because the crowds are getting too big after so long.
Yeah.
This is
a lot of people.
Oz is holding up his hand. This is the traditional test of strength in wrestling. The guys would lock hands. One would overpower the other. Sometimes guys would pull a suplex out of it, like tuck their head under the other guy's arm and flip him over.
He's so short.
Only compared to Kevin Nash, who's like almost 7 feet tall.
But he's so tiny compared
He's not
to
short.
Kevin
The
Nash.
other guy's is tall.
I'm sure Ron's at least 6 feet tall, if not taller.
I don't know how tall Ron is.
Look
I
at
didn't
them
meet him.
hands. They're hugging too. The best friends.
But Kevin's pushing 7 feet, so anybody's going to look short compared to him, unless you're the Big Show.
Next to him. Is he still alive?
Who?
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, both these guys are still
Cool,
alive.
I need to go find out where I can meet him. I need a picture. I need to see how tiny I'd be next to him. And, I'm relatively tall. Not that tall. I'm right in between Sabrina Carpenter and Taylor
You're the
Swift.
shortest person on the podcast.
Shut up.
It's true.
I'm also probably the person with the least testosterone on a normal day.
Odd comment, but...
I was trying to be the most polite to one of the people in the room.
I literally take medicine.
Yeah, I said on a normal day, but I was trying to be
I take it every day.
Without medication.
Wow!
I know, you get to take medication to block the testosterone.
Well,
I have to take medication to give me more
See, Ron did
estrogen.
exactly what I said. He tucked his head under Kevin's arm and flipped him over in some kind of a suplex variation.
Yeah, I just don't understand the science as to why. I mean, I guess because it's complete blockers by why something to deal with lowering testosterone medications wouldn't work for PCOS.
Oh.
Okay,
I don't understand the science.
You don't have to have a lot of testosterone to be tall, necessarily.
No, but I was trying to say that people born men are typically taller without actually saying that.
There's plenty of short dudes.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
There's plenty of tall women,
definitely.
Too, so.
There's no guarantee, you're this gender, you're going to be this height. I'm just saying more commonly.
Skill issue personally.
I mean, she's taller than her mother and her grandmother, so...
Facts.
I mean, both my AMAB friends are also shorter than me, so...
Nice.
I'm just saying, I'm just extremely tall.
I mean, to be fair, Johnny's probably going to be taller than all of us.
Very possibly. We shall find out.
There was a chance.
There's still a chance.
He's got to peak at 5 feet.
Oh boy. Short king.
He's already almost as tall as your mother.
Yeah. Oh, he's creeping up on me.
She is short, but I mean...
She is short. She's even short for a woman, technically.
Oh, I know how
she's average height.
Is she?
She's like 5'3".
I thought she was only 5.
But that, at least at one time, that was average
That is average height for a woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Dawn.
And average height for men is closer to 5'9" to 5'9".
It used to be 5. It was like 5'7" or 5'8". At the time, I had the 5'3" statistic.
I was gonna say every... You know what? I'm not even gonna say it at this point.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. I can say it, and it can still be accurate without including you in the statement. Every man I know personally that I also know his height is around 5'9".
Marcus is taller than that. Marcus is taller than me.
I don't know Marcus's height. I hardly even know him personally at this point.
I think he is anyway. I think he was taller than me last time I saw him.
Probably. I do remember him being fairly tall.
He's not I don't even think he's 6 feet, but I'd say he's probably 5'11".
I'd say there's only a couple inches there. Most.
4 inches. Well, I don't know. I'd have to, measure myself.
Aren't you about 5'9"?
I'm somewhere between 5'7" and 5'9".
I thought you were about 5'9".
Ron just picked up the win there with the shoulder block. Well, I always thought when I measure myself at home, I'm between 5'8" and 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
So I usually just say one of those when I feel like saying my height.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 years ago when I went to the doctor, they measured me at 5'7".
Interesting.
At least that's what they put on my, on the report for the visit.
Interesting.
When I went to the doctor just a month or so ago for my physical, the nurse read off. She said 5'8"3/4". So that's a big swing, unless I was like 5'7" 3/4".
Well, you have more evidence of 5'9" than anything else.
But to be fair, I have been doing like hangs, like the exercise where you just hang. So maybe I've stretched out a little bit.
I haven't noticed it, and I'm like the same height as you, almost exactly.
But we're always close, so I mean, if I added a little bit there, you might not notice.
Dang, together we're like right at the same height.
Well, quickly, Ron Simmons' height is 6'1".
Yeah, so not a short man.
No.
Same height as my dad.
But short compared... He was 6'1".
Yeah.
He was 6 feet.
Yeah?
Look, I was only 7. So...
7 feet!
No.
You're a big child.
Which is very big. Damn, 7 feet at 7 years old? I did. Life got too stressful
like
after then.
Benjamin Button syndrome.
Shit, I'm gonna be tiny by the time I die.
How do you grow so much and then shrink so much in such a short span of time?
It's almost been 20 years, damn it. Oh, dear God.
Yeah, by the time how'd you grow 7 feet so quickly?
It's almost been 20 years since I was 7 years old.
Yeah. Not quite. I got a couple years.
Right now we've got the WCW top 10.
It's been 18 years.
The top 10 rankings for WCW at the time. I liked when they did this. It kind of gave it a
someone named Johnny B. Bad is at number 10. You do not have a good top 10.
Oh, Johnny B. Bad was great. Y'all saw him debut at Super Bowl.
That's a terrible name.
Ron,
Yo,
Diamond
he's
Stud,
Johnny. He's bad. He be
Gigante.
bad.
I assume it's a reference to Johnny B. Good.
Yeah. And he was doing like a not Richard. He was doing like a little Richard impression.
Interesting.
A lot.
Bobby,
That's
television champion, Stunning Steve Austin.
Some of them.
A lot. I mean, at this time.
Sting.
Was Doink around at this time?
Who?
Doink.
No, this is about 2 years before Doink.
Oh, wow.
Like even Stung Steve Austin, that's a little goofy.
That's one of the better ones.
Yeah, but still.
Like, you don't want just Steve.
It's one of the bad ones, but still a little goofy.
But...
Are you talking about Sting or Steve Austin?
Stunning Steve Austin.
Because Sting's real name is Steve Borden.
Yeah.
Apparently I found out...
I didn't even mean Steve as in him. I just meant Steve as a basic dude's name.
I found out recently, too, at least if the information reported on one of Jim Cornette's podcasts was accurate, that the wrestler Sting actually owns the trademark to that name, and he licenses it back to the singer Sting for $1 a year.
That's cool.
I mean, because technically Sting the singer had it before Sting the wrestler, but I guess he never trademarked it.
Always trademark your unique name.
ABT, always be trademarking.
Gotta go trademark because y'all quickly.
This is the matchup of the Rock and Roll Express, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, longtime rival to the Midnight Express. Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton. Robert Gibson had been out with a knee injury for the better part of a year.
Oof.
And Ricky Morton turned heel right before he came back, and they set up this feud when he turned on him.
Oh my God, that hairstyle.
Ricky's or Alexandra's?
I guess Alexandra's.
Yeah, the Terry
and the outfit.
Terry Boatwright, I think. We talked about it before. She was the makeup artist in WCW, and then she portrayed Alexandra York, and then she hooked up with Cody's brother Dustin.
Oh, okay.
In real life, and would go to WWF with him when he was Goldust, and she would be Marlena.
To fight him.
Yeah, well, it's a grudge match. Right? This is how you would start a grudge match. If you're having if there's a real intense personal feud, you wouldn't come in and just casually lock up. This is how you would start. It makes perfect sense.
Anyway, I was going to say, the colors, red and pink, do go together, but they chose the worst shades of red and pink to try to pair. And those did not go together.
I was running away. He did not want to be in that ring anymore.
Nope. If you see that they have yellow and blue, what do they have on the other sides?
The this year's Great American Bash tour. The first house show I ever remember going to was part of this tour. Pretty sure my parents took me to some house shows in our hometown when I was little. I don't remember any of that. So this is the previous pay-per-view that we watched, Super Brawl. They listed the tour dates. I think I talked about this on the episode we did. And I saw, they're coming to Myrtle Beach. That's only a couple hours from us. I want to go, and it's near my birthday. Let's go do that for my birthday. So that was the first house show I got to go to, and I talked about how the main event between Sting and Nikita Koloff was like 30 seconds long, and it was a fun show overall, but it was kind of a disappointment. And that's the show where I remember you couldn't, it was an outdoor show, but I found out you couldn't bring umbrellas in, not that we were trying to.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys had the match, because, in wrestling, you'd have the same match pretty much on a tour, so every night you're seeing the same matchup. Some variations here and there, but they're having a feud, so they're going to be wrestling at the show. So even though they had the big match here at the pay-per-view, they were still doing the match at the house shows. And I remember sometime after their match, my dad had gone to get a drink or whatever, and he came back and said, how he'd seen them getting into a limo with somebody else. I was, so even though they're feuding, and I mean, don't get me wrong, even then, I knew it was a show. I knew the guys weren't really feuding. I had a much easier time suspending my disbelief at the time and just enjoying the show and not thinking too much about it. But I still knew, but it was still interesting to actually see it. Huh?
So I'm going to apologize for my statement.
Okay. I didn't hear it.
I said it's a men's drama. But I mean, it's not just for men. That wasn't the intention.
A lot of people call it like a male soap opera.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of female wrestling fans too.
Gossip Girl isn't a soap opera, but especially in the later seasons, it borderlines one.
And to be fair, I enjoyed real soap operas.
It's not well written, but
soap operas are weird.
I'm okay with a drama until it hits soap opera level.
Writing for a soap opera's got to be the best job, because you can just write whatever. As long as you can justify it. I mean,
and you can justify it with some dumb reasons.
Okay, what's happening this episode? Hear me out.
So this girl's husband was actually his twin brother, and he died, but the real dude came back, but he also died, but that other guy wasn't actually dead. He faked his death, but it turns out he's married to this girl's best friend.
Hear me out. There's this
and they have some secret children.
Episode. Let's randomly have magic.
You joke about that? but no, Satan's been on Days of Our Lives.
No. Yeah, I was only half joking, bro. I was only half joking.
Wait.
Satan has possessed people on Days of Our Lives multiple times, and there was another NBC soap opera that your mother was really into that I watched with her for time called Passions. There was magic on that soap. There was legitimately magic on that soap.
I'm down if it's like a fantasy soap opera.
There was like a witchy magic kind of lady on that soap opera.
If they want to go
I'm sure they went sci-fi for an episode.
Wiccan vibes.
I'm sure they're like, this episode needs to go to space.
They could. They fucking
could. But there was a whole plot line where people were supposedly getting murdered, but they were actually being kidnapped and taken to a deserted island where they recreated the whole town there.
WandaVision, but more realistic.
It is stupid.
And talk.
It's fun though. It's entertaining. The only problem with me with soap operas is there's never a time for the characters to really enjoy anything. You root so hard for this couple to get together, they get together, and the next episode, one of them's turning or something, or they're starting to have feelings. There's never that any time, and it's it gets tiring eventually. I mean, wrestling is like that to a degree too. Don't get me wrong, but
and in a drama, it is very much something happens every 2 seconds. You root for this couple, they get together, then something happens, but it doesn't go as crazy as
the thing about soap operas is
anything could happen.
Look, something like Days of Our Lives, it's been going a while. They named it
long
crazy stuff, so they don't
60s.
They can't repeat the same plot lines of
radio.
Well, I mean, they had radio programs in the 60s, too, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying isn't it one of the older ones? I could be wrong.
It is one of the older ones, but...
And I assume it just went from radio to TV. It's the same storyline.
To the best of my knowledge.
But they can't just have, regular drama anymore. Oh, no, this guy might be cheating. Oh, no, this person's sick. They're like, alright, we gotta bring in Satan.
Is Bill Apter, the only photographer? Oh, no, okay, there's another photographer. I've seen Bill multiple times.
Did you say Satan has appeared multiple times?
I said I've seen Bill multiple times.
Did you say Satan has appeared multiple times?
Yeah, multiple times.
Yeah.
Multiple.
That's crazy.
Well, when I was a kid, I started watching...
Has Santa ever appeared?
I said I was a kid. I mean, as far as the actual Santa, not that I've seen, but I can't say no. I still... No,
you know what? Days of Our Lives is just somebody playing The Sims.
I started watching Days of Our Lives with my mom when I was let me see, I want to say it was 93, 94 maybe. So I was 12, 13, 14, depending on exactly when. Yeah, 13 or 14, maybe even 15, but that early teens.
So you already jumped in 4 years and...
But I'm saying when I first started watching that Satan, because Stefano Demira, the big villain, who was my favorite character, he was trying to manipulate Marlena Evans because that's the woman he wanted, but she wasn't interested in him because he was the villain. She had her own man. She was with Roman or John or whomever at the time. But during that, Marlena started getting possessed by Satan. And so that was the big storyline when I first started watching. And then I kind of stopped watching Days of Our Lives, mainly just from fatigue, if anything else, because I just can't. It's every day. But your mom still watched it, and within the last year or so, they were doing another. Satan was back. He was possessing Marlena's grandson.
That's so funny.
Really quickly, two things. One, you vaguely watched a little bit of Elle, kind of, and Mom was watching it, right?
I saw bits and pieces, though, because I was in the room.
At least in the first episode or so, they referenced Days of Our Lives multiple times. Elle is, a big fan of it.
Makes sense. Like I said, it was probably the number one soap opera. Because I'd say in the 80s, General Hospital was probably number one. And I think, in the late 80s, early 90s, Days of Our Lives kind of overtook it.
Was Days of Our Lives not on radio?
I thought it was.
I thought it was too, but everything I'm finding, even though I swear I've looked this up before and it said it.
I swear we saw
We have the Days of Our Lives book downstairs.
I swear it was radio, and that we've looked it up and it said it's been on radio, but everything I'm finding now is saying it was never a radio show. That it debuted on NBC or whatever, November of '65. But wait, here's another thing by Encyclopedia Britannica. The broadcast, the TV show, has been almost every single week since 1965. That is old. Not in a bad way, but damn. Initially praised. Okay, see, it says something here, but then doesn't say it later on. Because, see, look, right here. Encyclopedia Britannica, it says the soap opera began in the early 1930s with 15-minute daytime radio episodes, but I click on it and I'm not finding that sentence.
That could be talking about something entirely
It could be, even. But it also mentions... What did it say exactly? That... Okay, I don't know. I thought it mentioned somebody that was involved with Days of Our Lives. Originally concerned... It's set in Salem? A fictional Midwestern suburb. It'd be better if it was in the Salem,
I think it's a suburb of Chicago. It's in that area. They go to Chicago sometimes on the show.
It just says it's a fictional Midwestern suburb.
What's going on in the match right now?
I have no idea.
I think this is the longest match.
Not Satan?
I think this is the longest match on the show. It's about 18 minutes. I thought it was a good match. Like I say, there were no match of the year on this show, but...
Okay.
I thought the matches were all pretty fine. Other than, a stinker here or there.
Okay.
Anyway, I went downstairs. I've got the official Days of Our Lives book right here.
Alright.
Days of Our Lives, the complete family album.
Well, this is still... Okay, I found the stuff, and it's still on the Days of Our Lives page.
Yeah, I don't know.
Saying the soap opera began in the early 1930s with 15-minute daytime radio episodes.
It didn't have, a different title or something, did it?
I don't know. Not that it's saying.
Weird.
The soap opera form was inherited by TV. Yeah, I'm not...
Yeah, this is more about the actual storyline of the show than the production history.
Mm-hmm.
So, not really sure this is going to help.
Okay.
So it's
flipping the book here.
So it's the characters in Days of Our Lives. Is it all the same characters and they change the actors, or have they...
Satan.
Oh my god.
Or has the actual cast of characters changed? A lot.
It
has to change, because people are going to die.
Wait, I'm just saying, they could recast.
Well, that's the same character. That's a different actor.
Yeah, I'm saying, is it the same characters? Or...
Oh, no, they grow. Time passes.
I'm saying, has it
canonically been going
different?
On?
They're not going to recast somebody because somebody aged out. And the funny thing is, children on the show, they'll be born... And there'll be a baby on the show, then maybe there'll be a toddler or something, then 3 years later, they're 16. That's the one area where they do skip. Like the adults all pretty much age into their roles and age throughout their roles. But the kids, they'll be born on the show, and they'll be kid actors for a little while, and then they'll be teenagers and young adult. They'll recast them pretty quickly.
Are there any actors on the show?
And people will get recast just because actors leave the show, or because they... Sometimes when people pass away, the character will pass away as well, and sometimes
but then comes back as their twin brother or something?
They would just recast them...
So is it a completely different group of characters from when it started?
I was going to say, is there any actor that's been there since the beginning?
Well, the actress, the character Julie, she's the one that's... And Julie and the aforementioned Marlena, they're the ones who've been on the longest.
Okay.
But it started with Tom and Alice Horton. They're the matriarch and patriarch of the Horton clan. Those are the two original... The actors have both passed away, and the characters have passed away. But like Alice was on there until pretty much she passed away, and then Julia would be Alice's granddaughter, I think, maybe daughter. But she's the old, and she goes back to like the 70s at least.
Damn.
So yes, the story continues. The characters continue. New people get added, and some people do get recast, and they bring in new characters. But yeah, no, the family just ages along. So yeah, it's like the story of a real family.
So if it continues in like another 50 years, I'll have a whole new group.
Yeah.
Do we think Days of Our Lives is going to end anytime
some of the youngest people on there some of the youngest characters on there would still be on there.
Yeah, but they might be on there a little less.
Focus as much.
They'd have to keep going.
I'd assume they'd focus more on the younger ones.
I'm so curious.
They actually do a pretty good job of mixing in keeping the old ones relevant and mixing the new ones. Unlike the Disney Star Wars movie.
I mean,
to be fair, they have to make stories for everyone. They have a lot of episodes to fill.
I don't want to go back and watch Days of Our Lives to really know it. I just want like some examples, some clips, someone telling me this stuff. I'm really curious of how much certain vibes have changed from the 60s to the 2020s. And just styles and stuff like that. Like the way the show has been the same, but has certain aspects of the story, characters, personalities, how things are represented, changed over that
I'm sure
long
it's changed
of time.
Times,
exactly.
For sure. I mean,
I'm saying like they haven't kept them stuck in the 60s.
Oh no, I mean it takes place in.
Has there been time travel in it yet?
Speaking of the really funny thing, is like holidays too. Like one day on a soap could be 2 weeks worth of episodes could all take place on the same day, but all the holidays match up to our holidays.
Yeah.
So it's like you have Thanksgiving, and then one day the next 15, 20, 30 episodes are all one day, and then suddenly it's Christmas.
Alex asked if there's any time travel ever.
Not that I know of.
I'm shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. They had to keep it somewhat grounded.
I know a different show our mother watches that has time travel.
What show?
The one with like the lake or whatever. Like,
yeah, that's the main conceit of the show.
Which one's the one at the lake?
It's a lake that time travels or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name.
I don't know the name of it.
The Way Home, I think.
Yeah, it's that, I think.
But that's
somehow
they go to a lake and they time travel.
Like
no, I was gonna say somehow I've avoided the show.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's another show.
I know like Heartland and
it's not like just a normal drama that happens through time travel.
With the Walter
Boys. It's about a lake that time.
That's what it's about. Is the time travel. That's kind of the focus.
Sounds like a really weird show for mom to be watching.
That's all I know about.
No, because it's like a family drama too.
Yeah.
It's
his type of show. Is it happens to have a lake that
anyway, really quickly, I looked up whether or not any current actors were from like 65, etc. And I did find that the last original cast member passed away in 2010. That their last appearance was in 2007.
Could you imagine as a young adult being cast for a show, and then like 60 years later, they're like, "We need you back for another episode this week," and it's like, okay.
So how do they film Days of Our Lives? Because, like, a lot of shows that I'm familiar with, they film a lot at once, and then they have the season premiere at whatever point.
Yeah, it just keeps going. They film a lot.
I was going to say, but, like, Days of Our Lives comes out almost every single week.
Days, and they probably don't spend as much time getting the scenes as some shows might, let's do a reshot and pick up different angles.
They've just had forever at this point. They have like a dedicated lot at this point.
Yeah, that's another reason actors will
they bought a house for the show.
Leave the soaps for a while because it's a commitment. It's a grind. You're on it a lot.
It's like the ship of Theseus or whatever before set. These are keep.
I do imagine they could commit some really long days to maybe a few months at a time and have enough episodes to take a break.
There's also very few scenes where everybody in the show's in it.
Yeah.
So certain actors, they
might get a week off
and they have some days off.
Yeah.
And then they film the other actors' scenes. So
I wonder how much those actors are paid for such a show.
I mean, I don't think.
I imagine the pay's got to be decent.
I'm sure they make enough to make a living as an actor just for doing the show. I don't think it's as high a pay grade as like a super highly rated sitcom, and certainly not as movies. But
look, at least once you're in the show, you have a good job. You're gonna have this forever.
You're sitting here like, hey, I could do this for the rest of my life. You could kill me off like 3 times and I could come back.
You're on the rest of your life. Easy.
You don't have to worry about still going on in the ring here. Like I said, this is the longest match. Yeah, but if you're actually sitting watching the match and you hear the commentary in the crowd, I don't think it drags. I think it's a good, solid match.
Didn't on a previous episode of the podcast I say something about wanting a wrestling soap opera?
Maybe. Is it wrestling already a soap opera?
They have very similar storytelling beats.
The thing is, I don't want it to be
wrestling too.
I do, but I don't want it to be a wrestling soap opera. Like, they're not here in the ring during these matches and whatnot, but they are wrestlers and they do get into fights.
But
it's still like a regular soap opera. Like, they're just having a battle royale at the wedding.
Do you think it's canonically the same Satan that has appeared in wrestling and Days of Our Lives?
Probably.
He's getting around a bunch of different shows. Like, why am I
Satan.
here?
He's just getting cast in a bunch of different things. Satan's got to make a living
It's the real
too.
Satan.
Exactly.
They're gonna call him up. 666. Yo, Satan.
Yeah, he's got to make a living too.
Could you imagine walking into like a McDonald's? Actually, I was gonna say,
gosh.
could you imagine walking into a McDonald's and Satan? But that's literally a part of an anime. I'm pretty sure. I've watched that anime. Part of it.
Okay, what's the correlation between Satan and Hades?
It's like the devil is a part-timer or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that sounds like something.
Yeah, I think you know it too. Yeah, the devil is a
Probably.
part-timer.
I don't recall watching it, but...
I'm sure you're about it. Of course, Satan and that is a pretty anime boy, but
Of course.
yeah, it's literally about the devil walking at
It
McDonald's.
doesn't look very satanic.
Well, yeah, because he's a pretty anime boy.
Accidentally ends up in bed with Satan because he's a pretty anime boy.
He has some like dark armor or whatever.
Okay?
That's it.
Okay?
He's technically
That's
the
a
devil.
metal concert!
And he works at McDonald's.
Okay, that's how you refer to the metal concert.
He works at McDonald's.
Oh,
Actually.
McDonald's.
Completely different.
Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, I didn't watch the whole anime. I only watched a couple episodes, but yeah.
I didn't hear what all you were saying, but
Satan working at McDonald's.
also on the show, Ricky Morton just used Alexander York's computer to hit Robert Gibson and pick up the win over his former partner.
Ah.
Yeah, the match is over. We can stop talking about Days of Our Lives.
Nah.
But Jim Mitchell, that's not his real name, but that was his professional name, wrestling manager. He's also known as Daryl Van Horn, which was the name of the devil in the Witches of Eastwick movie, and also the Sinister Minister. He was basically playing Satan in some of the wrestling promotions he was in. And of course, Kane and Undertaker had a lot of sort of occult tie-ins to their characters.
Okay.
Alright, now that the match is over, let's find out Blue Ranger. We still got like 4 more Rangers to find.
Right, I did want to say I looked
How are we
one
that
more
far
thing.
back on Rangers?
Hold on,
We
I
only
looked
have
one.
two.
I looked
We
one
have
more thing
Black
up
Red.
about Days of Our Lives, and then we can go back to Power Rangers. The longest running actor currently still on Days of Our Lives,
It's Julie.
according to this, is Suzanne Rogers playing Julie,
I
who
said
started in '73, and then
I said she was
Deidre
back
Hall
in
playing
Deidre Hall,
Marlena
I said
since
that already.
'76, and then James Reynolds playing Abe since '81.
Yeah. Yeah, Abe was one of the big characters. I miss, like Drake Hogeston, who was John. He passed away in the last couple of years.
I was gonna say, if soap operas were a little less dramatic and over-the-top nonsensical, aka no longer soap operas, but just a really long-running drama, I would like it, because I like the idea of getting to follow these characters.
To
You
be
see them as a kid, you
fair-
see them as a teen, you see all the drama in the teenhood,
But
and then you're seeing them as
to pull
adults
that
and
off
everything.
5 days a week, nearly 300,
Okay, I don't need it
nearly
weekly.
52 weeks a year. It'd be really hard if it wasn't as nonsensical as it can
Yeah.
be. It'd be
So
hard
does
to
Days
keep
of
that
Our Lives
grounded.
have seasons? If it's just been
No.
going every week?
I mean, yeah, every year's a new season, technically, but
Okay.
I mean,
It
just...
has actual seasons.
I mean,
You got
just-
spring, summer, fall,
like-
winter.
like for production. Oh, you mean on the show?
Well, no, I was saying like how a TV show would have seasons.
Yeah,
Now-
no, I mean, certainly for production, it's, season 23, season 49.
Now, if you had a soap opera in the world of something like One Piece, you could go that long.
Yeah, except like
Easy.
4
One
weeks in a
Piece is
row
sort of
just them.
ridiculous, too, when it comes right down
Yeah,
to
but
it.
you
It's
have to
not
go as
really
ridiculous.
It's-
Like, come on,
It's-
One Piece is
It is
fairly
just them getting
consistent.
McDonald's together or something.
He's a stretchy rubber band boy. It is not fucking grounded in
Yeah, he's
anything.
also a god, maybe, but it's not that ridiculous.
no, because then you end up with the full episode still, an extra of them probably.
Fabulous
You end up with
Freebirds,
Dragon
the
Ball
U.S.
getting
Tag
driver's
Team
license.
Champions.
Yo, that's
also-
an amazing
Yep.
episode. Fuck you.
Okay, yes, American flag bandana again.
Yeah.
Not again, but American flag again.
Fabulous Freebirds and Badstreet, whom we saw
I
in the
don't like the
previous
Badstreet
pay-per-view.
outfit.
We saw the Fabulous Freebirds win the U.S. Tag Team titles that they're still carrying, and the 3 of them are also the 6-person tag team champions. Although this is a 6-person tag team match, but it's
Oh my
not for the
God.
6-person tag team championship.
He's got a jacket and pants with a terrible crotch.
With a terrible plot.
Michael Hayes with a terrible crotch. That's of course
like some sort of
Brad
prophecy thing.
Armstrong under the mask as Badstreet.
Oh my gosh, they both do.
Which we mentioned on our Super Bowl episode. Fuck!
What wine with crotch?
Splotch.
You will find a splotch on your terrible crotch.
Swatch. That's a bad swatch on that crotch.
On that terrible crotch.
Dustin Rhodes.
Yes, Cody's half brother.
Nice. Half brother.
Tag teaming with
Well, I guess
the
this is the 90s.
with the What?
What?
You can't have a half brother nowadays?
No, I was thinking this was too long ago to be his half brother. That he wasn't that old.
I guess this is the 90s.
I think Dustin's about 10 years older than Cody, at least.
And that's not the craziest age gap. So yeah, it's like, oh yeah, this is the 90s.
Brothers,
And Cody's not like my age. He's probably closer to your age.
He's closer to my age.
Those classic 90s half brothers.
Does he fall in between you and my friend?
Yeah, Cody's probably like mid to late 30s.
I wasn't sure how to spell Cody for a second.
Okay, I'm just
He's 31, born in 85.
He's a little older than I thought.
He's older than Taylor Swift.
So he would have been 6 at this point.
Okay.
And Dustin's at least 22.
Okay. Hold on, I'll look
So
up
yeah,
Dustin.
there's a big age gap between them.
Relatively. 22 minus 6 is
16.
So not quite as much as between me and Johnny. What?
That took you a while to figure out.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's a little
I
embarrassing.
had to do minus 2 and then minus 4.
But you know 12 minus 6.
It's 6.
I will say, at least the Freebirds have.
The other way was easier.
At least the Freebirds have American flag gear here instead of the Confederate flag gear. That
I mean,
they've
yeah,
worn
that's
several
better.
shows.
Yeah.
But they could have still had better crotches.
Of course.
This is
You know,
probably-
that guy's smart. He doesn't have American stars on his crotch.
See, I want to say, I think Dustin's wearing American flag boots, though. Look at the cowboy boots. They're at least red
Boots
and
are
blue.
fine. Cowboy boots are fine.
But,
Boots don't go on your crotch.
Dustin... Dear God, Dustin was born in 69. Which, yeah, 16 years, I guess. Currently 57.
man, I nailed that.
You did.
Okay, I'm just saying, if we have a Green Ranger instead of a Yellow Ranger, top
Instead
2
of...
picks
Oh,
would
green
be
bonus.
Cena or Ray. Mysterio.
For green.
Yeah, they both feel like the Green Rangers.
Gray would be the random purple one.
None of them.
I don't like either of those. Both of them are random
purple.
ones.
Do you know how many purple Rangers there's been? Like 1!
If you're going to have a purple
Same
ranger,
with mine.
you could do Rhea Ripley.
That's true. See, we could have a female purple ranger.
Like the wild first purple ranger that's a wolf, and it's all.
Okay, great. So John Cena and Rey Mysterio are the runoff Power Rangers.
Why do you keep pulling these wrestlers and what off?
Because honestly, Cena feels like a runoff spot.
They both feel like they could fit green.
I just want to point out, this is my favorite match on the show, I think. I always really liked this match.
Nice.
I always liked the good 6-person match, and I thought this was a pretty damn good one. It didn't get a very high rating, at least from Meltzer and The Observer, but...
It would be a terrible gimmick, but I want to see somebody who would come out wearing, not a Bumblebee costume, but like, I don't know, Bumblebee clothing.
I should just...
From or the
The animal.
animal.
Really?
That is best
wait,
way.
a bee?
Yes.
You mean like the killer bees from the WWF in the 80s?
I don't know anything about
They
them.
actually had masks even. They
Okay,
had like
okay.
they had like the black and yellow.
Show me a
stripes.
picture. My phone's almost dead.
What if Phantomus came out to wrestle? I am Optimus Prime.
Optimus and
I
Bumblebee
am
in the
Optimus
ring.
Prime, and I will kick
Wait,
your
why would
ass.
Optimus Prime and Bumblebee be wrestling though?
I don't know. It's all a tag team.
Okay, that's fair. It could be a tag team.
Cash.
I wonder how. Okay.
Even Transformers need to work at McDonald's. With Satan.
That's on a YouTube series. I'm gonna badly animate it.
We're making a thumbnail for this episode.
No. Oh no.
Because
I think I'm in charge, but I'm not drawing Satan and not Power Rangers. Transformers looking at McDonald's.
you don't want.
The masks are too much.
You don't want Satan.
The
Sometimes
briefs
they
are kind
wrestle
of
with
what I
masks,
was
sometimes
thinking
they
though.
didn't.
I like the jackets. I like the jackets.
Can you believe
with the
this? She
briefs.
doesn't want to draw Satan and Transformers at McDonald's.
Like I see the
I
image,
figured
but
if she was going to draw anything, I figured she'd draw the wrestling Power Rangers.
I was like, I'm gonna give you like a sketchy watercolor vibe, not like metallic Transformers vibes.
But yeah, she's done a lot of thumbnails in a row. She was supposed to have this week off. Other than
Kind
just
of.
doing
I was gonna make
she was
the
going to do
font.
the logo.
I mean, with
for us.
photoshopping them into McDonald's would be way easier.
It'd be easier.
Well, Gabby, if you want to give me, if you
Oh,
want
it's your thumbnail week
if you
now.
want to show me what you got,
I'm not saying I'll do
consider
it, but maybe.
I'll do the logo. You'll do the image.
I'll consider it.
Okay.
Really quick, I was trying to say, since we usually use Dave Meltzer's Wrestling Observer as an example of how the matches were received at the time and his star ratings, we should just catch up. The opening Scaffold match got -3.5 stars.
Yeah.
The Diamond Stud Z-Man match got 1 3/4 stars. Ron Simmons and Oz was a dud. And then the Battle of the Rock and Roll Express that we just saw got 1.5 stars. I completely disagree with 90% of that. I think the Scaffold match was... Okay, the Scaffold match was a dud. Which a dud, for the record, comes between, like, a quarter of a star and negative stars. It's like 0, basically.
Negative fucking stars.
I'd say Z-Man and Diamond Stud was at least 2.5.
Okay.
I'd say Ron and Oz was 2.5 to 3.
Yeah.
And I'd say the Rock and Roll Express was, maybe 3.5.
I don't like those boost trunks, whatever they're called.
On the Young Pistols?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like.
Well, again, before this, they were the Wild-Eyed Southern Boys, and they had the Confederate flag on
okay, well, this is an improvement from that.
on their gear. So.
It's still not giving good
and
vibes.
they wore like
to me.
gray. They wore like the gray Confederate soldier jackets and hats.
Isn't that a Confederate soldier and Percy Jackson?
And for the record, also, this match gets 1.25 stars, which again, this is probably my favorite match on the show. I think this is at least a 3-star match.
Okay. I wanted to also.
I mean, I'm not going to ask y'all to judge it now because we're talking over it, and we don't have the crowd and the announcers, and all that adds to it. So, but I mean, overall, this has been a good show. This has been a good wrestling show so far. It's been solid.
I want to say the guy in the bandana. His bandana looks really long.
That's the one-time Sir Oliver Humperdinck. At this point, he was Big Daddy Dink.
Okay.
He was the road manager for the Freebirds, so he could come out there with them.
How long that bandana is?
Yeah, but he's just the way he's got it tied.
How do you tie it that long?
He doesn't have it folded over as much as I do.
Squeaking?
Such a...
You know, so Alex just... It's really long. This is also an elimination match, too. It's not just a 6-person match. Or a 6-man tag team match. They don't call it 6-person matches.
Okay.
If it happens to be women, they'll call it 6-woman tag team match. And if it's in Mexico, they'll just call it a trios match.
Okay.
So, I don't know what that bump that Brad tried to take there was, but it didn't go well. Brad, legitimately, though, was one of the best workers in all of wrestling at this time.
Okay.
Also dead now.
R.I.P.
Oh. The only one in this match that I know...
Welcome to wrestling.
I mean, Big Daddy Dink might be deceased. I'm not sure. But everybody else in this match is actually... No, I take that back. I think Tracy had cancer not that long ago. Tracy might actually be...
What's the last name?
Smothers. He might have passed away recently. But Dustin's still alive, as far as I know. Steve Armstrong's still alive. Michael Hayes...
He unfortunately passed away in 2020.
Michael Hayes is still one of the big creative guys in WWE. As far as I know, Jimmy Garvin's still alive. Brad is deceased, like I say. Oh, also, I mentioned this on Super Bowl, but I should bring it up again for anybody who hadn't watched. Brad Armstrong, the masked Badstreet there, is the brother of Steve Armstrong, who I believe he's assaulting on the outside now. I think that's Tracy Smothers. But one of the Young Pistols is Tracy Smothers. One is Steve Armstrong, and Steve Armstrong is the brother of Brad Armstrong. Both of them are sons of the legendary wrestler Bob Armstrong, and also brothers with Scott Armstrong, who was and may still be a referee with WWE, and Brian Armstrong, who's better known as the Road Dogg from DX and the New Age Outlaws. Okay, we're not going to have a tape battle here, because if we are, I'm going to win, because I have a big roll of duct tape right here.
That is true.
A brand new roll.
Hey, she put tape on you.
Oh, yeah, I had to pass that along, sorry.
I think
anyway, who else did you say was, no, please don't do that. Please, Father.
I just made the cat jump. I'm sorry, Mira.
What did you say? It was in this match that's no longer around?
Giant piece of tape.
I said that Brad Armstrong is dead.
Uh-huh.
Badstreet. I said Sir Oliver Humperdinck, the guy on the outside with the bandana, he may well be deceased.
From my research, he died in 2011.
I like to say, obviously, he was a manager. He was older. He wasn't a current performer.
You know, I see a fun, quote-unquote, parenting hat, a fun seeming one. But they use packing tape, not duct tape. But you put it on the wrist, but the other way, so the sticky side is up. And then you go on a nature walk, and they pick flowers and things like that and stick it to it and make little bracelets that way.
So nobody's been eliminated from the match so far.
Dad's sitting like, so that sounds like the dumbest thing you've ever said. What?
I think we need a female wrestler.
Yes, we do.
I suggested Rhea Ripley if you're going to do a Purple Ranger. But if you're not going to do a Purple Ranger...
A Purple Ranger would be a
What is the pink Kuiper Gully wrestler?
I think we should pack out 6
It's Tiffany Stratton, but I don't think no offense to her, she doesn't belong in the class of the rest of these wrestlers.
Nobody said she belonged with the other wrestlers. I'm just saying pink is her aesthetic.
Well, we're all doing a fair bit of popular wrestlers here.
I'm not saying she's unpopular, but she is not of the status of the all-time
The thing
greats,
is, my friend hates her. I think she's so fun. Annoying, yes, but fun. And definitely a pretty aesthetic.
There's like an all-star cast.
You could do Charlotte. She could be the Blue Ranger or the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah, blue works.
She's worn a blue.
Can we modify it instead of like the cyan kind of blue color that'll go? We'll go with the North Carolina blue for her.
No, she'd be fine in like the royal blue. She's worn that royal before. Yeah.
I don't know what blue you're talking about.
Royal blue would be the darker blue, but I was thinking the light blue that they put the goals in.
Well, I was thinking about just the blue that the frickin' Blue Power Ranger usually is.
But the goals I always see are in light blue.
There's some lighter blue ones, but
I was gonna say dark blue isn't goalie enough for them.
Like bad acting Billy. Look, I know he suffered on the show apparently behind the scenes, and I'm sorry for that, but his acting is not good.
I don't even know who we're talking about.
Talking about Billy from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh. I like Billy.
Well, he's a bad actor, at least based on what I've seen on that show.
Okay, I was going to say, the actors in Gossip Girl,
It's Jungle
great.
Fury that has the purple one. I said Wild Force earlier. I'm stupid. I'm losing my Power Rangers license.
Damn. Not even like, oops, I made a mistake. Like, oh no, I've ruined it all.
But the light blue isn't always goals and
Well, that's the goals I've always seen.
stuff.
You're not showing me enough Power Rangers, damn it.
Well, you see here, like this
That's light blue, yeah.
Yeah, but that's a guy.
Okay, but have they ever put the goals in a dark blue?
I don't know all the gold Power Rangers.
That's what I was saying. If we're not going to suddenly put Charlotte in the guy's dark blue, we'll put her in a light North
put on
Carolina
a dark blue.
I mean, we can, but I was imagining light blue because that's the goals I've seen. Like I said,
can't be the only.
You're not showing me enough Power Rangers. We've established this. Oh man, no, we all have plans tomorrow. We'll have to make plans another night. For Power Rangers. We're watching My Little Pony and having homemade Bojangles.
Nobody needs to know that.
Oh, yeah, they do. Because now they need a comment asking for the recipe for the homemade Bojangles.
Oh, the referee, Randy Anderson, he might be deceased.
Oh, damn. Wait, what was his name?
He had cancer, Randy Anderson.
All these people with cancer.
Yeah, fucking cancer, man. I mean...
What's his last name?
Anderson.
Yeah, I know. Cancer sucks and, like, everything gives it to you.
Well,
and unless you're super fucking rich, you're almost guaranteed to end up with it. And even if you're rich, you can't fucking defeat it.
That's a bit of a stretch, but, especially...
Yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch.
Especially since COVID has been around. That's made lots of cancers even more common. Repeat COVID infections, so...
Cancer has been really, really common.
There's a dark blue Power Ranger. And no, that's just from a mobile game.
Did you get the info about Randy?
I was going to say, that's just Chun-Li as a
Did you get the info about Randy?
Yeah, just loaded up. He died in 2002.
Yeah, ironically enough, childhood friends with Arn Anderson... Although Arn Anderson's real last name is not Anderson. His name is Marty Lundy.
Interesting. So anyway,
also
you just showed
Leonardo from Ninja Turtles.
Anyway, you showed me a mobile game, Chun-Li as Power Ranger. That does not count.
Blue Pride and
Last I
Prejudice
checked,
Ranger,
Charlotte... What? Pride and Prejudice Power Rangers? Show. I need. But last time I checked, I don't think Charlotte has a specific blue connected to her, does she? I'd assume the closest relation to an actual blue associated with her would
I'm thinking of like the dark blue, like the robe that she wore that's like based off of Rick's robe.
I was going to say, the only blues I can think of would either be with her father or
a regular
with the state.
blue or like a dark blue.
I was thinking like the light blue.
Pride and Prejudice Rangers, what? Apparently one-off things in the comics. I know nothing about them.
I'm reading about them now. Commentate on the match. Something's happening. In some terrible pants.
Tracy with the knife-edge chops coming out of the corner. Michael takes him down with the big left hand.
Yeah, I don't got comment.
And then a strut from the fabulous Freebird. Badstreet claps his approval on the outside as Michael shows off to the crowd. He better pay attention to Tracy, though. Picking him up now. Got him in the DDT position. This could be the... No, Tracy with the backdrop. Gets out of it. And now collapses before he can make the tag. Dustin and Steve both extolling him to get in the corner. Yes, he makes the tag to his partner, Steve Armstrong. And Steve Armstrong comes in like a house on fire. Irish whip Michael Hayes into the ropes. Big high back body drop. Drop kick to Jimmy Garvin, who sticks his nose in. Badstreet comes in and gets a drop kick of his own. And now double noggin knocker on the Freebirds. And Dustin comes in to help even the odds. Jimmy Garvin to the outside. Dustin follows him. Double teamed now by the Young Pistols. Shot to the body.
Okay, anyway, reading this now. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to do with them. There's very little information on this. Yeah. But they're referred to as Posh Rangers, and the pink one is the only surviving member.
Well, did they all die?
I guess! Like, their worlds were absorbed by somebody.
Alright.
But it says that the pink one is the sole surviving member, but I just want to say if I was Power Ranger, that pink one is 100% what I'm going for. I love those
darker
outfits.
blue female ranger too?
I guess. But this is again comic. Show me the shows.
Oh, rather than on the show.
Exactly.
In the show, they're all light blue.
They're all light blue.
Also light blue male rangers.
Oh, double DDT.
Yeah, but the males also show up in dark blue. The girls don't.
The girls can show up in dark blue
They could, but they haven't.
And there's our first elimination of Steve Armstrong.
I still hate that
after the double DDT by Michael Hayes
I hate all
and
those
Badstreet.
outfits. None of them are good.
I say we
Michael
just
dumps Steve off the top, over the top, and Randy Anderson saying he's disqualified for the over-the-top rope throw. Michael's protesting that he was just ducking. But the referee's decision is final, and Michael has been eliminated. We are back to 2-on-2.
Yo, wait, I need to go look at the Paladin Rangers. I assume
Paladin Rangers?
One-off comic things, but I need to look.
Yeah, Dad was saying this dark blue.
Yeah, that looked great for Ranger color.
Seeing as I have only ever seen a female Ranger in light blue, I still think a North Carolina blue looks perfect for her too.
You're very quiet right now.
Yeah, 'cause
Why are you saying the female Rangers have to be
and it's not like she doesn't wear light blue.
Why are you being sexist?
I'm not being sexist. I'm basing it on.
They can be in any color they want.
Sure,
God.
I'm just going based off of what they've been.
God. So anyway, how about Blue Ranger? Who'd you say, Charlotte?
I said Charlotte could be the Blue Ranger.
Yeah.
I feel like we still need more gold.
Alright, so we still need a yellow or green.
And a pink.
But I also said Charlotte could be the Gold Ranger too. Or the Yellow Ranger, I'm sorry.
We already have one blue. We don't have enough time to switch Rangers.
And I refuse to go with Alexa Bliss.
We still got like an hour plus of this show.
I can't think of any.
And Dad says we need to make a male Pink Ranger.
No, I just said the first wrestler that comes to mind when I think of Pink is Bret the Hitman Hart.
I mean, that's possible.
I mean, yeah, it's accurate, but I won't.
Can anyone think of any good Yellow Rangers?
No.
I can think of some good green ones. Like I said, I think John Cena and Rey Mysterio were both good green.
Because, like I say, most of the female wrestlers come to mind when I think Pink are not like upper echelon wrestlers.
I can't think of any good Yellow Rangers.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go Natty if you really wanted to.
I say because forbid a pink girly wrestler is among the top.
Well, like I say, when I think of the
Natty
top
has
female
Pink.
wrestlers of all time, I don't necessarily think of Pink with them. Damn, that was a high kick by Brad. Dustin's like 6'6", and he got him right in the face. And Brad's like 6'1", maybe. Double axe handle off the top rope by Badstreet.
What wrestler is this? Hold up, it's taking a minute to load. That one.
That's Bianca Belair, but I don't think of her with...
But yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just saying, I looked up
on
Pink
there,
wrestlers WWE, and most of the pictures, I'm getting her, Bret Hart, and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
But no,
it seems like you guys are. It seems like you guys are doing like top tier.
I wasn't trying to. I was trying to go with ones that matched the vibes.
I'm trying to go with pretty high tier wrestlers.
Somebody else over here decided it had to be the top ones.
Well, I mean, if we're making an all-stars team.
Well, we're just making a wrestling team.
Yeah, and obviously gonna have popular ones.
Well, we can have more than just popular ones. I mean, all of the ones are coming from WWE and the big.
Maddie, can you think of any good Yellow Rangers?
Brian Pillman was the yellow dog on this show. But, no, seriously. Are we down to just Dustin and Badstreet here at this point? I think we might be.
Oh, darn.
I like the finish, too. Dustin's finishing move at the time was the Bulldog. And he's right here. Bulldog, kick the Big Daddy Dink as he comes in. Ooh. And then Bulldog's going to be the finish. And that dude in the audience is really excited. That guy in the black tank top and the jean shorts, he was
a good
pumped.
finish.
No, it is a good finish. I agree. I like the match. It's my favorite match on the show.
I'm thinking at this point we don't have a Yellow Ranger. I mean, it's a good green.
I mean, Dustin was Gold Dust. I think he could be the Yellow Ranger, but...
I do not want Gold Dust on my power.
I'm not sure. Again, I don't know. I mean, anybody... Well, Ric Flair. He won a lot of gold. You can say the same thing about Cena.
Cena looks very bad as green. If we're doing Cena, he's
the Slim Jim guy, what is his name?
Randy Savage?
Yeah, him.
Yeah. Oh, well, Hulk Hogan, of course, was the yellow one.
I was going to say, would we be willing to add Hogan?
I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't
yeah.
add Hulk Hogan.
So then I meant Randy Savage.
Randy would wear yellow and red sometimes.
Definitely.
Yeah, could go him.
But then again, you did...
Three colors that are goals, and we've decided men are going to be two of them.
Okay, yeah, yellow, green, and blue. And could
I didn't say
any.
green. I didn't say green. I said nothing about green. I was going pink, blue, and yellow because those are the goals I know.
There's 2 blue female rangers in all the shows.
And how many of the shows have you shown me?
Not even those 2. Ninjas.
I've seen at least one of those.
You seen Ninja Storm. Mystic Force, we have not watched together. We may have watched it as like 5, but...
I've seen at least one of those because I've seen them
Ninja Storm.
several times, yeah.
Ninja Storm. There's 2. And you've seen one of them.
Okay, and that's one that I significantly remember. But to me, that is a female Power Ranger.
Wait, folks, we need to pay attention to the show again. This is the matchup between 2 wrestlers we've already mentioned. Johnny B. Bad and the yellow... There's the yellow dog.
Oh my god.
He actually has a dog!
This is, we saw...
A dog. Very cute looking dog. I bet that dog is dead by now.
On the previous major show, the Clash of the Champions...
Why the fuck would you say that?
The Clash of the Champions, which came in between Super Brawl and this show, the Great American Bash, Brian Pillman lost a loser must retire match to Barry Windham. So Brian Pillman is officially retired right now, but he's come back under the mask as the Yellow Dog. So this is Brian Pillman. Everybody knows it's Brian Pillman, but he's the Yellow Dog officially, and he's going to take on the aforementioned Johnny B. Bad. I know y'all are having a little thing over there, but
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to finish so I can hear with the pillow saying that dog's probably dead.
I'm finished.
No, it's back. They have short lifespans compared to
this was
humans.
35 years
Exactly.
ago.
No dog
Yeah,
has
but
ever
you
lived that
didn't
long.
mention it!
Here's Johnny B. Bad, Dylan, whose name you were ragging on earlier.
Weird pink cape.
Pink rings is what it looks like.
What's
Yeah,
he
like I
doing?
said, this is
Teddy
Mark Merrow
Long.
doing a Little Richard gimmick.
You know, Teddy is not a name I hear very often.
Well, his full name is Theodore.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense because usually it's the nickname
Oh,
for
it's
theater.
purple on the outside.
Was Teddy Duncan's first name a nickname for anything?
Who?
Teddy in Good Luck Charlie.
I don't remember.
It's got piano keys on the outside.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of female
Well, again, Little
names,
Richard
but
gimmick.
It's
Little
got
Richard
piano
did play
keys
the
on
piano.
squats
that
too.
would be nicknamed Teddy.
You can play the
Theodore.
piano on his
Yeah, I was gonna say
quads.
Theodosia. Those are what I'm thinking of. The female versions of Theodore. Okay, let's see, nickname. And now, see, if they wanted to do a sequel/reboot of the show, well, they shouldn't do a reboot of that show, but they could do a new Good Luck Charlie. But they're running out of time if they want the same actress who played Charlie in the original show.
Mm-hmm.
But she's getting to be about Teddy's age now.
Of course, you could just recast it.
I mean, they could. But they
Honestly-
could also possibly hire her because she's still acting for what
Honestly,
I've heard.
I'm leaning towards Bear's Pink Ranger.
Fine.
But
Meanwhile, oh my gosh, the
if
actress who
we
played
prefer both, we
Teddy
could get
Duncan, Bridget
gold,
Mindler, she's
yellow,
gone on
and
to
green
do,
then.
like, everything else. She had a brief music career, then she went to law school, now she owns, like, some space company.
It'd be preferable if we could get gold for yellow or green then. But a single
Yeah, no,
female-
Charlotte's just gonna be the only one.
I mean, I don't want to come off as racially insensitive or anything, but I know in at least one version of the Power Rangers, the Yellow Ranger was Asian.
See, I was trying to avoid
yeah.
saying it because I didn't want to accidentally word it in a way that came
Yeah.
off wrongly.
And there were, and Gail Kim, who's currently the wife of Robert Irvine, the Restaurant Impossible guy, she's a pretty well-renowned female wrestler.
Yeah.
Put her in the yellow, but you don't want to be like, oh, she's got to put an Asian in there. But
Yeah.
okay, we just lost feed here, and there's a note down there presenting the most complete form possible due to original production technical difficulties.
Interesting.
I don't recall there being an issue here, but I haven't watched my original tape in a while. So right
Okay.
now we're looking at a black screen with some
Yes.
captions, so that's
Very
interesting. Now I want to go get my original tape out and see if there's an
Yeah.
issue here. Okay, we're back now.
Who's the
That was
second
cool.
most popular female wrestler you know?
Well, I mean, that's debatable, obviously. But I mean, I don't know, because I mean, obviously all time, the greatest female wrestler of all time was probably Mildred Burke, and then,
I have no idea who that
depending
is.
on the era you're talking about, people like Trish Stratus and Lita, Chyna, modern day women, you've got Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, and over in AEW, you've got Mercedes Moné, who's the former Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, it's kind of just like your preference. I mean, there aren't unfortunately, there's just not a big enough history of female wrestling, a solid enough history. There's people that stand out to the degree that people like Stone Cold Steve Austin or Bret Hart do in the men's division.
It's a like but female wrestlers better. You pick who goes in yellow or green.
Well, like I said, Rhea Ripley's like the top dog when it comes to female wrestlers. One of the greatest of all time. But does she belong in yellow?
Why are you whispering?
Because I don't know them.
I mean, she could.
I know the pink girly ones and Rhea Ripley. And Becky Lynch.
I mean, if you're doing like top people, Rhea should be on
Well,
there.
like, Dad did.
She could
I
go,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know if she
Oh, green.
fits 100%, but
I mean,
yeah. I also know the one that I have a Barbie doll of.
in
which
fact,
is
to
pink,
fit more
so-
yellow green. I mean, the most recent Green Ranger was like a tomboyish girl.
Yes.
Definitely, but still feel like
I
she'd
do
fit
want to
more
say Becky
in
Lynch should be
yellow.
green. Let's make the Irish girl green. I mean, I would compliment her red hair.
That's the thing. I mean, we've kind of gone back and forth, too, on like...
Yeah.
I don't want Becky Lynch in our Power Rangers, but...
You pick Alex.
I lost my vote
And
so
of
far.
course, I guess if we want to go, the whole, Asian, we could always go Io Sky or...
I don't think the
Oh,
yellow
I
ranger
love
needs to be
Asuka.
Asian.
But I do love Asuka. And she does
But the
love
color-
bright colors.
I don't know about just yellow. But then again, it's like, are we
See-
going with like the personalities of the Rangers?
I was
or
going to
the
say, she
actual
wears
color
bright
for
colors, generally.
It could be green too.
I was gonna, could we go like a bright green, though?
Sure.
Because bright green would fit her.
I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, the regular green costume is pretty bright green.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bailey... Naomi was wearing the caution tape as part of her outfit. That's
pretty
yellow.
bright green in general.
Yeah, fairly bright green.
Who'd
Maybe
say
not
bright
as
green?
Asuka.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's maybe
I'd
not as
pick
bright
Asuka.
as I'd go for her, but yeah.
I mean, Toni Storm, who was kind of like the big deal in AEW until recently. She has blonde hair. She could be yellow.
I better go Asuka Green. Like Asuka.
Dawn seems to like the idea of Asuka.
Asuka Green.
Hey, this is y'all's thing. I'm just.
Okay,
just
so who
giving
all did we end up
suggestions.
with?
We still need our sixth ranger.
Oh, who's number 6?
What color?
Yeah.
I'd say we just pick someone and then we pick
And then we pick a color.
what fits them best. Now the sixth ranger is always the most special one. So who's that very special
Well,
wrestler?
that's someplace you could slip Ray in.
Oh,
Because he was
yeah.
obviously special.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people we could
What's
put
that
in
castle
there.
for? Cody Red, Stone Cold Black,
Charlotte Blue.
Charlotte Blue,
Oscar
Brett
Green.
Pink.
Red
Os-
Pink.
bread.
Brett.
You said bread.
Brett.
The loaf of bread is pink.
Bread,
That's it.
man heart. Do you want to draw bread as a loaf of bread?
Maybe. Can I do like a slice of bread?
I don't know.
I am bread, Brett Thought.
But hot plays I am bread.
I've lost
His
that.
name. I think we all would.
I'm the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be since sliced bread. I am sliced bread.
So yeah, then who's that? Could be gold, could be white,
any of
could
them.
be purple.
We could go back to one of the one-offs if we wanted to.
Titanium or
We
whatever.
could go back to one of the one-offs if we wanted to.
Yeah.
We could get Cena and has the Orange
and
Ranger.
pretty much any special
I vote
color.
Cena as the Orange Ranger.
I would Cena be.
I'm not
orange.
making...
So I associate him with
Cena's
the
main
color
color
orange.
is green, if anything.
I associate him
Why
with
do
blue
you
and
associate him
orange.
with green? He wore blue jean shorts.
I associate him with blue and orange.
I don't know where you get the orange from.
He's worn orange, hasn't he?
Well, maybe
With his
like
blue?
the accent on his hat and his shirt.
Why do I associate him with green?
Because you had one outfit where he had a green shirt
That's
on.
like his main outfit.
He didn't have a main outfit.
Did he
wore-
wear
wore a
certain
bunch of
grades
different
of
You might
shirts.
hear look how much green he's wearing.
In that picture, yeah.
Is he one of these wrestlers where he did have green for a while, but he also had the blue for a while, and he had the
No, I
denim
feel
for a
like-
while?
Okay, I see
Yeah,
one pic
I
of
feel like
him
he
with
had different
orange.
shirts.
Search up the blue and orange. Because I swear I've seen him wear orange with his blue. And that's what I remember.
There's some orange.
No, like he has his blue shirt.
Yeah,
is
no,
what I'm
like the New York
thinking.
Knicks colors on his shirt and hat. Yeah, I've seen him in that for sure.
So that's why I associate him with orange. Because we put Charlotte as blue.
I have mostly seen him in the green.
Okay, and I remember him in blue and orange. So, even though we've watched all the same wrestling over time.
Like, look at how much green that is.
That is a lot of green options. But we
already have
already
green.
have green,
So-
yeah. We gave green to Asuka.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said you don't want Gold Dust.
I mean, maybe as a six ranger, but
I mean,
No, I'm
we
fine
could-
with that.
we
don't
could
need
go
Gold Dust.
Rhea
We don't
as
need
purple.
Dustin on the team.
Yeah,
we can
no.
go Rhea as purple.
Good.
Rhea definitely belongs. Oh, damn it! I didn't spend $75 on the Rhea Ripley doll.
Who is the greatest wrestler of all time we don't have on our team?
What's the greatest wrestler of
Do you
all
have
time?
Cena on the team? Do you have Flair on the
No,
team?
'cause we're all
Do you have
getting
Shawn
what
Michaels
colors?
on the team?
What color
Got none
Cena
of
should be?
those.
Do you have CM Punk on the team?
It's finding the colors for all those all.
I mean, there's a lot of great wrestlers you don't have on the team. So
Yeah.
you don't have Terry Funk on the team. Yeah, I mean, so
Terry Funk. What?
You're being mildly disowned over there.
Yeah, that happens every podcast.
Yeah.
I get 1% more disowned every podcast. I'm in like the negative 300s now.
look, it's not that you don't know who Terry Funk is just in a vacuum. I get it. You're not a huge wrestling fan. You know,
I'm also really bad at names.
he was retired by the time you were even watching current wrestling. We don't go back and watch that much old wrestling together.
If I saw him, I might recognize
But we
him.
literally watched one of his and Flair's matches on the podcast less than 2 years ago and talked about him right after his death.
remember 2 years ago even.
I mean, it was just kind of a big focus of an episode.
Look, I don't remember a lot of things, man.
Okay, I'm really mad right now.
I'm sorry, because Johnny B. Bad got disqualified.
No, I don't care at all about Johnny B. Bad getting disqualified.
Because Mark Merrow was a white dude, basically in blackface as Johnny B. Bad.
Oh, God.
Lots of bronzer.
No, I'm mad because, they stopped selling her like June 31st or something like that, and I don't see anybody reselling her anywhere.
Who?
Rhea Ripley, the Barbie.
Dawn, you can't get Rhea Ripley and you can't watch Super Sentai.
I
What did
know,
you even do this
right?
July? Play
I just get to
Splatoon
clean my
Raiders in,
room
like,
all
10
July.
days. I'm not sponsored by Splatoon Raiders, but I will be buying it when it comes out.
I'm really mad about this Rhea Ripley Barbie. I hope that's what you've bought for me for Christmas so far. No!
No!
You bought me the Barbie games though, right? Oh my god.
We're backstage right now with Eric Bischoff. I guess he's going in the locker room to interview Missy Hyatt.
My Rhea Ripley Barbie.
Sorry.
It's one of the coolest Barbies ever released.
We tuned in the podcast to hear people whine about the
It wasn't
Barbie
even
doll
actually
they're
a
not getting
Barbie.
for Christmas.
They didn't look at her as a Barbie.
So, on the previous pay-per-view, we saw Missy try to go in the locker room and get chased out by Stan Hansen. Now we've got kind of the reverse where Eric Bischoff, the male reporter, is slipping into the shower while Missy's taking a shower.
I
And
hate
she's
that.
going to... Well, you're not going to see
Is that
anything
a pink
from her.
towel?
I believe it was a pink towel. She's going to start throwing
It's a big
shampoo
pink.
bottles and stuff at him.
Good. That's what he deserves.
Also,
Indeed.
Missy with the dark hair there, she was normally a blonde.
Yeah, I don't think this would pass modern wrestling. I mean, maybe modern wrestling, but generally not modernly.
Why not Modern Wrestling?
They might try to go.
What are they even doing in Modern Wrestling? I remember some years back they had
They
like
talk a
ninjas
lot.
or something.
Florida State.
Didn't they have like ninjas
That was
some
the
years
college
back?
Missy went... Where I think Missy is a Florida State alum. She claimed to be anyway. It's also where Ron Simmons went to college.
Didn't they have
Interesting.
ninjas a couple years back in wrestling?
That was like 2020, yeah, when they were doing some
Yeah.
cinematic matches.
Weird. Wrestling is weird.
I mean,
a lot of times.
I'd rather have weird than boring, and most of it's just really fucking boring.
I mean, yeah.
More.
It's like they go the wrong kind of it nowadays. They don't go weird enough.
They just talk.
Okay,
A lot.
but the some stuff that's
And
wrestling
they're just
that's-
like,
that's-
hey, we're super...
They're being too
Crazy
cautious of not
weird.
going as weird as they've gone before.
We like half the stuff in the Attitude Era, probably. I saw 50%. I was like, what are you doing?
You know, I was thinking about how that probably would not go over well modernly. You want to know something that did not
on
go
the previous
over well
pay-per-view,
modernly?
Big Josh came out with the Bears. Now he's coming out with some ladies.
But not for the same
I don't know if these are the
reasons.
same women who came out with Z-Man, just in different costumes, or... I don't think so.
Theoretically possible
'cause
of wearing wigs.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, because they had different hair color
Yeah.
with Z-Man.
God, they all look like Barbies. Like 1980s Barbies.
That's Matt Bourne playing Big Josh. He's deceased.
R.I.P.
I hate to be so morbid, you know. I'm always on the death count.
Well, you didn't get hit by a pillow for what you said, so...
This is a lumberjack match. You guys know what a lumberjack match is, where you have
on that pillow, I think.
Okay.
a lumberjack match where you have other wrestlers surrounding the outside of the ring, and with the idea that if one of the competitors gets thrown out, they throw him back in, and of course, you know, sometimes the heels will beat up on the baby face, and the baby face will beat up on the heel.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a choice.
Why that guy an executioner?
I mean, it's awesome looking.
It's
The
not
axe-
shocking.
I mean, yeah.
I always like the trunks, and I like the long arm sleeves he has on. I thought that was really cool. I think
You're the lumberjack, and then you're fight executioner. It's axe versus axe.
I think this is Billy Jack Haynes playing Bad Blood. I may be wrong about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a silly gimmick, but I like the look. I like the sleeves. Somebody should bring that back.
Okay. Anyway, you want to know what didn't go over very well modernly, but because it was too modern? The Gossip Girl new series thing.
I
That
know
made
nothing
no
about that.
sense.
I thought you were
and,
going to say something about Gossip Girl in wrestling.
you know, that would make more sense than the relatively modern Gossip Girl. Like, honestly, I'm not mad about it's over. It can kind of fuck off.
Why didn't
Like,
that guy get an axe?
The thing is, it wouldn't have been
He's
a
got an
bad
axe
show.
handle. He comes down to the ring with an axe handle.
Yeah, that guy gets a whole axe. He gets the
Yeah.
handle.
But it
It's
wouldn't
not
have been a
a
bad
fight.
show if it wasn't connected to Gossip Girl.
Wait, so he
It
still
lost
has
the
a mask
Gossip Girl
under his
vibes.
hood. Good. Need to wear a mask and a hood. Very important.
There's
Yes.
Ricky Morton, of course, who's now going by the name Richard Morton, as Bill Apter takes his picture over his shoulder.
I mean, it's a pretty cool outfit.
I see Dustin Rhodes as one of the Lumberjacks, Eaton-News, Bobby Eaton. I see Dick Slater over there on the heel side. Who's got a pretty cool outfit, Big Josh or Black Blood?
The freaking executioner.
Yeah, no, I liked his. I thought it looked cool. I thought he had a cool look.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, an executioner's kind of a dumb gimmick, but
I mean,
It's
yeah,
not
but
the
there's
worst.
been dumber.
Yeah.
I'd argue a lumberjack is maybe dumber.
Dick Murdoch and Black Bart also out there
No,
on the heel
Lumberjack
Lumberjack
and wrestling
side.
kind of go together.
Yeah, and so does executioner. Have you seen the other today?
I didn't say Executioner didn't. I'm
That
just
was-
saying
no.
Lumberjack wasn't stupid.
Terry Gordy literally that was his name, the Executioner. When he came into WWE for a little while as the cohort of The Undertaker, he was the Executioner.
Interesting.
Exactly.
I didn't say that the Executioner wasn't perfectly fine.
But I still think
I'm just
the
saying
Lumberjack is probably a
wasn't
better
bad.
gimmick for wrestling, honestly.
It sounds accurate. It sounds
You're
realistic.
not really going to execute somebody, so...
I mean, yeah.
I can 100% see Lumberjack being into wrestling.
Look, being an Executioner does his day job. Then he goes and wrestles afterwards.
But I like those sleeves. I could take or leave the mask, but I think the sleeves look really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mask is biffy.
It'd
be cool if he could keep the
Well,
Never
if you're going to be
seen
a
it,
masked
but-
wrestler, you're going to be I mean, that's just kind of a choice, so...
Yeah, but like the style of mask.
I think the mask is fine if you're going to be a masked wrestler. What?
I said, have you ever seen The Mask?
Yes.
I have not.
Apropos of nothing, but...
Because I made a joke. Saying that The Mask was fine, but I've
Imagine
never
you could
seen
keep
it.
his hood on, though. The hood is really cool.
Interestingly enough, I just saw a clip on social media the other day of when he was just coming into WCW, and they would do previews like, "Hey, coming soon to an arena near you," and they were showing some clips of Bad Blood. Apparently, that was something he did, at least with the job guys. He'd actually put the Executioner hood on their head before he did his finishing move.
That's
Interesting.
I think he had he did a leg drop or a knee drop or something off the top rope.
That's neat.
Have you ever seen the ropes on the ring? You know how the top of the middle
Junkyard
ropes
Dog, also one of the babyface.
are often different
Lumberjacks.
colors?
What?
You know how the ropes, the top, the middle, and the bottom are often different colors? Have you ever seen it where the turnbuckle or whatever matches the colors of each rope?
I can't remember one way or the other, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Because I know most times when we see them, either they're all the same color, two corners are the same color, the other two are the same color, whatever.
I wouldn't doubt that it's been done, but I wouldn't be surprised if it never had been done either, just because there's only so many wrestling rings out there.
Yeah. But I feel like that's an easy thing to do, relatively.
If you want to, though.
Yeah. And it doesn't seem like an odd thing to do.
But
I feel like it would look better than that when they do yellow on one side, blue on the other side, or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's the opposite
no, I'm not
corners.
crazy about that.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really distract from the match
doesn't.
at all, unless you're just sitting there really focusing on it.
I do like to pay attention to the design and aesthetic of things.
Like, 3 different color ropes, they're fine.
Yeah.
And then, like you say,
Imagine
maybe
the ropes made a panic flag.
at least alternate
You'd have to convince
corners for the
wrestling to have
turnbuckle
pink
pads.
Happy Pride Wrestling.
You'd have to convince wrestling to celebrate Pride.
Yeah, it'd probably be tough.
Yeah.
I feel like
At least WWE
I
wrestling.
feel like at least half the fan base is homophobic.
Oh, yeah, probably. No offense, but... Maybe not half. That
No
might be a
offense to
little
wrestling.
bit. Yeah.
But-
No offense to wrestling fans. Wrestling's cool. There's plenty of wrestling fans that are cool.
Yeah.
But that does seem to be one of the fan bases where it's more common to find that attitude.
Look,
I don't think...
plenty of good people.
I was say I don't think that's fair because wrestling
That's what I was
has a
trying to
very
say.
diverse audience. I think if you really thought about it, any
There's no
any sort of
anyway.
other than flat out just fucking drag shows or something that's decidedly queer, I still think a good majority of the audience is going to pretty much represent homophobia in exact measure of what it is in actual society.
Yeah.
I don't think that wrestling fans are any more prejudiced than any other fan
Probably
bases
not
by
in
any
general.
means, because I think wrestling fan bases are more diverse in general than other
It
forms of sports
is
entertainment.
very interesting how diverse it can be at times.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking in our personal experience. We don't personally know any wrestling fans that are homophobic or whatever.
Yeah.
But just what we've witnessed
But then
on
again, like
social
I said,
media and whatnot, that's more common than the other fan groups that we are personally in.
Maybe, but if you're talking like comic books and shit,
I'm not a fan of any comic book ones.
But I'm thinking things that are going to skew more towards sports, something like football, basketball.
follow
I don't know
sports.
about a lot of sports.
I would
That's the
assume.
thing, we don't follow
I would assume those sports fan bases are going to be split pretty much where society is just
I'm just
naturally
saying,
split.
there's probably less homophobic soccer fans than there are wrestling fans. Homophobic wrestling.
Dude, nobody is no longer in the World Cup.
Yeah, I've heard.
I'm so disappointed.
Miku's stuck in England. We need to say it.
No.
She hates British people.
Why does Miku hate British people?
Some man audio is like, oh no.
Oh wait! We should pay attention to the finish of the match real quick, and there's a reason for it. So watch for just a minute. The Lumberjacks are all brawling on the outside. Black Blood just hit Big Josh with the suplex, and now he's got the axe.
Nice.
No, it looks like he's going to hit Big Josh with the axe, which is a little ridiculous. This is probably another one of the reasons this show is not looked at fondly. And thankfully, Dustin got a hold of Big Josh's axe handle to prevent Black Blood from cutting off Big Josh's head with the axe.
I thought he was going to bash him with the handle.
Well, he was pointing the blade down. So that's that might be a little much. Yeah, this is not. I mean, it is a fine match. Other than that, for the record, Johnny B. Bad and Yellow Dog got 3/4 of a star from Meltzer. This actually got 1 3/4 stars. I think generally Lumberjack matches. It's all about the Lumberjacks. If they're integrated well, you could have just a good Lumberjack match in a vacuum, but the Lumberjacks don't really play a part. But I think if you're going to have that stipulation, you want to integrate the Lumberjacks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Black Blood going after Big Josh with the axe was a little silly.
Maybe. Also,
really quickly, we were talking about the LGBTQIA plus community in wrestling. You do know there was a trans wrestler in AEW for a long time, Nyla Rose.
That's cool. I was going to point out, is our opinion also possibly influenced that we probably watch a lot more older wrestling than we do newer wrestling? And I'm sure the attitude was a little bit different. Not very different, but a little bit different in the 80s than the 2010s and whatnot.
But again,
just because society's attitude was a bit different. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Are we influenced because we are watching more older wrestling than modern wrestling, and society's
I feel like by and
opinion
large,
was a little different.
The wrestling audience is more representative of society as a whole than any other. It's the most diverse as far as the various populations that make it up. It transcends, race and income brackets and age and gender. Mm-hmm. Here's another one of the, probably down spots on the show, the matchup between the one-man gang and Elegante.
They're coming in on a leash.
Kind of.
Wait, really quickly, can I ask, why is
Kevin Sullivan, who's also deceased, leading George Gray, a.k.a. the one-man gang, to the ring. Which you gotta admit, one-man gang is a pretty badass moniker.
Yeah.
Are they both on a leash?
Well, I think one-man gang is connected to Kevin.
Why is Miku stuck with England?
Why are you whispering? We're doing a podcast!
Okay. She's just stuck with England until the World Cup ends?
Until they lose.
Okay, I was going to say, England did beat Norway. But England, they've still, all in the thing, I don't know exactly how it looks, but there's still France, Spain, and Argentina.
Whoever beats
they've still got a couple more days.
Whoever beats the previous one gets Miku.
But okay, so France,
so
Spain, and Argentina could end up with Miku.
Hopefully she doesn't get stuck with England forever. That'd be a tragedy. Anywhere else?
We get French, British, or Spanish.
Can we please have anyone but
Argentinian, technically.
I've seen so many memes about Miku crying because he's stuck with the UK.
Miku hates your girlfriend?
I mean, I hate British people too. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. You're dating one.
Yeah, she's the exception.
Please, Pomo's only exception. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes about Miku.
Are we gonna get baguette Miku memes if France wins?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah, there's a. She's not
vocaloid.
She's in Utah. I don't know how to pronounce it.
It sounds like a bad way to pronounce Utah.
Utah. I don't know. Utau.
Well, pretty close to Utah. You just changed the H for a U.
They're not Vocaloids, but they are other voice fake things like that. And there's an April Fool's one named Teto. I'm sure you know her.
Oh, you've mentioned Teto.
Yeah, she has bread and baguettes and shit.
Nice.
Elegante, one of the tallest wrestlers of all time, at a legitimate 7 feet 7 inches.
To make him look taller.
With multiple very small professional wrestlers.
Okay.
Look, they've always been known as midget wrestlers in wrestling. And if that offends you, I apologize. I'm not going to probably say it again, but that's always been the way they've been referred to.
More accepted term nowadays.
It's not.
Or do we even use a term at all?
I think just little person.
Okay.
I think dwarf is a specific type of condition. Like, dwarfism is actually a specific condition, and everybody who's a little person is not necessarily a dwarf.
Okay.
But I think that actually describes a specific type of
Do you get condition. The redhead on TikTok?
No.
Like his whole family.
But in wrestling, they've always been referred to as midget wrestlers. I mean, you don't really see them all that often anymore.
I think I've seen him once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He takes his mom to red carpet events. This is certainly an event in the ring.
Yeah, no, this is not a particularly good match.
No.
I mean, it's kind of
let's find that 6th Power Ranger. All this is going on.
Okay, yes.
Negative half a star for the record.
Yeah, it needs to be someone special.
Not wrestling women.
Ironically enough, Kevin Sullivan not that much taller than the little people wrestlers. Kevin was pretty short. I'm not gonna lie.
Who would fit best for that cast and be very special?
Okay, You need to face the microphone.
I was suggesting
you're talking
Rhea.
to Alex, but remember you're talking to the audience.
Rhea's a possibility.
We're over 400 episodes in. I shouldn't have to be coaching you on that anymore.
But is she enough?
Yes.
She's a lot.
But
She's a lot of awesomeness.
well, I'm saying the Six Stranger needs to be.
Fucking dislocated her shoulder and then slammed it into a table to put it back.
I'm
Rhea's
pretty sure that was a work, but
I've read that it was a work one time, but then another time it actually did happen.
it was probably a work. Both.
I don't know.
And it plays
That's what I've
off of the
heard.
Mel Gibson character in Lethal Weapon. I saw him doing that in 1987. So, and she's Australian too. So there's the connection.
Cody, Stone Cold, Brat.
Did you say Kirby?
Hey, AC/DC is also
I said
Australian,
Cody,
apparently.
not Cody.
I did not realize
I
they
don't
were
know that
Australian.
AC/DC.
I didn't realize.
I didn't know that.
Charlotte.
I didn't realize they were Australian. I figured they weren't American for some reason. Like, I knew that much.
Probably because Angus wears that schoolboy outfit.
It does feel like
Did he
we're
wear the
missing
schoolboy
a
outfit at the concert. Okay, I don't think he's ever not worn.
Wait,
it, so.
actually,
It
the
does
schoolboy
feel like
outfit
we're-
was one, but Angus wasn't there.
Not well, Angus Young, the guitar player.
He is, but he doesn't tour anymore. He stopped touring
Oh,
a few years
really?
ago.
I
Yeah,
did not know
he's
that.
still an active member, but he stopped touring.
I
I'm
did
pretty
not know
sure.
that.
It does feel like
I
we're
could be
missing
wrong.
an
Let me double
older
check
area
myself.
also.
But I was reading about that earlier today because I was curious who all I saw. Because like Foreigner, I think all of them were newer members. They weren't any originals.
Yeah, like Chicago, there's literally one original member still touring.
I don't remember. I think it was Johnny. No, Johnny, Foreigner, Styx. One of the older groups we've seen. They have like one person that still tours, but one person that's still part of the group. But maybe that one person wasn't touring anymore or something. I know that's the only disappointing thing. Is like I'm getting to see these older bands, but I'm not getting to see the older lineups all the time. You know,
Yeah.
like AC/DC is still
Brian Johnson's still
closer to it.
still the lead singer.
Let me fact check that. I
I mean, he's
remember
the
reading
second
his
singer.
name.
He actually is the replacement of the original lead singer, whose name escapes me. But Brian Johnston was
Yeah.
the famous,
Okay, these
the
are
most famous lead singer.
these are the current people involved. Okay, Angus may have been it, so I may need to fact check myself because current members are Angus Young from 73 to now, Phil Rudd, who's been off and on, 75 to 83, 94 to 2015, 2018 to now, but hasn't been touring since 2023. Okay, so yeah, it seems Angus is one. I may have missed him up with Phil. So yeah, I guess it was him in the schoolboy outfit then.
Yeah.
And then Cliff Williams, 77 to 2016, 2018 to now, but not touring since 2024. Brian Johnson, yep, he's still in it, 1982.
Like, he's
2016.
not the original lead singer. Now, that was the thing when the original lead singer, I guess he passed away, or for whatever reason couldn't perform anymore. It's like, how are you ever going to replace that voice? And then they got Brian Johnson. I think he's probably even more iconic as the lead singer.
Very possibly. And then Stevie Young from 2013 to now. But then it says touring 1988. So it sounds like maybe they've been with them. Or she's been. Not she, him. What's it called? He's been with them since 88. Just not a part of the main group, I guess. And then for touring, starting in 2020 thing, is Matt. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. And then Chris Cheney, 2024 too, currently. That's who's touring in place of Phil Rudd and Cliff Williams. Let me look at this. I did read in this, was the exact sentence. Malcolm...
Apparently Brian Johnson is actually the third singer. Apparently Dave Evans actually was the lead singer for the first year before Bon Scott took over. And again, sort of helped create the iconic sound.
Yeah, I was reading this, that Malcolm and Angus formed AC/DC in Sydney with Colin something, Larry Van something, and Dave Evans. But I had also read that starting in 73, the members weren't particularly stable until a little later in the 70s. That there were quite a few changes early on, but since they've been relatively stable. I also heard that Phil Rudd got fired from them one time, and then also left another time. It was something like that. Sounds like they have some interesting stories involving Phil Rudd. Oh no, the second time, he either left or wasn't available or something because he had some legal issues. Honestly, sounds like AC/DC has some stories. But I have a feeling a lot of the older rock bands have some stories. There's somebody I had to look up earlier, and I can't remember who it is. Somebody that's friends with Elton John. And they call each other Phyllis and Sharon.
Oh, it's Rod Stewart.
Okay, yes. I was looking up
I
Rod
heard they
Stewart
had a
earlier.
bit of a falling out, though.
Oh, I don't
in
know.
more recent years. At least according to Elton's biography.
Possibly. I did read that Rod Stewart apparently used to be neighbors I think it was Rod Stewart. We used to be neighbors with Trump and friends until recent years, when he has distanced himself and actually very much come down on Trump.
Yeah. No, apparently like Rod was kind of shitting on Elton's album or recent work.
Oh, no.
Or still touring. I don't know. They had like They had like a friendly rivalry.
Yeah, because I heard that Elton has called him like an asshole and whatnot, but in a more friendly way.
Yeah, they had that kind of relationship, but then apparently in their later years they had a bit of a, not like a direct falling out, but just sort of like some comments and like, oh, well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was looking that up because apparently he has the most attended concert ever with 3.5 million people.
That's a lot of people.
It is, but to be fair, it's like an open, free New Year's Eve event on a beach in Brazil. And that beach was fucking packed.
Almost impossible to get a legitimate count, though.
Yeah. I don't know, the count of the estimate is 3.5 million people.
Powder in the face.
The only thing is, like, okay, that's fine.
It backfired on the gang, Gigante with a clumsy clothesline.
And you can say you were there, but could you even hear Rod Stewart if you were, like, all the way at the end of the beach?
I don't know.
I mean, he's just on a relatively small stage in the middle of this crowd.
How well the acoustic, well the speaker system
I know, but like I noticed, so I was at the AC/DC concert and we were in a stadium, but it's one of the open stadiums, and like obviously we can hear the music is extremely loud, but it is not loud the way the Journey concert was inside of a closed venue, also a smaller venue. But it's loud in a different way. It's not as loud. And, like, AC/DC, it's loud. You can hit, and you can... Me, personally, I can pick up lines here and there, but unless I know the song, I'm not 100% sure what they're saying. I hear the music. However, Journey, I could hear everything, whether I knew the song or not. So that was just an interesting thing that I assume is partially due to size and roof/lack of roof.
Apparently Bon Scott was Scottish.
Okay.
And Brian Johnson is English.
Interesting. Maybe Brian Johnson is right.
Brian Johnson is 78 years old.
Dear God. He's still one of the touring ones?
That's what you said.
I had to double check. I'm terrible with names.
Well, you read him off the list.
Okay. I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, watching them, clearly they were not your age anymore. And I sat there, because they were doing Back in Black, they were doing those high vocals, and I was sat there like, damn, they're kind of old and they're still doing that.
Distinct lead vocalist, I think, in rock history.
Yeah.
Not necessarily one of the best. Not that he's bad either. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but he's very distinct.
He's not necessarily like, oh, he's, top tier, but he's very, very distinct.
Yeah.
And apparently Bon Scott was the same way, because, like I say, that's...
But yeah,
I was like, whoa, how are you ever going to replace him? And then they find Brian Johnson.
I sat there watching...
Is it Johnston or Johnston?
I thought it was Johnson.
It's Johnson, okay.
But yeah, no, especially in Back in Black. Like, I mean, it was never going to sound the exact same it does on the record, because it's live. But obviously it does sound a little bit different, but not so much. I sat there like, damn.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say they're recapping here where Nikita Koloff accidentally hit Sting with the chain.
Cool.
On the previous pay-per-view that we watched when he was trying to go for Lex Luger and kicked off the feud that they would carry into the Clash of the Champions and then onto this pay-per-view.
Yeah. I was also going to say, that's one thing I kind of like about seeing some of these older bands. Not just because, I like the music and it's cool to see them and have the chance to see them. But like I said, like with Foreigner, that's a completely different lineup nowadays. And I don't even remember how recently some of those members were added. But like going to see AC/DC, and some of those are very original, or pretty original, 70s, early 80s members, just to see them still going at it, that is awesome. See, and I don't know, it's awesome seeing them. It's like, damn. That's like literally just the only expression. Like, they've been at this, they love this, and they've been at it for like 50 years now. And they don't look like they're stopping too soon. Apparently the tour that they're going on now that I saw them on actually started back in 2024. They've been on this tour for 2 years now.
On screen, they're recapping some of the angles between Sting and Nikita. They showed one where Nikita attacked Sting before a match on the syndicated programs. And this was at the Clash of the Champions that we just talked about, where Sting and Nikita would have their match, where they had like the biggest Stinger contest winner, the kid there. His name's Ben. He's actually Kevin Sullivan's son, who we just saw in the previous match. And they did the angle here where Nikita attacked Sting. This was actually a pretty darn good feud. I thought it was one of the highlights of WCW programming the summer of 91.
Yeah. Can I ask, why does Pink sing less common on male wrestlers nowadays than in older wrestling? Like the 80s, 90s?
Well, I mean, to be fair, Sting's that's not his ring gear.
No, but I just feel like...
He would wear pink, though.
I feel like you see more male wrestlers in pink in the older wrestling than you would nowadays. Now, they're probably wearing black topless or that. Black or topless is half of their go-to.
Well,
For some of them.
Sting would have been topless when he was wrestling.
Fair.
So, I mean...
But he made the
I think
occasional
topless
appearance in pink.
is still very common. It's just as far as whether or not they have pink ring gear. I don't know why it was... I mean, it was a popular color in the late 80s and the early 90s.
I do feel like it was viewed
Even
a little more masculine back then.
Well, it wasn't. It was still kind of... There still was that air of pink as a girl's color.
Yeah.
But, like, hot pink was still a popular color... Like I say, in the later half of the 80s and into the first half of the 90s. So.
I do want to say, fun fact, especially nowadays and even going back to the 80s, it is blue for boys, pink for girls. But originally, when that color separation first appeared, blue was for girls and pink was for boys. Because pink was a lighter shade of red, which was considered the bold, masculine color, whereas blue was light and dainty and very feminine.
Yeah, it's interesting how that changes throughout the years.
It is very interesting. Especially nowadays, we stuck with the light blue. And, like, pink is still a light color. Like, I don't want to say I see it, but just looking at the colors being associated with genders, me personally, I observe more pastels are automatically more feminine. And then, like, shades of pink remain feminine, whereas the darker you go with the blue, the more masculine it's considered. It's a very odd thing.
Sting,
hey, there's some bright green.
Some of his outfits were interesting. Like, we always kind of joke that Sting was colorblind because the colors didn't always match on Sting's outfits.
Was he colorblind or was he stylish?
He was always bright and colorful, but some of the stuff really did. I had that Sting t-shirt right there. You see that white cool. t-shirt? I had that t-shirt. I got it at the Great American Bash. I don't still have it.
Okay. As I say, it's not one I've ever seen, so...
No, I got that. I got a Steiner Brothers t-shirt. I got a Sting bandana, which I believe was pink. And I got a yellow Lex Luger hat.
Okay, not wrestling.
This is also a chain match, by the way. You guys are familiar with that, where you have to drag your opponent around to the four corners in succession. And
it's a long chain, though.
You can beat on each other with the chain in between.
But do you remember what that dark red t-shirt with the gecko on it was?
Oh, I remember the shirt, but it was just some general brand.
Yeah.
Not a major
I don't know
brand.
if I can search dark red gecko t-shirt and get that.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I don't remember the brand name.
Like, it wouldn't be quite the same, but I wouldn't mind owning that.
I bought that at a Rugged Warehouse in Raleigh, North Carolina.
You bought that?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, your grandmother might have actually paid for it.
You picked it up. Grammy paid for it. Grammy bought it.
No, we had come.
That was my favorite shirt of his.
This was before your mother and I were married, and you were with your mother. She was at her dad's house in Raleigh.
Damn, I wasn't there?
We had come to Raleigh to pick you up. To take you home.
Was I with you when you got the shirt?
No, because the car broke down.
Damn!
And so we stayed in a motel for the night, and then we picked you up the next day. But, we didn't pack any clothes or anything, so we weren't expecting to spend the night. So we walked over to the shopping center nearby, and there was a Rugged Warehouse was a clothing store that sold clothes that had some sort of defects. They couldn't be sold in retail, but it was not something...
It was like the B-grade clothes.
It was like a stitch was out of place or something.
Yeah.
Something nobody would ever notice.
Still totally fine
But it couldn't be sold in regular retail, and that's what Rugged Warehouse sold. And I got that shirt there.
Very interesting. Unfortunately, I bet they're not still in business today. I bet
Rugged Warehouse?
Yeah.
I
bet brands are sitting like, no, they'll buy it. Charge $25 for it.
Yeah, I don't know, because there wasn't one where we live now that I ever remember.
No, I was going to say, that's actually a...
That's not true.
Story.
There was one. There was one over...
Are they still in business nowadays?
It's not there now, but I'm pretty sure there was... Nah, maybe not. I may be conflicted. I'm not sure. There may have been a Rugged Warehouse nearby, but maybe not.
I typed in Rugged Warehouse, and I'm just getting recommended Gabe's.
There was definitely one where we used to live in South Carolina. I mean, it came after the one where, when Grammy and I went there, the one in Raleigh I was just talking about. We did get one in Sumter eventually.
Okay, here's the interesting information. Technically, Rugged Warehouse is no longer in business, but the parent company was Gabriel Brothers. They rebranded. Yep, they rebranded all of the Rugged Warehouse locations into Gabe's.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Also, y'all see Sting's haircut there at the flat top?
Sure.
I had that haircut.
Oh my gosh.
That summer.
Really quickly, I wanted to say that was a cool story. You're talking about how y'all didn't pack clothes because you didn't plan to be staying overnight, and so y'all went out and bought that shirt. But that was my favorite shirt of Grampy's, and my favorite shirt that I have ever worn. We went out of town and ended up going to the store to get some clothes, and I got a Barbie t-shirt.
Interesting.
And that was my favorite t-shirt I've ever owned, and I'm sad that I don't know what happened to it. I need to find that one again. Unfortunately, I know what happened to the Red Gecko shirt. We don't talk about what happened to it. Fucking fell apart as I was fucking washing it. Anyway, those green boots.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, there's the Scorpion, because Sting would have a Scorpion on his tights usually.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Sting. The Scorpion is multi. He's wearing white tights.
Pink, blue, and green Scorpion.
I think the stinger on the Scorpion is actually orange, too.
Interesting.
Interesting colors.
I mean, green and orange go together. Have you ever seen a cat?
So the green on the boots kind of matched the green on that Scorpion. And he did wear a green jacket out, but it was a little bit darker green. So that's what I'm saying. Sting's outfits were always bright and colorful, but they didn't always match all that well. Hey, I also want to say, too, we've been talking a lot about, 90s graphics and style and stuff, and we're looking like the more colorful sort of Saved by the Bell opening title credit stuff.
Uh-huh.
I do feel like that's almost more early to mid-90s, and then sort of mid to late 90s it started to become, more darker and really in your face and sort of... And I feel like Sting is sort of the perfect dichotomy of that, because in the first half of the 90s he was this colorful, what they called surfer Sting, and in the second half of the 90s he was the black and white crow Sting. So Sting is the perfect embodiment of the 90s style, where he's the bright and colorful in the early half, and then he's sort of the, the more attitudinal version of the second half of the decade.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's The Simpsons.
Bought?
Oh my gosh, it is.
I think somebody does have a Simpsons poster.
One of them is bought with the Sting makeup.
Nice. I wonder if they did Bart and I wonder if they did Sting and Nikita on the poster.
Maybe. It looks like two bots, but one has the Sting makeup, I can tell. What?
Nothing.
Okay. I have no idea what you said anyway.
I was singing a ticket.
You can give me that Japanese book back.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Unless you need it for some reason.
No, give it to me.
I'll put it.
Give me the duct
no one
tape.
needs it.
I'm not giving you the duct tape.
You don't get the book either now. You ask for the duct tape, you don't get the book.
I got too greedy.
Yep. You lost it all.
I flew too close to the sun.
Should have cashed out when you could.
I never cashed out, keep gambling. hey, if you lost all your money, keep gambling, pro tip. You'll win. Trust.
No, I think you're gonna get kidnapped.
Pro tip, don't take my advice.
You're gonna get stolen by the mafia.
Do not take my advice.
Exactly. It's a bad idea.
Keep gambling, but only video games.
Only reasonably. Pay your bills.
Video games and stuff.
No. In video games, definitely keep gambling.
Keep gambling.
Unless it's one of the real money gambling games. Don't do that. Fictional gambling
only.
There's
a disco blackjack game.
Yeah.
And I was playing with my girlfriend the other day. And
I debated whether or not I should put that into my Discord.
Kept clicking all in every game.
I'll suck at blackjack.
Yo, we may have lost all our fictional money.
But that's it. It made almost all your money. No, the thing is, My Sims, so long into the game, the DS version, none of the other versions, because honestly, the DS version was peak. I don't know why it was different, but it's a good thing it was different, and I'm sorry to everybody who played it on a different platform. But DS My Sims, eventually you can unlock another island, and on the other island there's a casino. And
you gamble, all your money gets trapped.
I got stuck on the island. I had to make days for somebody to be willing to pay me for a task or something, so I could afford the fare to get back home.
Yo, once you got the money though, you still gamble to get more.
I may not have gambled some of it. Look, they gave me 20. I only needed 10, I think.
Amazing.
So, as long as I kept 10, I was good.
So you gamble 10 of it, and bam! Now you have 30.
Exactly.
Easy. Or more.
Exactly.
Put it all on the Zelle or whatever on that wheel. You'll make so much money.
I think I gambled at playing blackjack, because that's my favorite game.
Blackjack is the best.
Yes, it is. What was that one game show involving it?
Involving blackjack?
Yeah.
I think I know what game show she's talking about.
Wasn't it just 21 or something like that?
Something like that.
I think so.
Was it Catch 21?
Maybe.
Something like that.
They didn't have a coin.
Because Alfonso Ribeiro, wasn't he the host?
I don't know who Alfonso Ribeiro is.
Carlton from The Fresh Prince?
Maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, I liked that. Because like I said, blackjack's my favorite. Me and Grandpa used to play it.
Tank Top Dude was getting excited again.
And a hot pink hat.
Yeah, I had the hot pink Sting bandana.
Nice.
I had the yellow Lex Luger hat.
Nice. He was wearing a mashup of a bunch of different wrestling merch.
Yeah, I didn't wear the hat all that much. I probably never wore the bandana. I think I did wear the shirts a little bit, but they were white.
Would you wear a hot pink bandana nowadays?
I wouldn't be opposed to it, but odds are I would not actually wear it.
Would you wear it with your MTV shirt at least?
No, probably not.
It's like the best shirt for it. Well, no, you have... Well, do you still have that hot pink tank top?
Somebody has it. It's
I don't
somewhere in the
have it.
house still.
My hot pink tank top is in the basement, apparently.
Yeah, it's still here somewhere.
I found like a whole box of that. It's just my
You
clothes.
just pack your shit up and throw it downstairs when you feel like you have too much stuff in your room.
This is exactly what happened to the Red Gecko shirt.
You're like, I don't have enough space in my room. Let me pack it up and throw it down in the basement.
The thing is, a lot of times I pack up the clothes. Sometimes it's because it's seasonal, and I don't want all my winter clothes taking up space.
No, I just don't buy. I want my clothes out. I live in the I live in the southeast U.S. where the weather is not consistent.
Look, we've got like 2 weeks of winter that's going to be cold.
I may well want my coat in June, and I definitely want my tank tops in December. So, I mean, I need my clothes all year round. There's no packing stuff up for the seasons.
However, I do have some times in the year that I need my seasonal clothes, and I don't like my winter clothes taking up summer space. Anyway, but most of it is actually clothes that at the time I was no longer interested in, so I packed them up to get rid of them.
Yeah. I want them back.
Well, no, that hot pink tank top, I'll probably donate it later this week. Now that I know where it is, maybe toss it in the wash first. But I did find my flower shirts that I might want back, though they always fit me kind of tightly, and I don't like that.
I think this might be the finishing sequence where, like, both... The goal of a chain match is to drag your opponent around to all four corners in succession.
Uh-huh.
And I think... And I know the finish of this match, they're both, like, fighting around where they're both touching each corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then the eventual winner. I don't know why I'm talking about like this, but then Koloff's going to get the last turnbuckle before Sting does. But I think we're in that finishing sequence now. Maybe not, because I see Sting. Well, no, Randy's still holding. Randy Anderson, the referee,
That looks
still
painful.
holding up the two. Yeah, the low blow. That might have stopped the momentum. I'm not sure. And that Sting returns the favor.
Fair. He's got some bright pink and blue on his tights.
Yeah, the referee's still holding up two fingers on each hand, so he's still saying they both got two turnbuckles.
Those colors would remain popular into the 2000s, relatively.
Sting
A
wrestling,
little
buddy.
desaturated. I like that. We saw those at an event within last year or two, didn't we? I think the con where we live.
I don't recall, but
Up on the stage.
Yeah, see, they both got three now, and then they're going to struggle over the other one. Sting's going to try to leap over Koloff, but Koloff's going to get it before him. This is technically not just a chain match; it's a Russian chain match because Nikita Koloff is playing a Russian character.
Okay.
And he and Uncle Ivan had the Russian chains, and then I guess Vladimir has them too because when he was at our con, Vladimir had the chains there on display.
Nice. Very nice.
Not necessarily these chains, but
yeah, still nice though. Okay, a little less wrestling related. Do you know how to stop that tingling sensation? For like the last 2 matches, my entire chest, arms, and neck and head are tingling, and I hate it. It is so strong in my neck.
Skill issue.
Change positions, get the blood flowing again.
I've tried moving around some. I hate this.
Genuine skill issue.
It is like distracting me from the match. That is how strong it is.
This is like maybe something you should just try to work it on your own and not be discussing.
I'm sorry, I needed fatherly advice on this.
Genuine skill issue.
Like, I cannot feel my hands.
We still don't have that 6th ring.
I said we were Ripley.
We're considering it. I feel like we have a lot of modern wrestlers.
Okay. We're modern people.
I mean, we have, like, Cody. Oscar's fairly modern.
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's the finish. Sting tries to get it, but Koloff gets it first. That was a pretty well-timed finish, actually. They did that pretty well.
Stone Cold. Who's the other one?
Retired. Retired.
Yeah, with
they're both a bit old, but that's...
Fine, I guess we need another old person.
Half-eye cast that's modern.
Dad, give us some old people.
Luthez!
What?
Luthez! One of the all-time great wrestlers.
I have no idea who that is. I'm also trying to avoid anyone too controversial.
Yeah, fair.
Luthez!
Who is that?
I mean...
6-time NWA World Champion. Actually, that counts the National Wrestling Alliance and the National Wrestling Association.
Is Randy Savage particularly controversial?
No more so than just about anybody else, and probably less so than many people.
Randy Savage could be a strong pick.
Wait, we don't have yellow, right?
Oh, we're looking for a 6-ring. Yeah, I mean,
yellow if we wanted to.
Yellow is it? Could make him gold at least.
Okay, fine. Golden Randy Savage.
I mean, yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Okay, fine. I'm mad that Rhea's not in the lineup.
This is
I thought Rhea was.
No, because Rhea was a possible special one, but Dylan was like, no, we have too many modern wrestlers, so now we have Gold and Randy Savage.
So Sting lost the match, but he got to beat up Nikita some afterwards.
Could put Sting in if he
Get his
wanted
heat
to.
back. What?
White Ranger.
Yeah.
I said we could
Yeah,
do
Sting
Sting
would
as the
be a
White
good
Ranger.
pick.
I Sting Bez are still in the basement somewhere, aren't they? Ooh.
And White Ranger could apply to both the Surfer Sting with the white
That's
blonde
awesome,
hair
yeah.
and the Crow Sting with the black and white
Oh,
look.
it's Sting, Randy Savage.
Dad?
Oh, that's a tough call. That is really,
You've gotta make
really
this call.
tough. Two of the all-time greats.
I mean, I would kind of vote Sting, but only because we have teddy bears of him.
See, here's the thing. My personal fandom, especially from childhood,
Uh-huh.
would lean Sting. But as an adult, I think I have more of an appreciation for Randy Savage, which is not to take anything away from Sting. So I'm not really sure. I feel like that's kind of a toss-up.
I feel like we should let you pick. I let Alex pick one.
Like I said, I vote
For the
Sting,
most
but
part.
I'll let you pick.
I feel like this is your guys' thing.
Oh,
No.
I'm happy to lend
This
advice.
is your
but-
pick.
Okay, we need your advice.
Well, what's the color?
The
Well, we
colors...
could hit
Well, it'd probably be like gold for Savage or white
yeah,
for
because this is the special Ranger. So we can go gold
It's
for
the six.
It could even be something.
Randy Savage.
I mean, it could be even based on like
white for
silver or
Sting.
Who's the rest of the
something
team?
else.
Stone Cold,
Cody is red,
Brett, Cody, Asuka,
and Charlotte.
and
Okay, well
Charlotte.
that is very WWE centric, and even though I know Savage wrestled for WCW, Sting is like the original WCW guy. So let's go Sting.
Okay,
Alrighty.
so Sting as the White Ranger.
Alrighty,
Okay, you Photoshop them.
this is a good team. I thought you were gonna draw them.
Maybe.
Or draw a loaf of bread is bread.
Yeah.
A bread as a
Power
loaf of
Rangers.
bread.
Not Power
Not-
Rangers. Oh, Transformers and
Not,
Satan
not,
and
not a loaf of
McDonald's.
bread is bread. Bread as a loaf of bread.
Yes.
Different thing.
Definitely a different thing. Because a loaf of bread would just be like a pink and black
Yeah,
loaf
yeah.
of bread with some hearts.
Yeah.
Slap a pair of sunglasses on it. But bread is like anthropomorphized bread.
I guess honestly I think the other way around.
So you were
So
thinking bread is
they're
bread.
doing a little recap video here about the world title match,
Bread is bread would be the answer.
which should have been Ric Flair defending the championship against Lex Luger.
You know, if he was bread,
because
he'd be a loaf of
Yep.
bread.
I'm
I like
sorry.
that. I like that title belt on Lex Luger's waist.
Okay, it's an interesting
I actually
shape.
like the U.S. title belt before that even better, but that's a pretty iconic U.S. title belt. And there's the big gold, the belt that Ric Flair actually left WCW with and would show up on WWF television. They're not going to have that belt here. They're going to have like a makeshift title to some old Florida Championship Wrestling title. They put a little nameplate over, and then before long they would get the new WCW World Championship. But actually at the show they don't actually have what was the current WCW Championship belt.
Okay, Maddie, opinion. Would bread is bread be a loaf of bread? A more anthropomorphized version of a bread dressed up as Bret Hart? Or would bread is bread be the loaf of bread?
Etc.
And the other way be?
I feel like you should either go like just a slice of bread with Bret Hart's livery on.
Yeah, but would that be bread is bread or bread is bread? As the slice of bread.
What do you mean? Just be
Okay, this is my opinion. No, bread as bread. You have the bread that is like Brett's colors and whatnot. You've customized a loaf of bread
You could do a
to
loaf of bread
represent
like
Brett.
a wrapper that has Brett's
But-
colors, but
Brett as bread. You have Brett as the bread, meaning you have a human, an anthropomorphized bread dressed in Brett's clothes.
I
and
disagree.
whatnot.
I think it's the opposite. I think bread being bread,
Exactly.
he would take on the appearance of bread as a loaf of bread.
But that the
Meanwhile,
bread as Brett would come
being
to life
bread,
as Brett.
it would take on the appearance as bread.
I'm confused. I'm sorry.
Well,
let
let
me
us
get
know
off
on,
my board.
like, Twitter, Substack,
also,
Blue Sky. Let us
really-
know on Blue
really-
Sky.
really
Are we on Blue
quickly-
Sky?
No.
Shit.
Just Vidiocy.
Why not?
I just
Let us know on YouTube.
because I got too goddamn many social
Okay,
media
that's
accounts,
facts.
bro.
You can let us know on YouTube. We'll be
Just
there.
Vidiocy covers everything on Blue Sky.
Anthropomorphized bread dressed up as Bret Hart. Is it bread as Brett or Brett as bread?
Anyway, I want to point out Jim Ross, the commentator, was apparently suffering from a bad case of kidney stones this whole night, so he's actually working in pain, and you never noticed it just watching
I
the show.
couldn't be him. Like, damn.
I haven't
Claps
dealt with
for
kidney
that.
stones really, but I've dealt with them.
It's awful. It's you know that one time I dealt with gallstone? No, I'll take gallstone over kidney.
Have you ever dealt with a gallstone for like
One
12
time.
hours though?
No. I've dealt with a kidney stone for
I
multiple
have
days,
multiple
though.
times.
I've had kidney
3 fucking
stones
days on top of a UTI.
and gallstones, and I've had my whole back tattooed. And Kidney stone's the worst pain I've ever felt.
I have read multiple Reddits about women who have given birth to children will take that over kidney stones.
I was about to say, if you were about to say that was worse, I'm going to be like, fair, but I can't do that.
Yeah, no. I have heard women say that they'll have another kid before they'll take kidney stones again. Like, unmedicated giving birth. So
let's be fair, too. I'm sure there are more
it's different in everything. And that, too. It can
every
vary
kidney
so
stone's
much.
not going to be as bad as the worst kidney stone. But I'm saying the worst pain I've had with the kidney stone is the worst pain I've ever felt.
And one of my friends had to have surgery because the kidney stone was too big.
I feel like there was like some sort of ride that was good to pass the kidney stone.
What?
Some sort of like roller coaster ride that was good to pass the kidney stone.
Okay, please text me the information.
But apparently they changed it recently, make it less bumpy and stuff, so it may not work as well.
I was going to say, because that 3-day
my
kidney
knee
stone.
is very hot.
Fortunately, yeah, I know, I can feel it. It feels really nice.
There's actually
this knee is warm too.
where someone went through like simulate, like some scientist boy, he went through with simulate kidneys. I just call him a scientist boy. Went through with like simulate kidneys.
I was going to say, I have not had a significant kidney stone since that 3-day one, and that's wonderful, because that one was fucking awful. Like, throwing up on the bathroom floor, passed out in y'all's bed, just pain.
Yeah, I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
I've thrown up on that bathroom floor plenty of times.
Wait, which one? Because I've done both. I passed out on one during that kidney stone,
Johnny
too.
might be the only one who hasn't thrown up on the bathroom floor yet.
Probably. He's still young,
He hasn't
though.
dealt with gallstones or kidney stones.
I mean, for
I
y'all
don't
it was
wish that on
gallstones
him.
and kidney stones. For Mom, it was whatever. For me, it was being drunk.
Yeah, he's still young, so I don't wish any of the above on him, though.
Yeah, I pray he doesn't have to deal with that.
Exactly. I get random pains, like kidney stones nowadays. Everyone's just sitting like, don't be another one, don't be another one.
I hate random pains. Like,
So
why our body do that?
Eh.
Like, are you saying then there's random
It's probably telling us something,
ow.
we just don't understand.
It's like, what?
It's definitely telling you something, but how serious it is
Yeah.
is up for debate.
I get random side pains all the time.
That's
in my
literally what
kidneys.
pain is your nerves reacting to something.
Like
yesterday at the camp concert, my friend had to check on me that I was okay, because I sat down and had a terrible sore pain all down my side.
I always worry, what if it is the one
During the
that's not that
podcast, I had a
serious?
side pain, so...
I mean, I assume if it's serious, I'll probably be experiencing more pains. I'm
Yeah.
like, ow, ooh, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, you'll figure it out at some point. You might not recognize it as a stroke or a heart attack right away, which is kind of bad because those are really serious. But you'll realize at some point.
I think there's another issue with the pay-per-view, getting back to the show. Like, there's been a lot of downtime in between. This is almost as bad as the modern-day WWE PLE. Like, not for most of the show, but like at the beginning when they had to take the scaffold down, and now when they've... I saw the cage coming down already, so it feels like the cage is there, but I guess they have to secure it and everything. There are some formatting issues with this show, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And now
he is just purely blue on that screen.
Finally going up.
Yeah, look at those lights. Those are some fancy lights.
To the ring for the main event.
Yeah, they got circles.
How far into the show are we?
Well, this is the main event.
Okay, cool. Wait, how long of the main event is it, though?
It's not super long. It's maybe 15 minutes or so.
Okay, draw them as Power Rangers,
it's 12 minutes and 25 seconds bell to bell.
That's cool. I'm just gonna go, like, paste behind us. Oh my god, no, my legs are tingling. Oh, I regret standing up. This hurts at this point.
Welcome to Alex Dies live on podcast. I don't think this is getting uploaded if you die. Just make it to the end, okay?
Wait, really quickly. On record, do we have permission to upload it if you die during the show?
Yes.
Okay.
You can keep my death in if as long as not too
there's the belt. It's like just a floor chamber wrestling belt that just has like a trophy shop plate over the top of it.
My knees are numb. This is ridiculous.
The bee's knees.
That cameraman has Reebok pumps.
Alright, I have the middle chair now. I'm important.
This is Barry Windham.
Yeah, I'm important.
This is Barry Windham, who for a stretch from like, let's say 80s.
There's now Gabby Condon.
Let's say 86 through about this time was probably the best wrestler in North America.
To
Definitely one of the top 5.
That really talking, doesn't it? Dad?
Dude, I have a Chromebook over here that I just use for minor tasks. It is awful. It has like 32 gigabytes of hard drive.
How old is it?
And like 28 gigabytes are taken up with shit that I can't do anything about.
That's fucked up. How old is it, though?
It was Johnny's first computer, so it's like 2020.
I'm thinking that was my old computer, which would be awfully old, so...
You probably have enough space to download Super Mario Bros. For the NES.
It's fucking horrible. I don't know how anybody does anything on these.
Okay.
They probably have bigger storage ones.
But this was standard for the time.
Files and games are smaller.
Well, like, I understand it's not a gaming PC. I understand that, but I don't know how you can do anything on here.
Yeah,
like,
if it was like 10 plus years
just temporary files are eating up the little tiny bit of storage I have. And I mean, What are you going to...
Which is weird, because aren't those, like, aimed at students and whatnot?
Yeah. And, I mean, I get you can do a bunch of stuff. Lots of, I can't think of the term, but software services and stuff where you use your software online in your web browser. But still, temporary files are going to exist. Anytime you view anything, you're going to get temporary files on here with thumbnails and metadata, and it's like, it's horrible. I don't know how you could. I use it for very, very low. I use it for viewing things every now and then. It's a very, it's not a utilitarian computer at all. It has a very specific use for me, so I can get by with it. But if I had to rely on that for anything else, I don't understand how you could even use it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Without
you could have a couple
external
documents.
storage,
I mean, like, documents and stuff are pretty small.
Well, I get the idea is you use, like I say, you use your software as in a web browser, you use cloud storage, etc. You use external storage if you need, but just trying to run programs on it, I'm literally watching videos on it.
Yeah.
And I can't, and it stops functioning after a few days.
That's really
That's
odd.
insane.
Really quickly, going back to what I was trying to say, gabbing, that's a word relating to talking, right?
Gabbing?
Yeah, being gabby. Oh, they're very gabby.
I was going to say, because Gabby was trying to make up a pun for the new podcast name using Gab/Gabby. And it's like, well, that's easy.
Gabbing
Wait,
with
is
Gabby?
gabbing just yapping?
Yapping.
I mean, I am a professional yapper. So
Gabbing with
true.
Maddie.
Don't, I guess Gabby fits better for me than I thought.
You were assigned.
All right, Barry Windham and
assigned
Lex
to be a
Luger wrestling for
Destiny.
the vacated World's Heavyweight Championship. Lex Luger was my favorite wrestler at the time, the man in gold who's fixing to turn heel and win the World Championship, the current United States champion. Barry Windham in the red trunks, one of the few wrestlers who wore the cowboy boots like Dustin Rhodes. They don't have the heels, like the space between the heel and the toe is filled in, so you're not going to hurt somebody with them. Second generation wrestler, his father was Blackjack Mulligan, longtime rival and partner of Ric Flair. Barry was a member of the Four Horsemen with Ric Flair. He's the uncle of the deceased Bray Wyatt. And Bo Dallas. So lots of pedigree in the ring right now. Lex was also a member of the Four Horsemen for a short period of time in the 80s.
Horsemen of the Apollo.
Yeah, well, that's where the name comes from. It was the big heel group in Jim Crockett Promotions. It was originally Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard with J.J. Dillon as the manager. And they were just like the top heels in the promotion at the time, so they would, interact with each other. And during a promo one time, Arn Anderson was like, not since the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse has anybody caused this much chaos. And thus one of the all-time greatest, like the original wrestling stable was born.
Also, I was trying to make a good reference to Marvel Apocalypse and his Four Horsemen.
I was going to say one of the shows that I started watching recently, literally like the bad guys in it are the four guys
Apparently he's an X-Men
of
villain.
the Apocalypse.
Yeah, he is. He's
I don't know much
one of the last X-Men movies before Fox got sold to Disney.
I could be
I think
misremembering it.
Oscar Isaac. That's his name, right? That's Poe.
I think so.
Oscar Isaac.
Something like that.
None of us can fucking remember what the hell is our problem.
We're not good with names.
But yeah, the current Marvel.
I'm great with fucking names. I just forgot one.
I was referring to your children not being good
It was
with
Oscar
names.
Isaacson.
Okay,
Was it Isaac?
no?
Fuck!
Oscar Isaac.
Oh.
I'm gonna look it up now.
Okay. But yeah, the current season of Marvel Rivals features Apocalypse and his Four Horsemen.
Nice. I think the show I started
With
watching.
Jubilee
'cause,
Day.
I
It is
started
just
watching
Oscar
it.
Isaac, okay.
Okay. I started watching it a couple
Moon
weeks ago. I think
Knight!
it's called Sleepy Hollow.
Also, I think X-Men
That sounds
97 right now is focusing
Sleepy
on
Hollow
Apocalypse.
is the Headless Horseman.
Yes.
The current season of X-Men 97 is also focusing on Apocalypse.
I mean, they're talking about the other ones of the Apocalypse.
Well, Oscar
too.
Isaac played Apocalypse in like one of the last X-Men movies before Disney bought Fox.
Nice. Honestly, that's probably why Marvel Rivals is focusing on Apocalypse, because X-Men 97 is right now.
Yeah.
Probably try to promote it or something. I haven't watched X-Men 97.
This
seems
match,
kind of neat.
This match, going back to the pay-per-view, got the highest star rating from Dave Meltzer. Got 3 stars. I think that's probably right in line. I might have gone 3.25, 3.5. It's a good, solid match. Like I said, Barry Windham actually came into it as a heel. Luger came into it as a babyface, and you kind of end up with a double turn here. Not nearly as dramatic or well executed as the Stone Cold Bret Hart double turn from WrestleMania 97. But Harley Race is going to come down and basically assume the role of manager for Lex Luger and signify his turning heel. And just kind of by virtue of the fact that he was, facing Lex Luger for the championship, Barry Windham ends up turning babyface for the next year. After a good long run as a heel as a member of the Four Horsemen.
Though my favorite X-Men dies in X-Men 97, so maybe I shouldn't watch it.
Okay. Who's your favorite X-Man?
Magic.
I don't know.
Yeah, you probably don't know her.
I only know her because she's in Marvel Rivals.
And whatnot.
She has a giant sword. She's like a demon queen.
Interesting. I
With
don't
a
know
giant
the
sword.
X-Men characters.
I'll
I know
find a picture.
Wolverine.
By the way, how do you sit in that chair the whole time? Like, the whole middle of the screen is blocked by the microphone.
So they can see well enough.
No, you can't. You're blind as hell.
I couldn't see Austin Olia coming down to the ring. It was just a red sparkly blob.
Yeah, this is magic. She's cool. She's got a sword.
That's just a bunch of small images, bro.
Here's the one that the
One.
redhead played that was also in Game of Thrones, I think.
Here's her Marvel
That
Rivals
actress.
version.
I think she played one of the X-Men in one of the movies.
She's cool.
I don't know the actress. I'm sorry.
Damn it, she
might come back
was
to
Joe
you.
Jonas's wife.
That
And
doesn't
she's
mean
one of
anything to me
Taylor
either,
Swift's
I'm
friends.
sorry. No.
I think she's the sister of Colossus, also.
It's
Honestly, I
rumored
was
that
gonna
the song
say-
Cancelled is about her.
I don't even know that many. If you're talking,
She's
I don't
one
know.
of the main, relatively main. She marries the
Well, she might.
asshole king.
She might be. Well, you're talking Game of Thrones. I was talking X-Men.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Oh,
say.
yeah,
I
no,
know.
I don't
I know.
know
Like
that.
the early X-Men cast, and then they started doing like the younger version of everybody when they did like Days of Future Past and everything. And I never saw any of those movies. I know like James McAvoy was, Professor X, and what's his name was Michael Fassbender. I think was
Probably
young
was time
Magneto.
travel in one of the movies.
That's probably Days of
I
Future
think
Past.
so. So one of my friends was watching it the
Which
other
is
day.
like one of the greatest fucking names of anything ever in pop culture.
I mean, yeah.
I fucking love that
Definitely a
title.
cool
I've
name.
ripped that off for so many videos.
Who's your guys' favorite X-Men?
Did you not just hear me say, I know Wolverine?
Is that the only one you know?
I mean,
I'm
Wolverine.
not sure.
Wolverine is an easy pick because Wolverine's a
'Cause,
fucking bad.
I mean, I have a Wolverine
Cyclops,
jacket.
Phoenix.
I like.
Oh, Phoenix might be the one I was just
like
asking about.
Iceman, honestly.
Is she redhead?
Yeah,
Does she have a movie mostly about her?
I think so.
I think that's what I was asking about was
Jean
Phoenix.
Grey?
Yeah, Jean Grey, Phoenix.
I guess.
And then Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be the movie I was thinking about.
Who would you say?
She's one of the original
Who'd you say,
X-Men.
May?
Nice.
I mean, I said Wolverine's an easy pick. Wolverine's fucking awesome. I mean, no reason not to go Wolverine, but I like
Yeah.
Iceman too.
Hey,
Who's
Iceman.
Iceman?
Isn't that the one that Jean Grey read his mind? And I was like, Bobby, you're gay.
Oh, I don't know.
There's a comic panel that
Bro,
outs him like that.
I was an X-Men fan for
I
like
think he's
2
the gay
years in the 80s.
And she's
then
like,
it's like I
well, you're
moved
gay.
on. And
I'm
I
a
watched
telepath.
And
I
I
know
watched
you're
the
gay.
Sony movies, and
Wiccan's
then
the gay one.
But-
And my favorite Marvel
But yeah,
team.
Phoenix just outs him like that. Or Jean Grey just outs him like that.
Damn.
and I mean like
think Wiccan gets outed.
depending on the iteration, Gambit's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, Gambit's really cool.
fuck is
He dies in
Gambit?
X-Men I-7 spoilers.
And,
I know Gambit's name, but that's it.
He's
I
the
don't
one
know
with
the
cards.
X-Men.
He's an X-Men Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine. He's
And
the one
I
with
mean,
the cards.
And I mean Rouge or
Is it
Rogue. Is it Rogue?
Yeah, Rogue.
Couldn't remember.
Yeah,
haven't seen
I
it
play
in a
her in
long
Marvel
time.
Rivals too.
I don't remember.
Her and Gambit are married in Marvel Rivals.
Who's Rogue?
Gambit's dead in X-Men I-7.
Who's
She's the
she?
southern
Killman?
one.
She's the southern one?
He Channing Tatum plays him in some of the X-Men.
Yeah, they didn't play him in Deadpool and Wolverine?
He did, and then like the alternate when they were in like the place out of time.
That's Gambit.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and him and
I don't
Rogue
remember
are
most of the
together.
movie. I remember Blake Lively.
They have
I
struggles in
remember I
X-Men
was
I-7.
prepared for like
I
2
haven't
seconds.
watched X-Men I-7, but I know they have some struggles in X-Men I-7.
I haven't watched any of the
And
X-Men
Magneto is
movies.
involved, and it's weird.
That is correct.
What?
That I haven't watched any of the X-Men movies.
To the best of my knowledge.
I was
yeah.
say because apparently I've seen some Spider-Man movies.
Well, I mean, I've seen the first one. I saw
Okay.
X-Men.
If Magic becomes
And it was
important
good.
in Season 2, I might watch X-Men I-7.
And then, of course,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like, I've seen the
Sure,
the
if
appearances
Magic
of the
becomes
X-Men, the
important in Season
Deadpool
2.
movies.
Because right now she's dead, but she might come back as a horseman of Apocalypse. Same with Gambit.
Interesting.
Spoilers for X-Men
Are they
I-7.
going to make the X-Men movies and everything canon to the MCU? Or are they now considered canon?
I don't know. I haven't heard one thing
One of my
about
friends said that.
Yeah,
I
isn't
saw that
X-Men
that's
I-7
making
supposed to
it
be kind of
canon.
like a continuation of the old X-Men series?
I guess that would make sense.
I know
We
nothing
need to
about
watch
that series either, honestly.
the
This is a very
Fantastic
short
Four?
cage. You guys see
Fantastic
this?
Four.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see it.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but
It
it's
doesn't need to be
just
giant,
tall
but it's,
fencing.
you got somebody like Windham who's like 6'6", and he's
Yeah.
standing way above it.
Anyway, we still need to see the Fantastic Four movie.
But I don't think it's a bad cage.
Also, like, Marvel needs to hurry up. I want the Avengers. The Young Avengers. We already had the Avengers. I want the Young Avengers. And, like, they're clearly setting up that. They look very young.
I mean, yeah, they're young. That's when she's out
They look
him.
like they're
That's when
teenagers.
she's out him.
It's great.
Like,
I
Bobby,
can't actually
you're
read it.
gay. motherfucking telepaths.
I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of kids that would have liked it to be explained to them that way.
She's also in Marvel Rivals. Iceman's not Marvel Rivals.
I don't think I have it up here, but I have a couple of different collections. It's Marvel Origins and Son of Marvel Origins. It's like reprints of like the first Spider-Man and whatnot. I have the first X-Men in one of those.
Nice.
Those are pretty cool books.
That sounds pretty cool.
Let's see if I can name every X-Men.
Wait. Before you do that, I was going to ask if these characters are on Rivals. Miss Marvel? I know she is, because I've gotten the ads. Download now and you can get Miss Marvel.
Non-Rivals?
Yeah.
No, in a different thing. She's non-Rivals.
What's the other thing? Miss Marvel's not in Rivals yet?
She is not.
I swear I've seen ads for that.
I wish she was.
I wish so too.
She's the one that
Luger's got Windham up in the torture rack. That was Luger's finishing move at the time. That's one of my favorite wrestling moves. I think that's
I have
finisher.
It's in Biggin, is what it is.
I unreasonably have beef with Mr. Fantastic for no reason.
In Biggin. She can make her fist really big and all that. But she can get really big, yeah, kind of.
But I
think she's just making things bigger technically, but
I have a deep hatred for Mr. Fantastic for zero reason. I'm pretty much Doctor Doom.
That sounds legit.
I hate him.
I feel like there's probably a reason.
That's literally the plot of Doctor Doom. He's like, yeah, I hate this guy.
Based on vibes alone, Doom might have a point.
I mean, yeah, like, I don't like Mr. Fantastic.
Okay, anyway, wait, who played...
I'm glad he's... I mean, in the MCU, maybe.
What character did Pedro Pascal play, though?
Yeah,
I kind of like him.
In the MCU, but in anything else, he can die.
Yeah,
okay,
but we need Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
We still need to watch that movie of him in Nick Cage.
We do.
Yeah.
We do, absolutely. Okay, movie night, the three of us.
But,
no, anyway, I had America Chavez.
Nope.
Rickon?
Nope.
Rickon's brother?
Nope.
I forget his name. Captain America kid.
Nope.
Like, what's his name's grandson?
There's not a lot of Young Avengers, Vanny.
Why are there no Young Avengers in Rivals?
Because they haven't...
Okay, what the fuck is the game I'm thinking of, though? Because I know at least some of them are in it.
Probably, like, Marvel Snap or something, one of the mobile games.
No, I've never heard Snap.
I don't know, there's a bunch of different mobile games.
You threw it on the couch.
I did. But here's all the X-Men Marvel Rivals. There's Magneto, Rogue, Cyclops...
Magneto's technically not an X-Man, but... He's a mutant, but he's not an X-Man.
Hey, we love the mutants,
well, he's teamed up with them sometimes, at least.
Probably.
Because...
Wolverine, Cyclops, Psylocke...
I mean, Magneto's got to be one of the greatest comic book characters
MCU,
of all time, though. Let's give him his props.
Yeah.
What is Miss Marvel in the MCU?
Miss Marvel?
Yes.
Is she a mutant or something?
Is she a mutant?
She is a mutant.
I know she kind of has the whole Captain Marvel and the other girl stuff.
Wasn't she, like, more of an Inhuman or something in the comics?
She is an Inhuman in the comics, but the MCU had to say fuck off with the Inhumans.
Yeah. Oh, no, she's just like, in the MCU, she's just like because they didn't have mutants at the time. She's just an enhanced.
I thought
I know she's kind of with, she's with Captain Marvel and the other girl and their powers and whatnot.
Well, Captain Marvel's powers came from one of the Infinity Stones. We know that.
Yeah.
And then...
same with the other one.
Monica, I think.
Yeah, her powers came from... They came from the whole WandaVision thing.
Yeah.
Which, Wanda is powered by invade her powers.
Like in the comics, Miss Marvel is
I don't know exactly
because one of the things breaks and the dust goes everywhere while she's heading out to a party.
I think Wanda's related to Infinity Stone.
Harley Race, at the time, the record holder for NWA World Championship reigns, comes down here to assume the role of Luger's manager. Hadn't been seen on WWTV for... like a year at this point, and it's kind of like, whoa, what's going on here? And I remember the time watching this, and my dad was like, whoa, Harley Race was a heel. I think your man might be turning bad here. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it like that, but... And Luger also adopts the pile driver here as his finishing move. I think he actually started calling that move the Attitude Adjustment long before Cena called his finishing move the Attitude Adjustment.
Nice.
And then Lex Luger wins his first world championship.
Real quick, I think the last two X-Men in Rivals are Jubilee and Gambit. Jubilee is the newest hero. She's cool. She shoots fireworks.
Yeah, Jubilee's cool.
Yeah. So you can technically run a team of all X-Men, if you include Magneto at least. I don't think there's another...
I don't think Magneto is technically
Is Emma Frost part of the X-Men? She's a mutant, isn't she?
Who the fuck is Emma Frost? I recognize the name.
She might be part of the X-Men. She's at least a mutant, I think.
I know the name, but I'm not a huge comic book
She's also a playable
historian,
character.
So...
According to what I've read just from a Reddit thread so far, technically Miss Marvel is both an Inhuman and a mutant.
This is Emma Frost.
But at least in one comic series, as of like a year ago, her quote-unquote X-gene was dormant. So she only had her Inhuman powers.
Okay, so here, I think this is one of the big problems with this pay-per-view, like we talked about. first off, Lex Luger wins his first world championship, but he wins it from Barry Windham in a match to declare the champion after the title has been vacated. He didn't beat the reigning, long-standing world champion in Ric Flair. And just Flair's absence from the company in general, paints a sour note for a lot of people. And then we're going to go from this, the main event world title match in the cage, to another match. It's like, this should have finished. And the other match is not some, unsanctioned blood feud or anything. It's a fucking mixed gender tag team match featuring two commentators. It's not the kind of thing you think would close out the show. And I understand why they did it, because it was already marketed as a cage match. You're not going to put it before the world title match because you want to make sure you have time for the world title match. But I don't know. It's just a weird bit of formatting that really helps to stilt the show, in my opinion.
Yeah. But also what I read in the MCU, she is considered a mutant. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I guess before they did her story in the MCU, Marvel now had the rights to everything again. Or Disney did, technically. When did Disney buy Fox?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
I thought that was more recent than the Miss Marvel stories.
It was around the same time, for sure.
Yeah. I don't know, but pretty much everyone who was an Inhuman in the comics is now a mutant.
All right, now we're running out of time here. We got to hurry up and get to this match. And again, we've just seen our World Championship match, and now we're going to this. It's weird. It hurts the show.
Yeah, definitely.
It doesn't help too. We've had this big advertisement. It's a mixed gender match. Paulie and Missy are going to get their hands on each other, and then Missy's not even going to be in the match, and it's because of apparently, like I say, a rule in Baltimore where they couldn't do it, and it's like WCW.
Who else has this?
They knew that ahead of... At some point, they knew that, so they could have handled this differently. Why not just make it a singles match between Arn and Rick with Paulie and Missy, on the outside? They could have had some physicality between them still, and they could have, saved this match for the next Clash of the Champions or for Halloween Havoc in October. I know Paulie had other stuff to do by Halloween Havoc, of course, because he was going to be bringing Rick Rude in to manage him and begin the Dangerous Alliance. But, let's say the Clash of the Champions in September. They could have hooked up there.
Oh yeah, I think Namor has been part of the X-Men too. He's in the game.
Interesting.
I didn't know Namor was
I didn't know he was connected with the X-Men.
Yeah, he has an X-Men skin, I know. So apparently he's
like I say, I don't know a ton about the comics.
There's a lot of mutants in X-Men.
Here we go. Rick Steiner, father of Braun Breaker, of course, of current WWE fame. And the Walking Riot, Missy Hyatt.
Nice. I was trying to look up if any... One, what states have had similar rulings/laws, and two, if any still do.
Rick and Scott were the WCW Tag Team Champions, but Scott got injured in a program with the Hardliners, who were Dick Slater and Dick Murdoch, who we saw as Lumberjacks in the Big Josh Black Blood match. They would, of course, have to vacate the tag team titles, which would go on to... Arn and Larry Zbyszko would win the tag team titles, and then Dustin Rhodes and the returning Rick Steamboat would win it from them. But here's the Hardliners, Dick Slater and Dick Murdoch. They're going to have them come out and kidnap Missy.
Okay.
So she can't be in the match. And the ironic thing is, Missy still takes a bump here because Murdoch drops her so he can take a swing at a fan.
Fuck. The only thing I was able to read before my phone died, and I didn't even get to see the date of the article, was something of Oklahoma issuing a warning for AEW.
And so then Missy just gone. So the match that was originally 3-on-3 with the Steiner brothers and Missy against the Horsemen and Paul Lee, and then was 2-on-2 with Rick and Missy against Arn and Paul, is now 1-on-2 with Rick against Arn and Paul.
That sounds stupid.
And it's a fun little match for what it is. Rick's going to knock Arn out and then get his hands on Paul Lee. It's not a bad way to send the fans home because they get to cheer Paul Lee getting his comeuppance. But I don't know. Because you could argue that, okay, well, if Luger's turning heel, maybe the fans wouldn't be as happy. But it's also not that clear that Luger turned heel just because Harley Race came out. I mean, that's one of the things even watching live, you're like, wait, what happened? Luger won? Okay, cool, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about when Stone Cold won the championship at WrestleMania in Houston. Even though he technically turned heel, the fans there, he didn't turn heel.
Yeah.
They were just happy that their guy won. So I don't think it was necessary to send the fans home happy. I think, like I say, it was more just the logistics of the fact that we had to have the cage down because we had promoted this as a cage match. But this never had to be a cage match either. So
did that sign say "We want Flair"?
Probably. That was a very common chant at the time. We want Flair because, like I say, the popular, long-standing NWA champion and wrestler Ric Flair had left the company in a contract dispute.
Yeah.
And that was apparently... I don't remember it as a kid watching the shows, hearing those chants, but in reporting of the time, that's a very common thing that the fans were chanting, "We want Flair." I mean, I remember Flair leaving and not being a part of the company.
Yeah.
I just don't specifically remember the chants.
I assume those are shirts. They look interesting.
Who the Paul's wearing? Well,
The white with the pink.
He's got knee pads underneath them, and then he's got fairly high boots.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, I think those are shirts.
I think it just all runs together, but I think he is wearing shorts, yeah.
They also look like shirts that would have sold well in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Especially, like, closer to maybe the 2015 era. Could totally see those as, like, swim trunks at Walmart or something.
And Arn's out after the Steiner line, Rick Steiner's clothesline, so he's going to get his hands on Paulie. And like I say, it's fine for the little match that it is, but this was promoted as one of the big matches on the show, and this is all we get out of it. It's a little disappointing. So like I said, I think that adds to the disappointment of the show. I think if you can look at it without any expectations, it's a fine show. I mean, fine may be a bit of an extreme.
Fine is an extreme.
Well, it depends on how much emphasis you put on fine. It's like, oh, that's fine. That's a very fine show. It's fine.
Yeah, no, in this regard, fine is just fine. Like, it's fine.
It's just fine. It's just a decent
Take it
show.
or leave it. Not the worst, not the best.
I think if
it's
you
not
can
good,
go into
but
if
it's
you can
fine.
go into it without any expectations,
yeah, it's
just
fine.
enjoy it for what it is. I think it's a solid show.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's not great. It's just fine.
I agree. And Mikey is saying something about it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it right there. That's the end of the action.
She also looked at a chair.
Looks like, oh man, Jim and Tony were sharing a monitor. That's interesting. I'm used to announcers having separate monitors,
Yeah, perhaps the other one was damaged.
No, I think they just had one.
Okay. Spent too much on the scaffold.
Yeah, that plywood was really expensive.
Yes, it was. So expensive that they couldn't get a second monitor.
And for the record, that match right there got a dud from Mr. Meltzer.
Interesting. And it was fine. It was what it was. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I wasn't thrilled by it.
I think. There wasn't much to it. Like I said, they pulled Missy out. You got a little bit between Rick and Arn, and then.
And I'm kind of mad that Missy wasn't in it.
And that's it. So.
I'm not mad at the dud rating. I'm not necessarily agreeing with it, but I'm not offended by it.
I think personally, I would have given it like a star.
Okay.
Like it's fine.
Would have been better if Missy was.
You got to see you got to see Rick take out Paulie, and that's Paulie's the big heel in the match, so it's fine. It was very short, obviously, but
it's definitely a short match. Not a short show, but a short match.
And that was the Great American Bash from 1991.
I don't like how that G is stylized.
I'm sorry. It's
What?
fairly standard.
No, I'm saying I like how that.
Oh, I thought you said I don't
I
like.
may have, but I didn't
I
mean
apologize.
to. No, it's almost like a rounded arrow shape. I like it.
Yeah, and of course, WCW always did credits for their big shows, which WWE never did.
Sad.
Nowadays,
Shame
you get the executive producer credit for.
I don't care who the executive
for
producer
Triple
is.
H and
I
for
do,
the
but
director, and that's it.
I want to know everybody. Damn it! Tell me everybody who put in effort.
And it was always fun at the time
Triple
too,
H
because
is
you'd
the
see
only
things
fucking
like
Sorry, that was harsh.
You'd see some names in there that would be
You
interesting.
guys
You'd see
are too far from me. I screwed over.
you would see like Virgil Runnels, which is Dusty Rhodes' real name, and catering stuff and turkey.
Okay.
Stuff and turkey.
Stuff and turkey.
I like seeing most, if not the entire team behind the show being given credit.
Yeah, but it was always fun to sort of pick out some of the names you recognize and figure out who's who. But yeah, that was like I said. That was I got into wrestling in summer 1990. There were 2 pay-per-views for World Championship Wrestling in 1990, both of which I would have liked to have gotten, but we didn't get. And then we got Wrestle War 1991, which was the first WCW pay-per-view in 91, and my friend Jimmy, they got the pay-per-view, and he was nice enough to record it for me. But then Super Brawl that year, which we watched on an earlier episode, was my first pay-per-view, and the Great American Bash was my second pay-per-view. And again, I know it's got a reputation for being one of the worst pay-per-views ever, and I'm not going to defend it as being one of the best, but I've always enjoyed it. And I mean, it's not really fair for you guys to watch it in these conditions and really judge it.
Yeah.
But did it seem horrible to y'all?
No.
Nah.
I feel
like it wasn't the worst.
I think a lot of it is expectations going in.
Yeah.
And I think if you can watch it without those... And as a kid, my expectation were I just want to enjoy wrestling. I want to see a lot of the guys I like. And it sucked that Flair wasn't there. But, I wanted to see the other guys. And my guy still won the title even if he turned heel, so...
I just want to say that something else is playing now, I guess. And I like that top that says Nash.
Yeah, well, hey, the informant there, that's Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Oz, and the guy in the background is the Diamond Stud. This is some kind of NWO retrospective on one of the WWE's
Does he seem like
YouTube
a good
channels.
person?
Who?
Kevin Nash. Don't tell me he's not a good person.
It depends on what you mean. I think he's a dick.
Damn it.
But politically, he's more aligned
Oh,
with
politically
us.
he's cool?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I think he's just a dick.
Why is he a dick?
He's just a dick in general. He's just one of those
seems
people
cool,
who's kind of
though.
a dick who's,
I like
you
him.
know, he's like kind of a prick, but yeah, politically he'd be more aligned
Okay.
with us.
At least he's
And I mean,
not
I don't
let
know
down
him personally, so I'm
Yeah.
not really the best, but seeing him on even on his podcast nowadays and just his persona in general, he seems like kind of a dick, but if I actually personally knew him, I might say differently, so I'm not necessarily the best person to judge that.
Okay.
But it is fun to see, we go from the 91 iteration of these, and there's the Diamond Stud.
Yep.
And of course, X-Pac wasn't
Commenting on stuff that no one can see.
I mean, they can if they loaded up the same video.
Yeah, this is just a.
Yeah, but they don't know what video this is.
Oh, what was it? I saw WCW Gold Tag Team title as some of the text.
There's a random video.
I don't know what this video is.
Video.
Well, no, it's WCW. It's got Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and the other guy came out.
There's plenty of
And
those
Nash is wearing
comments.
this black top with red and white font that says Nash.
This particular video is WCW.
Oh shit, it's 97.
It is WCW versus NWO in 1997. The War That Changed
My
Wrestling
friend may have told
continues
me about
on the
this.
WCW YouTube channel. So this is just
Only 18 hours ago.
it's like a documentary video. It's going to show you different stuff from there. This particular match is from Super Brawl. What is that? Super Brawl 7. So that's Super Brawl in 1997.
Why is he green? The Hulk.
Literally.
Yeah. Big Show Paul White, the
Interesting.
Giant at the time.
I like Big Show. Big Show,
Also kind of
show had
reminded
an
me of the Green
interesting
Giant.
show.
What, Dylan?
I was kind of reminding the Green Giant.
Yeah.
Hulk,
Definitely.
oh, Green
Who
Giant.
played Hulk in the first movie? Not the first movie. maybe the
Edward
first
Norton.
movie.
You mean who played?
Who played an older Hook? That's Hook.
Hulk!
No, I don't know who played Hook. Who played Hulk? And some of the older Hulks, that's not the one I know.
Well, wait. There's
I don't know at
There's
this point.
multiple. The official MCU Hulk is
Yeah.
Edward Norton.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
The television show, I'm not sure who played Bruce Banner. I think Bill Bixby played Bruce Banner and Lou Ferrigno played the Hulk.
I think that's the one I was thinking
They
of.
didn't use CGI. They actually had two different actors.
Yeah.
They had
Yeah.
a bodybuilder who played the Hulk and just painted him green. And no, there was a Hulk movie before the MCU that Ang Lee directed. And, oh God, what is the name of the actor who played Bruce Banner? It escapes me, but it's... What?
Ask who Ang Lee was.
Ang Lee is just a very famous director.
Not one I recognize, though.
No, he directed, sure, The Ice House.
I don't know.
Is that the name of it? With, Tobey Maguire and Frodo.
I still don't know it.
Elijah Wood.
Isn't it kind of insane how Hulk has only one MCU movie?
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Maybe.
It would have been nice to get a Mark Ruffalo Hulk, but
We
he's
got a
been,
movie with Red Hulk, and Hulk isn't in it.
Okay.
true. But to be fair, he was also
Yeah, but Red Hulk is a Hulk film, is he
Hulk
not?
was besides the Avengers movies, he was also heavily featured in Ragnarok.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, I feel like with Hulk, yeah, he got that one movie technically, but it's not Mark Ruffalo. So it's kind of odd, but maybe because of that movie, how it is when it was its title, they kind of was like, yeah, no, let's not do Hulk again.
It's weird to have Red Hulk in a movie without Hulk.
Yeah,
didn't feel good.
Eric Bana played the Hulk in the Ang Lee movie, and I love Ang Lee. He's a great director, but the CGI for the Ang Lee Hulk is fucking awful. So that just kills the movie right there. Even if it was a really well written, well directed, well acted movie, the CGI is just fucking awful.
I'm sorry.
Like there's Hulk.
Oh, that's bad. That,
You're not seeing
that
any
looks,
emotion or anything, so it's not even doing it.
That looks
justice.
like a
It makes
that
me
looks
think
like a
of something.
PS2,
It's not
PS3
good.
game.
It's not good.
That one makes me think of 2000.
Looks like a Wii game, actually.
No, I was going to say, I feel like with Mark Ruffalo, like, yeah, he hasn't gotten his own Hulk movie, but they give him a fair bit in other movies.
I mean, yeah. Isn't he gonna be in the new Spider-Man movie?
Probably. And that's the thing, they just kind of tossed him in other places where they can. They're
Yeah,
like, hey, can you take half of
Hulk is in
Ragnarok?
everything else.
Yeah, they fill him in with everything
Except for
else.
his own movie.
And they give him some really good moments and whatnot.
Let's be fair. Aside from like some of the really good storytelling in some of the movies, that's always when the MCU was at its best. When you got to see the superheroes cross over.
Yeah.
together.
Oh,
That
definitely.
what was always the most fun in comics.
I think that's what I liked the best
isn't
about
it
the MCU
crazy
early on,
how we
is that
still
it wasn't just, really quickly, it wasn't just a series of movies. There was these characters, and they had these full-on stories, but then you got them together.
But isn't it crazy how we still had him return to, was it Shang-Chi?
Yeah.
The Happy Answer?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one?
He was like the first one
He's
after
supposed to be a
Endgame.
Yeah, what's the other
He's
one
supposed-
as well?
Eternals.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They've kind of just
Yeah,
made
but
both right now.
Eternals-
Eternals were a little more outsized. It's gonna be
Yeah.
harder to
True.
work them in.
I mean, the one that's something at like the very end of
What
them,
movie
like
had Harry
teasing a
Styles?
character.
They teased Blade at the end of Eternals.
It wasn't Blade.
Yes, it was.
No, wasn't it a different guy?
The end of Eternals teased Blade.
No, it was a different guy with the sword, wasn't it?
It was Blade with a fucking sword. Look it up.
What movie had Harry Styles?
Eternals.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
But
But he's not returning.
I've heard that Shang-Chi is supposed to be a fairly major character in the upcoming Avengers movies.
I hope so.
And then we still haven't seen Blade yet officially in the MCU.
Who is Blade?
Blade is the half vampire
Yeah, I've heard that he's coming back. That he's been teased.
He's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He was teased in Eternals. I know.
Yeah.
They had a movie.
Well, I was saying I don't remember that, but Dylan's questioning whether or not it's Blade.
They had an actor cast, and
I was gonna say if they've abandoned that, I think some people are gonna be mad.
And they just haven't.
Unless I heard a lot of people were excited for that.
Yeah, they've gone through multiple directors, and looks like the Blade movie's not going to come to fruition.
Damn. Yeah, and then I really liked Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. too, not only because it followed Coulson, obviously, and I love Coulson, but because it was a TV show that followed the movies and everything. It connected, even though those characters didn't really appear in it, it was fully connected and it referenced that, and it just gave you a little more of the smaller S.H.I.E.L.D. moments and just the day-to-day stuff that was all within the movies, but they went and fucked that up. I'm still fucking mad at Kevin Feige. I blame him personally. It's probably him who made the decision.
Now, was this a handicap match?
I have no idea.
I think it is. I think it's 2-on-1.
I
got this pay-per-view, and I just don't even remember at this point.
Like the first episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she's like, they cleaned everything up in New York, overnight. And, there's some secret shit going on here. And then another one they reference, the Civil War and everything.
John and I are rewatching through the MCU.
But
and it's the Iron Man movies are all really good.
Yeah.
But they've never been my favorites, and I think part of that is because they don't really have a lot of connection to the wider MCU. Like Black Widow
not
appears
as much
in the
as
second
the other
one.
ones. Yeah, the second's actually pretty good in my opinion.
All three of them are good. The third one's really good too.
I don't remember
Even though I think some of the Exogenesis powers are a little ill-defined, and it feels like they just build on them. It's like, oh, where'd that? He's breathing fire now. Okay. But it's still really good. But like I said, I think I like some of the later movies better because they're connected more to the larger MCU. And obviously Iron Man's well connected to the MCU, but I'm just saying, like Civil War, which isn't even one of my favorites, honestly.
I would say some of the later movies have
that's just like an Avengers Light movie.
Okay. Eternals did tease Blade, but teased Black Knight too, who was a different character, and that's what I was thinking of.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, I didn't remember the Blade part of it, but I remember the Black Knight.
What all did Eternals end up teasing?
Blade and Black Knight.
Just those two?
Yeah, and we haven't seen anything from either.
Yeah, I think they decided to just knock
Black Knight was the character who was connected
Eternals was the second Inhumans.
Who was connected to one of the Eternals, but the voice you hear at the end in his office, that's Blade.
Yeah.
I'm still mad that the Inhumans show flopped.
I mean, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm still mad that it was, though.
So you could
have done it better.
You have to accept that it flopped because it was bad.
Okay, fine. I accept that it flopped, but I'm mad that they fucked it up.
My friend wants the main two Inhumans in the...
That wasn't the one with the dog, was it? That was the show. The other show I watched.
It had like the dog.
The dog was in
Like the teleporting dog, yeah.
God damn
that was the Black Bolt and Medusa, right?
Yeah,
my friend wants those two in Rivals. They probably aren't coming anytime
soon. That was a good show, but as far as I remember, that's never been connected to the MCU. I don't know why that show existed. They was just like, hey, fuck it, Hulu can have the show. It's not connected to shit.
I actually really like Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was good. Like I said, the only problem
was fun.
I like the actor.
In a vacuum, Shang-Chi was a great movie.
Of him.
It doesn't connect enough to the wider MCU.
That's the problem. It should be connected more.
Yeah, that's the thing. So we got those movies like Eternals and Shang-Chi and whatnot, and it all felt kind of off. Okay, this is what it is. It wasn't bad, but I'm not loving it like I loved the Avengers. And I felt it's just because, they're kind of doing this new era of it. They're not connected. There's going to be more story. They're going to build. It's going to feel really good once it
felt like
some
we were in a
years from now.
pre-Avengers era again. They're going to build up to a thing. But then they said never built up to it.
Yeah, now we haven't seen the payoff yet.
And then they kind of just went back to the main cast. We're done with all those guys. Let's go back to our Captain America's, our Spider-Man's,
and I'm not saying it's bad
stuff. It's okay.
Overall, but
then why did we split out?
Yeah, it's we're still waiting on that payoff.
And do we expect all this to come together in one movie?
Yes.
2.
Okay, still.
But there's a lot more than just the original Avengers. We have so much.
Yeah, but we've
that the
also
Avengers
knocked off a couple of the original Avengers.
A couple.
A
To
couple.
be fair, they did so well in Endgame.
Exactly. I was
going to
say, have you seen Endgame?
I mean, yeah, but to be
Like,
fair...
yeah, no, these guys are gonna be back
first,
eventually.
Endgame was part
Hopefully.
2 to a movie. And second, we already had a lot of those characters teaming up beforehand. A lot of the characters coming into the new one aren't even teamed
But how
up
much
right
longer
now.
do we have until we'd have the movie when they all come together? How many more movies do we have before then?
Like,
Avengers comes out in December. I don't even know.
fuck.
I don't know. I think we have Spider-Man and then Avengers.
Fuck.
like, who else even gonna be in it? Is it like...
Well, okay,
is
maybe
like
this
Wiccan
first
whoever
Avengers...
gonna be in it?
Hold up. I was
Is
gonna
he
say,
gonna be in it?
maybe...
Do we know?
Fucking everybody. Have you
But I
seen the
don't know.
teasers for Doomsday?
I
This is
haven't.
Shang-Chi's
I was gonna
being
say
in it.
maybe
And Shang-Chi
maybe
hasn't
this
done
Avengers like
anything.
the first Avengers.
Shang-Chi
We've
has
got
no
some of
connection.
those.
They did
We've
like
got some
40
though.
fucking teaser trailers for Avengers. Like,
Fuck.
the X-Men are going to
I
be in
haven't seen all
Avengers.
of this.
Here comes
so-
Cap in Avengers.
Everyone's gonna
followed
be
it
in
as
it. They gotta
closely.
connect all that. And also, isn't fucking Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom?
Yeah.
For some
Which
reason.
is gonna be really interesting.
Well,
I really
we don't-
want to
we don't
know,
even
is
know how
it
that's
connected to Iron Man? Like, it's gotta be if he's playing him, right?
I
Maybe.
don't know.
It'd be
But wait, are
really
you
weird
saying
to
Wiccan's
bring...
supposed to be in it?
I'm saying, is he?
Oh, we don't
I'm
know.
asking.
I can't look Wiccan.
Oh, I don't know.
One of Scarlett's
Yeah, I don't
kids.
Yeah,
What's
wasn't
his
he
brother's
introduced in
name?
Agatha?
Yes.
Is that
How did you
Wiccan
forget
or-
that? Yes, it's
Yeah,
Wiccan and his
I
brother,
did
but what's
forget.
his brother's name?
You would know that.
I forgot it though.
Speed?
Wiccan and
Not-
Speed?
Nah.
I want to say no, but
Okay.
it doesn't sound incredibly wrong.
I don't
Like,
know.
I think you're on the right path, at the very
I don't
least,
know.
if you're not correct. And you might be correct. I feel so bad for forgetting Wiccan's brother. But Wiccan's the gay one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
You would know, but I don't know how long the Piglet says.
I like it because it introduced Wiccan and his brother. And
Yeah,
then
I like
some
it
of my
'cause it has
It
favorites.
is fucking Speed.
Oh,
I
that's
was
Speed?
fucking right.
Okay.
It's Billy and Tommy, Wiccan
Oh,
and
yeah,
Speed.
okay,
Fuck
okay.
both of y'all. I was
Hey, I
right.
said you could have been right.
I liked it because it had...
By the way, the tingling hasn't stopped.
I liked
and
it-
neither has the episode.
I liked it because it had a lesbian witch who dated death. That was awesome.
Okay. I liked my gay
Agatha
boy
was
and his
fucking
brother
great.
growing up.
Oh my
It
god.
was.
The episode of
He's a
Agatha
really good one, for sure.
where the tarot reading witch met
Yeah.
her demise. That's one of the best fucking... Not only one of the best fucking episodes of a Marvel series, but one of the best fucking episodes of a television/streaming series.
That's a
period.
really
That
good
was
show.
fucking amazing.
Isn't
nailed
it
that
crazy
one.
how we had WandaVision since the last Avengers? It's been that long since the Avengers.
Yeah, the last
Wait,
Avengers
wait.
was 2019.
As far as we're aware right now, Wanda and Vision are both still dead. Like, are they coming back?
No, hold on. I was trying to think really
Well,
quickly.
the original Vision is dead, but we got the new
Yeah, we got White
WandaVision.
Vision, and Wanda got crushed by some rocks or whatever.
Right, but there was no
Like that.
guarantee.
They could both come
There's
back.
no guarantee that
Yeah.
she died from that. That's
I mean, yeah.
that's perfectly... That's, you know... She could definitely have survived that.
It just feels like we're on a single plot line right now. We
We're
just
not right
branched
now.
out so much,
Yeah.
and I'm like, do we even
It's
have
gonna all
setup for
come back
Doom right
together
now?
eventually, but I'm not promising that it's coming back together in Doom.
Do you even have
For Doom,
setup
say
for Doom
whatever.
right now? What's the last thing that even happened in the MCU?
Fantastic Four set up Doom.
I was gonna
Oh, yeah,
say,
I
yeah,
guess
we haven't
that's
seen
it.
that though.
Like leading up to something like Endgame, which brought everyone. That was
Everything led up to it.
everything
yeah.
led up to
Leading
that.
But that's what I'm
Infinity
saying.
War would have been first. That's what.
Wait, everything led up to him.
But that's what I'm
Endgame was
saying.
part
Maybe
2 of
everything
Infinity
doesn't
War.
lead up to Doom. Maybe Doom is just another big stepping stone to a later film.
Everyone's gonna
It's
be in this
literally-
movie.
Yeah,
literally
but
called
does it
Doomsday.
tie up all the loose ends though? Even if it has everybody?
I know, but it's insane.
Or
to
does it
have
just
everyone in a
continue
movie
various plot
and
lines?
not be a big thing like Endgame.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a relatively big
No,
thing.
I feel like Dylan's right because like we got fucking. I mean, we haven't seen Fantastic Four, but Fantastic Four takes place in like the '60s in an alternate timeline. And we
Yeah,
did-
and that's
and
our
we did
only
see-
setup.
We did see them teased.
Well,
in,
Spider-Man does something.
We did see them
Yeah,
teased
that-
in
It's 2 movies.
Oh, why did you slap me?
What is it? What's the new Avengers? What was their name?
The new Avengers.
Thunderbolts?
Thunderbolts. Yeah, we saw the Fantastic Four.
That's what they call the new
Thunderbolts.
Avengers.
I forgot about them.
Scene of that.
How did I
We
forget
did not
about
have
Bucky, though?
long
We don't have a lot, honestly.
Doom.
It doesn't even feel like we had as much as we
like
get to
Infinity War
Avengers.
was up by 2 other Avengers movies and everything.
I was gonna say, not
leading
only
through
that, but
those.
even go back to the first Avengers movie. We had Thor, 2 Iron Mans, Captain America, and yeah, they're kind of their own
but
thing. But
those
then
were
Avengers,
connected
yeah.
still, and we have so much branched out, and it's like, all right, we're just
This
putting it
doesn't
on
feel as
Doom.
connected as those did.
I mean, a lot of the problem is originally Kang was intended, and we did have set up for that.
Okay, now wait.
But
This
then that had
takes me
changed.
back to what I was trying to say. How many of the young Avengers have we seen set up?
I
for?
really wish they could just like recast Kang or something.
Yeah.
Like, he's King. He's not that hard to recast.
Because I was going to say, King is involved with Young Avengers.
And look, I understand why they recast Jonathan Majors, and I'm not advocating for him to be, but God, he was such a fucking good actor. It's going to be hard to recast it after he does such a good job in it.
Yeah, but now we do not have King at all, and we have all that King stuff for...
Yeah.
What was it? His last appearance was Ant-Man.
I was going to say, I feel like if they could have kept him,
I'm just curious too, though. Like, y'all saw Ant-Man and Wasp and Quantum Man. I thought that was a good fucking movie. Apparently, people hate that fucking movie.
It was pretty good.
I don't get it.
And Ant-Man's not like my favorite Avenger, but I'm fine. But no,
I thought that was a good way to handle it because it was going to be fucking. If you brought him from the comic page into the fucking movies with that.
But that's even more stupid than Wolfman.
He was going to be fucking stupid no matter what. Why not make a joke out of it?
But really quickly, going back to my thing, so I'm pretty sure King was involved with Young Avengers.
Yeah.
Ant-Man's
wasn't like Iron Lad or whatever?
Yep, Iron Lad.
Wasn't he like a...
Yeah, and he uses... Vision is dead. He uses Vision's, like, save files, memories, etc. But yeah, so we had him. Ant-Man's daughter is one of the Young Avengers. America Chavez. I don't know that she's a Young Avengers, but we've seen it's both Young Avengers and Marvel Rising, and they're kind of combining the two. So we have her, we have the grandson kid from Captain America, we have Miss Marvel, we don't have Skullgirl yet, we have Scarlet Witch's kids. I'm not sure we're missing anyone but Skullgirl.
I mean, I guess if you want to be technical, we have got an Avengers movie, the new Avengers, but
no.
I mean, we had a Young Avengers movie.
That was a good fucking movie, though.
It was.
How likely is it that they introduced Skullgirl, though?
I feel like...
It's not impossible,
I feel like all the recent Marvel movies I feel like most of the recent Marvel movies have been really good.
Yeah, they're good. They're not quite unifying the way the old ones did, but yeah.
End of Doomsday. It's like, how are you gonna defeat me now? It cuts away, it cuts back, and he's a dead Skullgirl's there.
I don't know about that, but yeah, we just see squirrels like running around or something. A girl in the park or something.
But the bit with Skullgirl, she always defeats the villains off screen.
True.
So it cuts away and then it cuts back and he's gone. Skullgirl's there like,
we do need her though.
Really
I'd be sad if she's not in whatever they do.
I have the Marvel release. I have the Marvel release schedule here.
Anything with Young Avengers that we know of.
Of course, Punisher came out earlier this year.
Forgot about Punisher.
And Spider Noir also came out earlier this year.
Yeah. But is that even Doomsday?
Well, hold on. Then we have the next Spider-Man movie, Brand New Day, comes out the end of this month.
Damn. I didn't realize that was so soon.
That's soon.
X-Men 97 Season 2, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. And then, the next movie is Doomsday.
Maybe not as strongly as other things.
And the next movie is Doomsday, December 18th, 2026.
What's coming after Doomsday?
Starring Robert Downey Jr., Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Joseph Quinn, and Eben Moss-Baccarat. Is that like the whole Fantastic Four? Are they getting top
billing? Sounds it. They might
Directed by the Russos, written by Stephen McFeely.
Okay, but what are we looking forward to in 27 and 28?
Apparently sometime this year, Vision Quest is supposed to be out, which is another series.
Yeah.
2027, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse finally comes out in June.
In June?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it scheduled early in the year?
June 18th. Right between... June 18th.
Well, I know we're doing for some birthdays.
Yep.
Okay, apparently Marvel has a film...
Wait, is it coming to theaters or streaming, though?
That's when it comes in theaters.
Yeah.
Here you go, Lexi. Beyond the Spider-Verse is moving from its previously announced March 29th release date as the voice cast cannot complete dialogue recording in time for the spring opening.
Again! This movie has been delayed at least twice now. 3 times, maybe?
It's been so long.
It was supposed to come out right after the other one.
Marvel Studios has an untitled film scheduled for July 2027, but we don't know what that is.
I pray that it's Young Avengers.
And then
revealed after Doomsday.
And then we get Secret Wars comes out.
That's a thing.
Secret Wars, the other Avengers.
I know, but I was going to say they're not going to do Young Avengers before they get to...
MCU has slowed down so much.
And then Black Panther 3 is
but it's also sped up, honestly.
Black Panther 3 is to be determined. And then 2028, they have a movie scheduled for May 5th, an untitled movie scheduled for May 5th, and July 28th, 2028, and December 15th, 2028.
Okay, but all of them are untitled?
Mm-hmm. And then
one of those could end up being Young Avengers.
Shang-Chi 2 to be determined. Blade to be determined.
That far away, though?
That's all listed.
People have moved on.
That's all listed under 2028, along with Nova, and then 2029.
Nova.
More unreleased stuff, and Armor Wars is supposed to come out in 2029.
I want to say, the bad thing is, like...
God damn, Armor Wars, they teased that
speeding up in releases.
Soldier.
That's the thing, they're speeding up in releases.
That's like what?
But they're slowing down and continuing the stories, and that's the problem. Like, it's kind of nice, but
it's too wide, not deep enough.
That's the thing. We're in an age where people don't want to wait 8 years for the follow-up. They've moved on, they've forgotten, they want something new.
So, like, even... Like, even back with the original thing, like, that was a lot before the original
those
Avengers,
were
but not like that much.
No, they were coming out, what, within a couple years of each other?
Yeah.
How much time was between Iron Man 1, 2, and 3?
We'd get 2 to 3 a year. Well, let's see. Iron Man, the original Iron Man was 2008.
It was 8.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then
Walk around there.
and then Hulk was the next
But that
movie.
was-
Yeah, it was within a year or so of that.
Yeah.
Then Iron Man 2 came out right after that. Then Thor was 2011. Captain America was 2011. Avengers was 2012. Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World were both 2013.
That's 2 years in
Winter
between the
Soldier
film
was
movies,
2014. Age of Ultron was 2015.
They've gotten too big at this point. They're trying to do too many characters in separate shows that they're spacing them out too much.
The original Guardians of the Galaxy was 2014.
Was that long ago?
The original was 2014. Yeah.
I was into Marvel by then, wasn't I?
It was the same year as
Dear God, it was that
it was the
long
same
ago?
year as Winter Soldier. We just didn't go see
What
it.
what year was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Don't tell me that was 2013. It had to have been,
Wait,
right?
we
Because Avengers was...
no wait
what
we
year
did,
was
wait
Avengers?
we did that for the podcast though, and it was just a couple years ago. We did the anniversary of its.
Don't tell me it's 2013.
Like,
That's all I can say.
genuinely?
Don't
What
tell me
was the
it's
current
That would
point?
make sense because
It would make
2023 would be
sense.
10 years.
When did Avengers come out, though?
The first Avengers was 2012.
That's what I
Ultron
thought.
was 2015.
Agents of
Infinity
S.H.I.E.L.D.
War-
was really...
Infinity War was
No.
2018, and Endgame was 2019.
Did we have a big boxy silver TV at this house?
Mm-hmm.
Dear God, I have misremembered
But-
things.
We had one in the living room, and Dylan had one in his room.
Yeah, no, it was out in the living room. Kept seeing, like, the commercials, the trailers for Avengers, and I brushed it off. Like, no, that's what Dad and the boys would like. I don't care. And then Avengers of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes out. I'm like, fucking hell, I'm
Avengers of
binging all of this, baby. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes out. I'm like, yes, I'm binging
But in
everything.
the current storyline, what is the point of stuff like Shang-Chi and Eternals?
We don't know yet.
They have built to nothing.
We have to
They
wait 8
done
10 years to
nothing.
find out. Not 8
And
years
we
from
are
now,
finding
but...
out.
Yeah, we're waiting for
a
the
while.
payoff. We're waiting for the payoff, and it sucks.
There was no point in them at this point.
Nope, not
If you weren't
yet.
gonna pay them off, they had no
Yeah.
purpose.
It was
Yeah.
They could have
September
waited.
2013.
Dear God, 2013 was a
Like,
big year for me.
Shang-Chi is gonna appear in Doomsday. Like, hey, I talked But Shang-Chi is gonna appear in Doomsday. Like, hey, I talked to Bruce Banner once in my post-credit scene.
Exactly.
Who are all you people? Why am I here?
Exactly.
Who are we fighting?
Exactly.
I got some rings.
Yeah,
that's
that
all.
was
That's all
always
I
my
know.
complaint about Shang-Chi is it felt so far. I know.
I mean, it made sense initially, but the
And the
ratings
tunnel's
too
probably
long.
ain't gonna connect at all. We're probably not gonna see
They
anyone
probably, they probably scratched that off. Like, yeah, no, that's the next
and you know the
Inhumans.
thing is, Eternals was really fucking good. In a vacuum, it was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it got mentioned again, like the giant
Oh, I don't remember
The
that.
Celestial.
the Celestial. Yeah,
But
that
I
got
was gonna
mentioned
say,
again.
To me,
There's
it
nothing
just
else
feels like
important in it.
they got an unfortunate time area, like point of time to be released in, because it's right after the big Avengers. They're kind of starting this new era, so of course they feel off and distant. But Marvel is making the decision not to follow them up and grow them as quickly as they did Avengers, so we're not getting that same vibes. We're waiting nearly a damn decade
I
for the
really
payoff.
think not finishing off the King saga at least.
It's hurting as well.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Like, give us
It
King
does
and
hurt.
give us Young Avengers.
I
They
hope we're
teased
still
that
getting
so-
Avengers. I don't give a
mean,
fuck that they wrote off King. We better be
We're
getting
still getting Young Avengers probably, but
I don't care if they have to modify that, bring back Vision, whatever they want to do. Just give me my Young Avengers.
they really should have recast King and kept along with it because now all that King stuff is pointless.
What if they could, without continuing with him, but later on when they bring back, continuing with the Young Avengers, they do bring in Iron Lad and reveal, this
Apparently King appeared in
new
X-Men
cast member.
97.
I say, this new cast member is King.
But even so, then that's so long for a King payoff now.
It is, and it sucks, but
It's been
it follows the new
pointless.
pattern, apparently. Mike, you okay over there?
It's like switching between things, and it's all slow and pointless for now.
She's passed out by the door.
Yeah. But like all the King stuff, pointless.
I know.
Shang-Chi, pointless. The
For
Eternals,
now,
pointless.
yeah.
For now, at least. Yeah.
But hey, it's
as
not
standalones, all
but
great. But in the story,
Though,
pointless.
guess what?
Pointless filler.
It's not as pointless as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Humans.
I mean,
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was not pointless.
It wasn't at the time.
They've rendered it that way, maybe just choosing
Yeah, now.
for it not to be canon, but it was hardly pointless.
Yeah, no, it wasn't pointless at the time. It was fucking amazing at the time.
Inhumans
but
was
then,
fucking pointless.
But then they
Yeah.
made the decision that it would no longer be canon, that it was going to go in different directions, so they no longer told the writers for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. what was going to be happening in the movie, so they had to go off in a completely different direction, though apparently time travel relatively started there.
Weird.
And yeah, there's like this whole time travel thing in the last couple seasons.
I'm worried about Doomsday. There's that first big.
I'm not worried, but I don't think it's going to be Avengers
It does
yet.
feel like it's been very disjointed and it's not unifying
At
toward
the best-
toward a point. And
best case
unless they do a
scenario,
lot of heavy
Doomsday
lifting
is
with
what connects
Spider-Man.
everything.
Isn't
and then
it
it's
bringing
gonna
it back
keep
Captain
going on.
America?
Is it?
Supposedly.
Yeah, it's bringing back Steve Rogers.
Steve's going to be back. I mean, we don't. I mean, well,
so, like-
Chris Evans is going to be back.
So, like, I guess the end of Endgame, pointless!
Well, no, because I
Not
mean, we've
pointless,
introduced
but
alternate
yeah.
timelines now.
Like, okay.
We know there's we've got multiverse now. That's
To
what
some
It's like they
Really
fucked up so badly, they're like, oh, I just bring back Iron Man Cap, that's what sells.
Well, the thing is, they didn't fuck up. They never fucked up.
Yeah, they didn't fuck up. They've just
Well,
made a poor decision
okay.
going forward so
Well,
far.
the fuck up is spreading
Spreading
so
everything
wide
so
and
far,
not
yeah.
connecting anything. That's the fuck.
I feel as though they tried to go too big and now they have too many characters that they're not connecting them the way they did.
So-
6 characters originally.
yeah,
2 of which
they-
that didn't get movies.
This is
Or
gonna
sorry,
be an
sorry.
in-game level movie with way less setup and way more fan service.
Yeah, like the best case scenario.
Oh, way less fan service.
It's not quite as big as we're expecting.
Less
but
fan
Doomsday.
service, but more stuff like...
I don't know. I don't
But
know.
Doomsday
We'll have to
somehow
see.
connects
We don't know what
everything
it's
and
gonna
it feels
be.
more unified going
like-
forward.
If they really
not feeling
change
good
the
going in,
endings for Cap and
How long
Tony...
are we going?
Well, they're
that
not going
would-
to change. They're not going to change the endings for them. Like I
Well,
say,
not quite,
they're going
but
to be
like-
alternate versions of
Yeah.
them, if anything.
Because they're going to be from the other timelines
I don't know, but-
and whatnot.
Even so, it's like... Okay, so now you have a new Cap and Tony to replace the old ones?
Yes, this is what the point of timelines was.
Well, I don't think it's going to be permanent. Like they're going to reboot the series.
It might be, though.
Just for
It
like,
might be, but I
just
don't
for
think
like
we're
a
expecting
movie.
it either yet.
Like,
Well-
okay, we bring Earth 727 Cap for this adventure, and then he goes back to his.
Yeah.
Hey,
Before
for all we
ruining
know, the
everything.
next movie after Doomsday is Iron Man 4.
No.
Like, the end,
No.
they defeat Dr. Man is
couldn't.
like, no,
Been
don't
too
worry,
long.
I'm good now. I'll be the new Iron Man.
No, they couldn't. They absolutely could. I would. Be
Iron Man
ready
4,
to
coming this
get some
January.
Oh no, they don't have it on time.
It was July.
July, whatever.
And they might wait even longer. You know, they can't do it the next year. They gotta go at least 2 or 3
I am
years
Iron
in the
Man.
future.
Thor's the only one who's gotten 4 movies so far, as far as the individual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hasn't done anything else new recently.
Well, yeah,
Because-
but Chris Hemsworth had some health issues too.
Yeah, he's moved away a bit from acting now because of
I mean,
it.
he's going to be back in as far as I know.
I'm so-
Yeah, he's doing less
movies.
acting from what
I
I
don't-
heard, though.
I mean, I don't think Doomsday is gonna be bad.
I still find
but
it
I'm
hilarious that
worried
Chris
it's not.
Hemsworth-
I'm looking forward to it though. I'm hyped.
I still find it hilarious
gonna
that
enjoy- I
Chris
wanna see
Hemsworth
all these
auditioned for Loki
characters.
There's a chance it could
and
be the
Tom
worst
Hiddleston
Avengers.
auditioned for Thor.
I mean, look, right
It's
now,
got a lot to
right
live
now,
up to.
right now, Age of Ultron is the worst Avengers because
Yeah.
one of them has to be the worst. It's still excellent. I love
Yeah.
Age of
Yo,
Ultron.
yeah. It can be the worst Avengers and still be great.
So it can still be fun no matter
I'm
what.
just very worried.
I mean,
Maybe I'm
we're-
being too doomer, but like
We're not going to hit.
so many
we're not going to
seasons.
hit.
Too Doom for Doom.
We're never going to hit that peak that
Oh,
we
yeah,
hit
no.
with Endgame ever.
Yeah,
again.
but
I don't think they
well,
can.
to say ever
They
again, that's not
could,
necessarily true.
but it's
It's like
unlikely.
it feels like they're
It's
gonna
gonna
try
take
and
a
reach the
while.
end game
But
peak
yeah.
again, but with none of the setup.
Yeah.
Something like
They're
that.
trying to recreate Endgame with nothing leading up
Well,
to it.
maybe like Alex says, maybe this will be what starts the setup.
Yeah.
I hope
Hard
so.
And we're
setup.
gonna hit those peaks
And
later
instead,
on.
and instead of building everything toward the 2-part movie, this movie,
Is
really
what really
codifies
builds
the
it all.
build
And I really hope
going into the second.
And I really
movie.
hope that setup for the future isn't just, okay, yeah, we'll bring back all the old guys, forget all the new guys for now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It'll be interesting.
I mean, they're
That's the
probably not bringing back
technicality.
Cap and Tony
That's
forever.
for Caps, but the
but-
last Cap is...
And the thing is, I
I'm blanking
love
on his name. What's his name?
Who?
The new Cap.
Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name, though?
Oh, the character or the actor?
The Captain. The new Captain America.
Uh,
Because I said technically there are
was
for
it
Cap
Sam?
movies, but the... Is it Sam?
Sam Bucket.
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
Fuck is his last name?
Wilson?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think
and
so.
Anthony Mackie is the actor, but
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to say there were technically 4 Caps, but the fourth Cap is him, not Steve.
I mean, I don't think... I worry they might bring back Cap and Tony.
I don't think they're going to bring
for
them
the
back
future.
permanently, though.
like I say,
There's a
when you
chance
deal-
they
when
do
you
for
deal-
Because
nostalgia
it's going to
bait.
disappoint... But
But not only that, I mean,
know
it makes sense
nostalgia
because you're
bait
dealing
is-
with multiverse.
that does make sense, but I do think
not
they are going
illegitimate
to be
to you
on
to do that.
borderline
Yeah, but I want new
nostalgia
characters
bait,
at this
and
point.
people are going to be pissed about that, so I
We've
don't
seen
think
the
they're
end of
coming back
Cap and
permanently.
Tony. I don't care if it's a different Cap and Tony. We've seen the end of those.
Dude, wait! Cap is involved with Marvel Rising and all that in Young Avengers, so we might need him back if they want to stay as true to
But that's the
comics
thing,
that
you
they
can
go.
get them for a one-off here. It's
yeah,
okay
you
to
can.
come back for something. That's how multiverse storytelling
Yeah.
works.
I'm so worried if the MCU
You have
is
a
really
concern,
declining,
but there's no
they'll use
guarantee.
nostalgia bait for a quick boost.
Yeah.
But, you know,
But we don't know.
we'll see
We
when the
don't know,
movie
yeah.
comes out.
Macho Man. Yeah,
I
we totally
think we
moved on
talked
from
about
wrestling.
Avengers
We've had
for
at
too
least like a
long.
30-minute discussion
How
about
long have this video
Avengers.
been playing?
I don't know.
This current one?
Yeah.
We're into our second match on it. Same show, different match.
30 minutes.
I said 30-minute discussion about Avengers.
About the MCU, yeah. Hey, look, that used to be one of our constant topics of discussion, though, so...
You know, it makes sense, because like I said, apparently 2013 was a very big and defining year for me. You know, I got Sims, I got One Direction, I got the Avengers.
I ain't do shit.
That was the first Marvel movie we went to see, was Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, because I got
we had seen Iron Man as a family.
Oh, yeah.
We watched it on video.
But I still love this story. You know, we'd all known Iron Man in the comics, whatever, loved it. But then, I
didn't give a fuck about Iron Man in the comics. The movie was decent.
Okay, fine. Well, the rest of us, at least. Anyway, no. And then the Avengers comes out.
The comics.
That's the thing, though. Like, we had Iron Man. We didn't care about the rest. Avengers comes out, and I'm seeing these commercials, these trailers. I'm like, yeah, no, that's something the boys would like. I'm gonna move on with my life. And then oh my god, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes out, I'm like, fucking hell, I'm gonna binge everything. And I do. And then I'm like, guys, you have to watch the shit.
I don't think you were binging it at the time, though. That's still the cable days.
No, I binged some of them. I mean, maybe I was able... No, I binged.
But
I found 2 and 3 to stream somewhere. And,
there was no streaming in 2. Netflix is the only thing that... And Netflix was still doing DVDs in 2.
There were ways to stream them. I
found it somewhere.
Yeah, I found it on other sites.
To be fair, too, though, cable did have... There was on-demand.
Oh, yeah, definitely on-demand.
Cable.
But no, Captain America and Thor, those were on Netflix.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. wasn't even cable. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was ABC. That was a network show.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was no Disney Plus back then.
No, I was watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched that weekly. I'm saying I went back and binged the movies.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, I found 2 and 3 to watch, and Captain America and Thor, they were on Netflix. I remember that for sure. Yeah, because, see, you got a break. You watched The Sims 3 Let's Play most of that summer, and then I'm gonna put on an Avengers movie. And I think you fell asleep during one of them.
Alex.
Yeah, no, you fell asleep during Captain America.
Alex, big questions.
What?
Will Doomsday give us more Cap and Tony Yowie feel?
If they're both coming back? Yeah.
Will Captain America save the day by taking off Doom's mask and kissing him passionately?
No.
Well, no, because he can't cheat on Peggy. Although this is alternate universe.
There's an alternate Cap!
I know.
They can do it.
No, Marvel's not gonna go that far. I'm sorry.
Regardless, this is great discussion.
Yeah, I think
I love something.
This has to be like part 2 or something.
I got a piece.
Yeah, I think I got shots up.
I got to bounce.
You're not as strong as Dad.
You know, hey, to take it. I think deserve it.
Don't do me, though. Please don't do me. I have a very low pain tolerance. No, you stepped on my foot.
Alright, well, thanks for watching this edition of No, we're not watching. I mean, if it's on YouTube. Alright, thanks for hanging out with us this time. Come back next time when the conversation will continue. Until then, I am and will continue to be Maddie.
Lexi.
And this is Lexi concluded.
Bye.
This episode brought to you by Duct Tape.